Fuck you.
This is the version right here. This is the one.
This is it. This is it, people.
Yes.
People have the power. Yes.
Oh, that was inspiring.
Good morning. I just checked my Twitter. Wow. They're not happy. They're not happy. I will openly admit I did that for myself today.
The people were not liking it?
Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all.
Who was in that version? It was everybody. It was a million people.
Well, I wanted the last one to be the obnoxious version. It's a lot longer, and it's an ensemble. It's People Have the Power from 2004, the finale of the Vote for Change tour. You got Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band in there, Michael Stipe from R.E.M., the Dixie Chicks, Eddie Vedder from Pearl Jam, Dave Matthews, Bonnie Raitt, Jackson Brown, John Fogerty. And then it gets weird. Jurassic 5, Kem Mo, and Kenny Babyface Edmonds.
Ooh.
All singing, "People Have the Power."
Where was Jurassic 5 in? Ain't that the rap group?
I don't know.
That's impressive.
I really don't know. This all started a couple days ago. I decided to play Patti Smith, "People Have the Power," and boy, did they hate it.
Oh, they did not like it.
So instead of acknowledging they hated it and move on, I decided to play then Pearl Jam's version of the song yesterday, and then today we got the big over the top version.
The ensemble.
The ensemble.
That's the end of the concert. Everybody holding hands and waving.
The crowd is clapping and singing along.
You already left trying to get avoid traffic.
Oh yeah, I was gone.
You never see the ensemble at the end of the concert.
Oh hell no. Hell the fuck no.
You bounced by that time.
Yes, of course I did. Sherrod Small in studio.
Yes, I'm back.
Rich Vos in studio.
Boss.
Good morning, Rich Vos.
You guys look good. You guys look. You look like you're rejuvenated in life. You look like $1 million.
Thank you, Rich.
It's a whole new good feel. I like it.
Nice.
I like the good feel. I'm not going to say anything negative. I just like. But I was
a good vibe in here, right?
It's a good. I was looking over at the Jews. If you had to let one go, if one had to go.
Yeah.
If you had to kill one, if it was a Sophie's choice
look,
of the Stingles.
What?
I try to save money and just hire one of them, but they come together.
I like that.
They come together, man.
It's a package deal.
You know how you're trying to get more money from this place?
Yeah. It is going to happen because I don't want to say anything. I don't want to forget it. We're getting offers.
We got your hat money.
Oh, what?
Hat money.
I said we got your hat money.
Yeah. See, you don't use them. You don't use them for comedy. You use them for more like producing and stuff, right?
Yeah. Well, some people think they're writing lines for me, so.
Really?
I swear to God.
That's hilarious.
And they got videos and everything to prove it. They're getting very strange out there, Rich Vos.
I'm big fans of theirs.
Yeah, you notice I didn't bite on the whole, we're getting offers thing, by the way? I've been around way too long.
Yeah, you let it ride. That was you're a pro, man.
Yeah. Enjoy that thought. Enjoy that thought.
How many times are you going to fucking jack off those drinks?
I got to shake them up.
Huh?
I got to shake them up.
Which one is that, first of all?
I'm doing a simple green, juice press, cucumber, celery, lemon, kale, and sea salt.
Okay.
You just slam it. It sucks. And then I'm going to go with a little blueberry protein smoothie drink.
Does it have like
from
almond
Juice
or
Press.
something?
These Juice Press people better fucking start giving me free shit.
You drink it every day?
Every fucking day, and they're $11 a bottle.
No
What?
fucking way.
Yes, they are.
No, it is not.
And I
Get
got
outta
2 today,
here.
so my breakfast is $22, and I'll still be fucking hungry.
Holy shit! I know
And
where
I'll
that,
be hungry.
I know where that money's coming from.
$11 a what?
About. It's a 10 and change.
That's crazy.
Let's round it off to 11.
When
I buy about 5 or 6 of these a week.
Right.
A week. So how about the Juice Press people acknowledge that I'm pushing them right now?
Get on their shit.
And get me a case of this shit.
But why don't you
Don't forget, I'm allergic to apples, so you got apples in some of these drinks. Don't send the apple ones.
Like what? Like
we got to get Kevin Smith in here,
at
by the way.
night, I drink my Citracel.
Yeah.
But I shake it up. And Bonnie, it drives her nuts. It's like she screams at me.
People have the power.
You know what I mean?
She screams at you because you're shaking up your drinks?
and I eat nuts in bed.
Well, I heard that about you.
You eat nuts in bed?
Modi mentioned that.
Yeah.
I eat nuts but my head will be on the headboard.
Hey,
what's
Kevin.
up, man?
It'll be on the headboard.
An old
How's
friend.
it going, man? Good to see you.
Hey,
What's up, buddy?
Good morning.
How's it going, man?
Good, sir.
I love.
How are you? Hey.
Wow, you lost weight. I know.
Yeah.
I know you're sick of talking about it, but
Not at all. I'll always
you look
talk about
fucking
that.
great.
Are we on the air? Or?
Yeah.
Where's Jimmy? Is he not?
Jimmy is filming.
We have to let him go.
Yeah, we had to let him go. No,
This is
he's,
happening again? Every week now? They're like, you got to fire coach.
he's being Hollywood Jimmy. We call it Hollywood Jimmy
Yeah,
when he
he's
has to tap out for a couple of days. He's filming a little
I've
something.
worked with Hollywood Jimmy before.
Yeah, I know.
A couple times.
I
man.
know you have.
He's like a lucky charm. How are you guys?
I haven't seen you in probably over a year. You look 10 years younger.
Thank you.
It's creepy.
I realize. Well, number one, I dress like I like to say my style is kind of like I'm an adult male blossom.
Yeah.
So it's very eclectic. So that keeps you looking young. Period. Anyway. But
Who's
yes.
your six? Who's six if you're
It
Blossom?
depends. Like Jay sometimes is
Okay.
my six. Ralph Garman if I'm doing Hollywood Babylon. Scott Mosier if I'm doing like
Holy
Smock.
fuck.
I don't see it.
You don't see it. I don't think you.
Awesome. It's like I don't know. Work harder.
Yeah. I don't think you ever look bad, but you look younger.
It's not. Look, here's the thing. I just look so atrocious that losing 85 pounds. makes me
85 fucking pounds.
And here's how I
It's a
did it.
fucking
It's
kid.
simple, and this is I just want to communicate this and this is not braggy brag. This is just if somebody had told me this, I would have done it a long time ago.
Yeah.
I watched this documentary called Fed Up. It was narrated by Katie Couric.
Yes.
That's not what makes it great, but that's how most people know it.
Yeah.
So that's how you ID it. In this documentary, they talked about the food industry in the late 60s, early 70s, which I was born 70. Slowly just started, like, people, they made processed foods, the original processed foods, and people were like, this is all right. Mm-hmm. How do we make it better? And anything, you make it better by amping up the sugar content. So slowly they just started adding more sugar per serving, like, throughout my childhood. So, it wasn't like, this tastes overly sweet, just tastes like Lucky Charms taste the way they're supposed to.
Yeah.
But like Lucky Charms has enough sugar in it to to sugar up a small nation someplace else in one bowl. That's why we love the milk after the cereal's gone. And that's the
That's
way I
sugar
would
milk.
eat my cereal.
That's sugar milk.
I used to-
Oh,
I used to
yeah.
shoot
Good old sugar milk.
You used to what? Shoot it?
Shoot it, the milk. Come on.
Can I have that? My cousins would leave a bowl of it behind. I was like, you guys are fucking stupid. Like,
Yeah.
why on earth would you not? That's the best part.
That is the best part.
But that's how I got
the worst
fatter
part
too.
for you,
I would
yeah.
sit there, eat the cereal till there's a lot of milk left, and I was like, "There's milk left. I might as well put more cereal in."
Yes.
Put more cereal in. I'm like, "Wait, I'm out of milk." Then you put more milk in.
Yeah.
Then before you know it, you've
The
filled
whole
the
box is gone.
It's gone. So in this doc, they said like the sugar content just got amped and amped to the point where I guess the regular daily allowance is un poco. It's like a thimbleful. And you get that in your first coffee in the morning in America. Like, that's how we do sugar.
Wait, that's how much sugar you're supposed to have? That's it?
It's not a lot, man. It's crazy.
Wow.
Use it sparingly.
look,
But here in America, we're like, sugar forever. Fuck everything else. Because more is better and we do what we want. And sugar's like a drug, dude. It's the cheapest, easiest drug to access. Makes you feel good, changes your fucking mood, can make an asshole fucking tolerable, like, can make anything tolerable.
Yes.
In a bottle of soda, it's like 23 grams of, and you think grams, like if you did Coke, like I did, 23 grams is a lot of fucking
That's
sugar.
a good weekend.
I
It's
was
a
not
good
a Coke
weekend.
guy. Show me a gram. Is a gram like when in the movies they pull out like a little bullet?
Yeah,
and they're
yeah,
like,
about a gram. So you got, say like a packet of sugar.
yeah, that's
So-
1 gram?
Yeah, I'd say about a gram.
So if you did 45 grams of Coke,
No,
what would
20,
happen?
what's that?
If you did 45 grams of Coke, what would happen?
I probably had
Your heart would probably.
for the 46.
So that's the secret. That's how I get a bro job.
But that's all those. I look at it as a gram is those packets.
Yes.
So I always look at sugar intake, not even fat, because sugar turns into fat. Okay, so you got the fat and the sugar that's going to turn into the fat.
That's what they also
You know.
said. They were like, look, you could eat your sugar-free cereals, you could eat your sugar-free crackers, your whole wheat crackers. It don't matter. From the neck down, that shit turns into sugar.
Of course.
So once I watched that, I was like, oh my God. Like, and maybe it's because they use cartoons or whatever the fuck, but I completely understood for the first, at age 44, I was like, now I get it. I'm a sugar storage factory. That's what all this is. So I was like, 44 years I've been doing maybe not 44 years. My parents, I love them to death, but they had my brother and sister before me. By the time they got to me, they were like, he doesn't want to eat vegetables. Fuck it, I'm tired. Don't eat vegetables. You know, they were like, it's not like Virginia and Donald ate vegetables and they became, JFK and RFK. So that by the time they got to me, they were like, fuck it, don't eat your vegetables. We don't care.
It's funny you say that because I got 2 kids and I'm already slacking on the second. So I can't
saying, you're like,
and we're debating a third, man. That third would be a deep shit.
To be a road warrior.
Yeah, exactly.
My kid will eat, the 8-year-old will eat hummus, all kinds of vegetables, but fucking sugar too.
Yeah.
Like there's no in between with this little, and she doesn't carry her weight. What I'm saying is, like, last night.
Oh my God, that's a phrase I've heard my whole life. He carries his weight.
He carries his weight well.
You talk about this movie Fed Up. I mean, it was #1 on iTunes under documentary, because our documentary, Women Aren't Funny, could not get past there. Is many
That's
downloads.
such a stealth plug.
I know.
Stealth? Was it stealth?
And
I kept seeing Fed Up.
I told him not to do it.
Plug
was
my
not
movie,
stealth.
Women Aren't
Oh,
Funny,
my God.
with Chris Rock.
7 minutes into the conversation.
Kevin Smith.
He hasn't even told his whole story yet.
I make
Let him-
movies, period. The greatest objective.
And let him tell the rest of his story before we move on here. With I have 2 kids and I kept sugar out. I was doing a great job, but then it's where they go elsewhere and get their sugar. And as soon as they down the hall, that's the problem.
Little addicts.
They got
They're
different
just like,
dealers.
I can't get it here. Where else can I get it?
I know a guy on 42nd.
But it shows how strong the sugar thing is because, man, as soon as they had it for the first time, that's all it took. I'm like,
It makes you
fuck!
want more. It's just like Coke, man. They show you in the documentary, same areas of the brain
stimulates
affected
it.
by
stimulated
Yeah.
by
We were talking-
sugar, stimulated by Coke.
We were talking about yesterday on the show. They had a whole article that it's pretty similar to cocaine,
I
Diet
said
Coke.
to myself,
Yeah,
I was
in
like,
that
look,
case.
man, I did this for 44 years, did whatever I want. Let me try doing just for like 1 year, maybe. Even I wasn't even committing to that. I was like, let me go for 6 months to just do it completely different. So I just took sugar out. First 2 weeks were really fucking tough. I would have sucked dick for Lucky Charms. It was so my body was falling apart.
Was there actual withdrawals?
Yes,
That you were
physical
feeling?
for the first 2 days. Physical, you felt crappy, but it was more psychological, emotional. What happens is like I'm sitting around my house and I'm fucking depressed. I'm beyond depressed, I'm bereft, and I'm never like that. I'm never one of these people. It's like I'm half full guy all the time. As long as you're above ground, there's always another fucking shot and stuff. But I'm sitting in my office just like, fuck all this. Like, I'm a loser. I'm everything they ever say on the fucking internet. Like, fucking, why am I trying?
So
the
you got my
Walrus
message.
movie, why'd I do that? Like, I was beating myself up for so many
'Cause of
fucking
sugar?
things. I was like, all this fucking sugar. I blame the sugar. So I was just fucking like feeling bad. And I went to my wife and I was like, look, I don't know how to say this, but I've never felt this way in my life, so I just think I should give you a heads up. Like, I don't feel well right in the head. I can't fucking find a happy thought. And it feels like depression, but I don't know what that is. Can you tell me what this is? And she was like, Kevin, you just stopped eating sugar. And I was like, no, that's not it. She goes, yeah. She's like, all your dopamine was predicated on sugar. You would wake up, eat 4 fistfuls of bubblegum flavored jelly beans, and then be like, what's for breakfast? Like that's how you start the day.
Yeah.
She's like, I hate to say it as your wife, but all of your happy was predicated on sugar, and now sugar is gone.
I would wake up in the middle of the night because I can't sleep through the night, and I'll have a piece. This is fucked up because I'm addicted to Nicorette gum. I quit some. And I'll go into the kitchen. I might have a cookie or whatever. A
cookie?
Something sweet, or pour a handful of fucking. What's that cinnamon toast crunch?
Yes.
It's like fucking.
That shit is
some
good.
serious.
It's like sugar fried sugar.
It's like serious shit right there.
Yeah.
So you have that, and then you can't get back to bed, with a sip of Diet Coke. I'm a fucking mess. And it's all sugar, caffeine, and nicotine.
Yeah, I was going to say that the sugar thing is key. Because
There's a reason you like it. Like, you don't buy it because you're being charitable or because you're like, well, this is part of a nutritious diet.
Yeah.
Fucking makes you feel good, tastes good. There's nothing negative about it that you see right away until slowly you just start seeing it pile up in your body. Because some of the shit we're not meant to put that much into our body of.
I mean, if it grows off the ground in South America, chances are you can get addicted to it.
And also the aspartame and all that just tricks you to say you want sugar.
Yeah.
It's like,
Sure.
when when I was trying to stop Coke in the beginning, I went to a therapist or a doctor, and they gave me this stuff that blocked my the zone, what do you call it? Your pleasure zones. So if you did coke, you wouldn't feel it. I'm going, this is not how you stop fucking coke, because I kept doing it until I fucking felt it.
Yeah, like, I'll break it through, break the wall. I did it, America.
It's ridiculous. There's no drug that's going to make you stop another drug.
Yeah.
Okay, what you do is you just stop.
There's a drug that they give alcoholics that will make you throw up.
Yeah,
if you
exactly.
Drink, and that's where you're like, good Lord, are we at a place? Are we so gluttonous?
Yes, we are.
Like, do we need an ark to come in here, or a flood to wipe everything out, and a boat or something? Like, are we so gluttonous
and
that
start over?
Really, that they really need to be like, here's a drug that will make you violently ill if you have a drink.
Right.
But if you're an alcoholic and you're addicted, you will. It doesn't mean it. It doesn't mean a fucking.
Really? So you'll overdo.
You'll drink and
you'll
throw up and
throw up and throw up and throw up until you stop throwing up and you just keep drinking.
Knowing that you're just going to get extremely sick and you're not going to get that buzz because you're on that pill.
Because
it'll wear off after a while, though.
First of all, with alcohol, unlike coke, you're physically addicted, but you're dealing with the mental addiction, which no drug. Time is what lifts the obsession and compulsion of the mental addiction. That's time.
Yeah.
So,
well, by the way, do you want a donut? There's a box of donuts in the.
I had a
Good segue. Local donut.
I don't need as much sugar either.
We've never had a problem. You're always
I got a dad body. You haven't seen me in a while.
Dad bod.
They talk about
that's popular now.
Yeah,
ladies love dad bod.
But they talk about getting a dad body after having a kid. After my second kid, I gained about 15, almost 20 pounds, and I was having a tough time getting it off for the first time in my life. And Florentine was the one going, man, it's all about the sugar. Just like Kevin Smith is saying. He goes, watch your sugar intake, and you'll see. Because I was doing everything right. I was going for my bike rides and working out of the gym and eating my salads, and I got protein drinks and vegetable drinks, but it was still hanging on there. Right. As soon as I knocked down the sugar content, it came off like nothing. So easy, and I lost 15 pounds.
The weight I took off, people go, just like he was saying before, he's just like, well, try harder. I don't look thin. I just look thinner. And if I take off this shit, you'd be like, fuck, lose weight. Because I'm all droopy and shit like that. Did you ever see the video on Facebook of that kid who's like, I lost like 150 pounds. You feel good for him?
Yeah.
It's neck up shot and shit. And he's like, but I've always had this body image thing that like I can't own up to. He's like, I'm just going to own it right now. And he backs up and shows you his body and what happens after you drop all that weight. That fucking skin just droops, hangs.
You need the surgery.
And they have surgery for that.
Some people don't qualify for the surgery, though.
I wouldn't want to do that, though. Like, I mean, for me, it's like I would love to get rid of it, but at the same time, I'm like, live with the drape. Right. I can't go under the knife. Like, I could have done that years ago for like a stomach stapling or whatever the fuck, but it's like, if you've gotten to the point, the only time you should be going to the doctors or hospitals is like they got to medically save your life because there's some disease or something's broken or blah, blah, blah. If I felt like what a failure as a human being if I'm going in there going like, okay, I cannot fucking stop myself.
Yeah.
Cut my stomach and have surgically alter me. And that always kept me from going that way. Mm-hmm. Dropping sugar seemed like, all right, it's going to be difficult, but it's easier than a fucking surgery. That's true. And there's nobody going like, there's 50-50 chance you might fucking die on the table. So I was like, let me just try dropping sugar.
Yeah, man. They lose some people during
from
that
doing
surgery.
liposuction?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Any elective surgery, man. They'll tell you any surgery. Yeah. Anything can fucking happen, but elective surgery.
I'm having a cyst cut off next week.
That's not. You'll be fine.
But wait, here. How about
give you a cookie?
How about this? Okay, can't you, like, as you're losing weight, can you work out and just do
That's the next step. See, and that's the thing. To be fair, I haven't even fucking worked out. Like a lot of people, if I put some effort into this, I might look good like you guys.
Well, you hike, don't you?
I walk the dog, but that's it. Like now I've lost enough weight where probably the next step, and I'm not racing toward it, would be get a trainer or do it myself, but work out. Like start working out, make things
tighten some shit up a little bit.
But I'm, one thing at a time. Like I only got here because it was not physically that difficult.
Right.
Like first 2 weeks were tough. And then after that, you start looking at everything sweet in a different way where you're like, oh, I used to love that. Now, this is how I did it. Every time I wanted something sweet, I was like, you had your fucking fun. like 44 years, you fucked sugar every way you could. You put it in every orifice, you jacked it up your ass in your mouth, like fucking, there's nothing left. Like you eventually hit a wall where you're like, you were like Alexander. You're like, you wept because there was no sugar left to conquer.
I had to come to the same conclusion with Puerto Rican girls. I did it all. I've been there with it. I had to give it up, man.
You gave it up, son.
Had to.
You had to.
You just had your fun, so you're like, all right, let me try this for a while without it. That's how I get it.
And you know what? When you get past it too, it doesn't taste the same.
Sugar?
Not sugar.
Well, it's
You get
crazy.
past it.
One sip, you'll be like, "Fuck, that's sweet." Like it's intense.
I
like,
mean,
when you taste it.
I'm down to the point where I could have like a couple, spoonfuls of ice cream, and then I'm good. Instead of having a whole bowl or the whole half gallon, it's something. It's weird. It just takes the craving away. That's where I'm sort of at.
I kill my cravings with this, and I'm not a pitch person for it. I got no connection to it, but it fucking works because when you lose sugar, quitting booze is difficult because booze is everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You walk into a grocery store, they got booze. But you could still go into some places in this world, some convenience stores, they ain't got booze and stuff. So there are places you could go and avoid booze. You cannot fucking avoid sugar. Nope. No matter where you go. Nope. Food store, fucking $5 a dime. You can go to a Macy's, they got chocolate sitting at a fucking counter.
Yes, they do.
Sugar is fucking like unavoidable. I forgot what point I was about to make. The cravings. Every once in a while, you can't help it. You're just like, fuck, I'd like something sweet. I found this thing, man. It was by accident. I was at Whole Foods, and I was in the snack aisle because I was like, let me find anything. And they had these things called Cheeky Monkey, and they look like cheese doodles, but without cheese, made with peanut butter. So I was like, let me try this shit. I love peanut butter. And I looked at the bags, 4 ingredients, and less than 1 gram of sugar in the whole fucking thing. So I was like, what the fuck? It's got to taste like crap. And I ate it. It was fantastic. So I kept getting it, and then Whole Foods stopped carrying it. And I was like, where is it all? And they're like, you fucking bought it. And so they didn't replace it. And it never came from us. So I looked up on Amazon, tried to find it. And then I found on Amazon, they didn't have Cheeky Monkey, but they had this shit called Bamba. B-A-M-B-A.
Right.
Everywhere. It looked exactly like the Cheeky Monkey, so I said, I'll order it. Comes out of Israel.
All great things come from Israel.
Dude, you ain't kidding, man. Like, I'm ready to fucking go over to Israel and just be the Bamba baby pitch man. Because this shit works. Like, I'm telling you, that's the key to losing weight for me, has been dropping sugar. When I get cravings, I eat this Bamba shit. That's it. It's fantastic.
I've
cheese doodles, but no cheese with peanut butter.
It only costs $1.36. That's scary.
No, but it's only 4 ingredients, dude. Corn, peanuts, oil, salt. That's it. They don't even add sugar.
I'm going to try that.
I'm telling you, it's not. And what you'll find right away is the American taste palate is like, oh, this isn't very sweet, but it's sweet enough. And that becomes your go-to. Milk is my other go-to. I drink milk like a fucking son of a bitch because that's my only sugar is like lactose. That's where I get any sort of sugar comes from the milk.
How long did it take to get the cravings out of your system?
After about like a month. Like the first 2 weeks were hardcore, and then the two weeks that followed in that first month was easier, but it was still like, I don't want to be around brownies and shit because you'd still kind of reach for it.
Who does? They're violent.
You know?
Vos still got it.
Oh, we're proud of you. Have a cookie.
We're listening to Health Talk. You try to quit sugar, but you go out for Italian food. That fucking spaghetti sauce is full of fucking everything you get
ketchup
everywhere is fucking.
They just add
a lot of sugar.
Oh, ketchup has a bunch of sugar.
Yeah,
they add more to it.
Sugar's in just about every.
So that's the way. If you want to drop it, I walk the dogs like up a hill. It's not strenuous. I don't have a trainer. I haven't worked out hard. I just cut sugar out, and it just falls the fuck off. I also added vegetable juices because I never had vegetables in my life. So I was like, well, fuck, if I could put them in a drink, hold my nose, and down one a day.
It's like a 13-year-old.
What, do you have a juicer at home?
No, I did. I have 3 people have given me juicers, and I'm like, that's awesome, but I'm lazy. I just go to Aerobex, and I'm like, here's my recipe, and they blend it.
That's what I do now, too.
If you worked out, for you especially, if you were in a gym, you wouldn't even have to do heavy weight. You would do lightweight, just 1,000 sets.
Yeah, reps.
And you would cut up and lose, because heavyweight is obviously to build size and bulk.
Right.
Where you're at, you could go and for 20 minutes just do a bunch.
All right,
of reps.
he'll get there next.
No, I'm just saying.
He's telling me. Let him go.
No, I'm saying
20 minutes. You say?
25 minutes.
That's true.
Say you went and did chest and arms real day, and you just pounded out reps with light weight, you're going to cut up. That's how, you know what I mean?
All you need is 10s and 20s.
People that are doing
That
all the
would be
heavy weight and
amazing.
sweating are to bulk up and get big.
He'll tighten up a little bit.
That would be amazing in as much as like my whole. I never thought I would see this weight again ever. Like now I'm at weight that I was right before I got married. Like I was at the weight where I scored my wife in the first place. Which
Nice.
You look good. And then years later, I was like, here's more of me. Does this look good? And to her credit, she was always like, oh, I don't see that. Although somewhere she's been like, well, I see that. But she's like, I never see the weight. It goes up, it comes down. I don't see it. Although lately she's been like, no, I see a difference, a big difference.
And how's your energy? You feel
Good,
just
like really incredibly
different, right?
good. And the thing is, it makes you look more youthful, I guess. Like you said, you're like,
You look
fucking young.
way. You look 10 years younger.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing a number out there. Whatever. You look a lot younger.
And
I thought you looked like
just
shit. Trust me.
45.
but-
No, I did. Believe me, I've seen some pictures where I was like, holy shit. And that's the thing. Like when you got a job where some people like you, not everybody, but some people like what you do and shit. They give you a pass for like 20 years. Like before Clerks, people would be like, you fat fuck, you fat piece of shit, blah blah blah. After Clerks on, they stop calling you that. They're like, hey, big guy. Hey, big guy. Hey, the big guy's here. What do you want, big guy? And stuff like that. And so, until that Southwest thing where I was tweeting, I was like, I'm fat, but I'm not fat enough to get thrown off. Then once I said I was fat, like every piece of media could call me fat without being sued and put it in quotes, and some people didn't put in quotes. But that was like seeing it over and over again. I was like, oh fuck, they know. They realize that I'm fat. I thought I was hiding it very well, and I wasn't hiding it very well. I thought I carried it well, I said, but I stopped carrying it well. I carried too much.
I never thought of you as a fat guy or any of that shit.
I did. Oh my god!
I
wore it on my shirt. It said "fat man," and I wore it proud.
It was in tribute.
Huh?
No.
But I never. Oh, I didn't hear. I never thought of you that way for real. I don't know.
Yeah,
Look at that picture. That's one.
Well,
of the,
you look like a fat guy there. For now that we're talking about, but I never really thought.
San Diego Comic Con a few years ago.
Do you ever have dreams though? You ever have an orange soda dream and you wake up in sweats?
Never. No, I don't miss it honestly. Like every once in a while, last time I was in New York for a day, we went out to Philly to look at this mall that we might shoot Mallrats 2 in. And then while we were here, the kid was with me, my daughter Harley, so I was like, let's go to New York. And she went shopping. We went to Serendipity. She likes that place. So while we were there, she was like, Dad, you have to have a frozen hot chocolate. I was like, I haven't had sugar in so long, man. There's a good chance I might take a sip, start stabbing people. That'd be embarrassing for you as a teenager. So, but I tried one, and I didn't drink the whole thing. I went whole hog. I was like, I'll get a frozen hot chocolate with peanut butter in it. Like, fucking, if you're going to do it, do it. And I had it, and it was wonderful, and I was always worried that, like, after the first taste, I'd lose it and just go down the rabbit hole. But, I drank some of it, and I was like, that rocks, but that was enough. Honestly, like, this is so lame. I've become such a fucking milk fan that I'd prefer milk over, like, anything else. I skip meals and just drink a milk. Like, it's good, man.
I'm happy I don't have that addiction because I'll pig out. I'll have a pig out day, but then I'm good. Like the next day, I can't imagine pigging out again. And people have that.
Yeah.
I feel bad for them because I feel so shitty the next day.
My shit was like Bacchus, dude. Like I just lived where I'd lay on my side and just
day after
bring
day,
me
right?
more plates.
See, I just never had that. I'm thankful.
Me and Bonnie will eat well, and then one day a week we have a cheat day each, so we get to fuck somebody else. Thank you. Enjoy the meal.
I thought you were going to talk about cookies again.
She does that CrossFit, that fucking cult bullshit.
Yeah.
What is that?
CrossFit is intense.
CrossFit,
That's no bullshit.
It's
a machine?
Serious
Does it involve machinery?
No,
No.
serious training.
It's a movement.
With flipping fucking tires and all that.
Oh, that's what the truck tire thing's about?
All that shit. The
Battle ropes. Batman does the truck tire thing. In the new Batman v Superman trailer, you see Bruce Wayne pulling a truck tire. I was like, what the fuck's that? That's a thing now?
Well, that's
a
it's
huge
whole
movement.
Wait, first of all,
So that's where all the truck tires are going? Yes. People getting in shape and shit?
They figured out what to do with all those old truck tires.
CrossFit's throughout the country, right?
Sledgehammers, and you just hit
Because
tires
it's
all
all
day.
world.
All kinds of. But the guy
Wait, that's an exercise?
Yeah.
The guy who
No,
invented
it's
it
a
is
whole
like
thing, lifting and
You lift the
it's
sledgehammer?
almost-
No, you're not listening. They also take sledgehammers to the truck tires.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What do you
that's-
mean? But what?
And just like, like you're working on the tire.
You're just smashing it.
Just smashing it.
And that counts?
Yeah.
I'd fucking do that
You've done a
exercise. If
slam.
that was an exercise,
There it
holy
is.
shit.
This is it.
Yeah,
This is CrossFit.
Just all sorts
It's
of
global.
These guys
It's
are
actually
in shape,
global,
man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, these motherfuckers in shape.
Do you know the dude that invented CrossFit? I mean, CrossFit's throughout the world.
Is CrossFit just a cheap way to get in shape? Is that it? Like
No,
beat a
it's
tire?
fucking hard as fuck.
No, I'm not saying it's not hard, but it's inexpensive. You're beating on a tire.
No,
this sounds like the Fat Albert gang getting ready to get in shape. Like they're in a junkyard. They're like, well, we'll beat this until it's an instrument.
They're lifting weights, they're running and they're climbing wall. It's everything.
Jumping up on boxes.
Yeah, they're doing all that
please,
shit.
no CrossFitters misunderstand me. Like, fuck you, Silent Bob. I'll put you in the earth. Like, I get it. You're strong. I'm just saying, is that where it originated from?
I don't know, but the guy that invented the word CrossFit, and they're everywhere.
Did you just look at this, dude? What is that? Is that sit-ups while hanging from a bar? What do you call that?
Just they're animals.
It's men and women who do this.
Fucking
There's men and women who do it. It's big. They have big fucking
competitions
all around the world.
Climbing ropes.
You know, I was feeling pretty good about my body until you showed me this video.
to use the word CrossFit in your company, it costs you $3,000.
Oh, it's a trademark term?
Yeah, he owns it.
And they're everywhere.
He has like cerebral palsy or something. He has some type of...
No, he
has something. Yeah, he has something. He just interviewed him recently, like on 2020.
Yeah, that's what we saw it.
Yeah, but he has something that he don't work on. He don't work on himself, but he started CrossFit.
And they have big competitions. My wife's been going for a year and a half.
He's a smart dude. He's a really smart dude.
Why is it a cult? Why is it a cult?
Well, I mean,
it has that feel to it.
You got to high five and pound somebody after the.
There's the tire thing. Just rolling tires over.
Now I'm
and over
guessing
again.
by the fact that it takes three of them to do it, this shit is hard. This isn't for show or pageantry. You need three people to move that tire.
Yeah, this is more.
So when they show Batman dragging that tire in the trail, see how everything for me comes back to Batman. Right. That is like one guy pulling a truck tire in a wet truck tire with a chain.
Yes. Oh, that's hard shit.
That's
why they pretty much. I was just like, well, I guess they're just showing us Ben's very muscly back. But instead, it's like, look how fucking strong he is.
I do some of this CrossFit because the gym got really boring for me. Just doing the basic workouts that I've been doing my entire life.
People who do it love it.
Fun. They're hopping on the tire.
Yeah,
it doesn't look like exercise. This looks like a good time.
They live it. They don't love it.
They love it.
That's their lives.
It's intense.
They're almost as aggravating as vegans.
Are they that committed?
Yeah.
You can't have a conversation. They'll judge you for not being CrossFit?
Probably.
I'm like, CrossFit, I'm not even fucking fit. Look at this, man. That looks fun. So this kind of looks like American Ninja Warrior.
They do it in big stadiums, too. They have big competitions. There's 10,000 people there, 20,000.
No, look, they didn't sell enough tickets for this one. There's no one in the stands for this one.
What, are you kidding me?
No, this is not a big competition here.
No, this is
like finding out that like Tyler Perry was a thing. Like where holy crap, look at the box office. He's popular. I had no idea this existed. Look how popular it is. They're in a stadium's kind of empty, but they're in a stadium.
I didn't know they did competitions.
They show it on ESPN and all that.
No idea.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it's fucking.
It's intense.
I gotta be honest with you, that truck tire thing just changed my whole world. Now I understand why that's in Batman.
My wife will stand on her hand. They'll have to do push-ups on their hands against the wall. Then they'll have to do like 100 pull-ups. Not at once.
I think like 2020 did a big story on them.
From one exercise. And you have to wait there till everybody's done. Like if you finish first, that's why it's culty. And you're going, come on, they're rooting them on and shit, And
well, that's not culty as much as encouraging. Is that what culty is to you? You're like when you say to somebody, "Good job," that's a goddamn cult.
Good job.
Everyone for himself and suspect of anyone who's got your back.
That's why I never tell my kid good job because I don't want her to think she's in a cult. That's why she's going
like, your dad owns himself.
She has no esteem, but she's not. She doesn't feel like she's in a cult. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, let's Kevin. What are you doing in town besides?
I came out. Everything I was chiefly
weight loss.
I came out to shoot Comic Book Man. We're shooting season 5. It comes back in October.
Nice.
So I went down to Jersey to do that. But while we were in town, there was BuzzFeed and Nighthawk Cinema over in Brooklyn did this outdoor screening of Mallrats.
Wow.
Not last night, but the night before. Was it Monday or Tuesday? I forget which night it was. But the 4th, the night of the 4th. So I think Tuesday.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. Like 2,000 people showed up.
Amazing.
Awesome. It was really fucking dope. And that was a movie that when it came out, no 1,000 people show up. Like I watched that movie in a theater with 5 people. So it was really awesome to watch it with that many people. So framed around that, I said, let me do, my birthday is that weekend. It was Sunday, I turned 45. So I said, I'll do a couple gigs at Caroline's and we'll do the screening out in Brooklyn and then shoot Comic Book Man. And after this, I go to Louisville, Kentucky for Fandom Fest, then go to Atlanta for some shows for a couple nights, then go see my mom in Florida, and my kids coming out. We're going to go to parks and stuff. So it's like a 2-week busy period.
Very cool.
I loved fucking Chasing Amy. I'm telling you how much I love that fucking movie.
Thank you. I dig that flick as well.
That's a great movie.
It was fun back in the day.
Why do you like it so much?
It just was such a good feel movie. I don't know. I love the movie.
That's how far you got to reach back to '97 to compliment Kevin Smith these days.
No. Hey, listen. What is it?
No, dude, I appreciate it. I'll take
it. What was it called? What was the one?
Red State.
When Kevin Pollak's head got blown up.
Spoiler.
I came.
Yes.
Okay.
That is.
It's not a spoiler. It's been out.
Yeah,
but it was great. And Goodman is everything he's in.
He's fantastic.
I really liked Red State for real.
Yeah, it was a
man.
fun flick.
When you did that on tour,
how many years ago is that? Now?
That was going back to 2011 now.
Holy
and then I took 3 years off, and then I came back and did Tusk. After Red State, I was like, I'm not going to do this anymore. And then after 3, I was just doing podcasts and live shows and the TV stuff. And then because of that one podcast we talked about the Walrus story, I was like, I fell in love with writing the script and wrote the script for Tusk and wound up making the movie. That came together 6 months. Like after that podcast where we talked about 6 months later, I was on a set, Justin Long's covered in rubber, and I'm going action. He's like, ugh! And the movie was a reality and shit. After that, spun off of that movie. My kids in the movie, her and Lily Rose Depp, Johnny Depp's daughter, play the 2 convenience store clerks in Tusk, very briefly. So I wrote a whole movie about them, spun off a flick, and Johnny comes back for it. He's been fucking astounding. Like that made up for all the Willis stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like working with one movie star that was kind of heartbreaking, and then working with a guy who, here's a perfect example of how awesome this dude is.
Oh, are you saying Bruce Willis?
Bruce Willis was awful?
Was awesome?
No.
What you say?
No. What happened with...
Oh, he's talked
story.
about it.
But really?
On our show and other places.
I'd rather light a candle than curse the darkness. Let me tell you about amazing movie story. Instead of giving time to whatever.
It's too bad.
There's this movie.
It breaks your heart, doesn't it?
Stay with me. Stay with me. You can still like him. It's cool. I love Die Hard. Don't worry about it. You don't have to change.
No, I'm open to him being an asshole.
He's the sugar of actors.
No. Sugar is sweet, my friend. We all want it. So here we are making this movie, Tusk, and I wrote this part of this guy, Guy Lapointe, a French-Canadian, kind of like a Clouseau, that we talked about on a different episode of Smodcast, made up the character. And I wrote it for Quentin Tarantino to play, because I know he loves Michael Parks. And Michael Parks is going to play our old seafaring man in the movie and stuff. So I said, put him in a scene together. Quentin would love that. So I write the part. I know he loves to act and stuff. Send it off to Quentin. He's like, I don't want to do this. So I'm like, really? What happened? And just later on, what we found out was he thought he was being offered the part of Justin Long, the walrus part. He's like, why would you cut off my legs and make me a walrus? But later on, I was able to explain, like, no, it was the Guy Lapointe part, but didn't matter. We didn't have him. We were Lapointeless at that point. So I was sitting there going, like, who could we cast? And I said, the whole project's been about pushing whimsy, came out of imagination. I was never like, somebody could have put me off it instantly if they were like, don't fucking do this. Yeah. I'd been like, yeah, I probably shouldn't. I'm wishy-washy as fuck, dude. That's why I gravitate towards strong personalities, because I love people who know exactly who the fuck they are in life. Like Jason Mewes, from the moment I met him till now, unwaveringly knew who he was, makes no apologies for who he is, what he likes. Brian Johnson, Walter Flanagan, same way. People that I'm drawn to are people that are like, yeah, I like comics. Fuck you. Like Walter Flanagan, age 20, was like, I was like, oh, I used to read comics, but then I gave it up, when I went to high school because I wanted to get laid. Ha ha. Yeah. And he was like, why would you do that? He's going, they're amazing. He's going, here, fucking, you think this is kids stuff? And he gave me a copy of Dark Knight Returns. He's like, read this. You tell me if that's for fucking kids. I came back the next day. I was like, this is fucking amazing. This is not for kids. He's like, fuck no. Batman breaks somebody's fucking spine. That's not for a child. This is metal. So this was a dude who knew what he liked. And now the world matches his tone, right? Yes. Like everyone appreciates comic books, and comic book movies are huge and shit. So I'm drawn to those cats, man. People who know exactly who the fuck they are, because I don't. I'm still figuring it out. Age 45, I got a good idea and shit, but I figure once I get my spine together, then I'll probably die. But maybe that's what my trip is all about, figuring out who the fuck I am. So, whole thing's about pushing whimsy, right? I'm like, if this doesn't happen, doesn't matter. It's not like, this is a vision quest, Chautauqua. If somebody could have talked me out of it. So I was like, in a world pushing whimsy, who would you love to play this character? Fuck budget, fuck, common sense. Just what would
go with it.
What would be the dream?
Yeah.
And I was like, Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp would crush this. And I know him because our kids go to school together. I've known him 10 years, wonderful guy, but we don't have the relationship where I'm like, hey, we should do a movie together. You know, I understand he's there and I'm down here. But I was like, fuck it. Shoot him a text, ask him. And I hit him with a text. I was like, hey, this is Kevin Smith, Harley's dad, because that's how they know me in that world and stuff.
Yes.
And I was like, I never thought I'd say this, but I have a movie I think you'd be perfect for, you know. And he hit me back and he was like, what? And so I sent him to this blog that I had written about how I want to turn the podcast into a movie. I said, it'd be easier to read this. If this is interesting, hit me back. And so I sent him the link, and then he didn't write back for like 15 minutes. I thought he clicked on it. He was like, walrus movie, fuck this. But then fucking I saw the bubbles come up, boop, boop, boop. And I'm like, oh my Lord, he's writing back. And he wrote back something that was crazy, dude. Like, I still, to this day, remember it. Comes up and it says, fascinating. This sounds like the sort of thing that I would care to swim around in. Consider me intrigued.
Wow.
I was like, this guy's like Lord Byron in text form, man. Like, no emojis, no hieroglyphics.
Right.
Man's writing words, making sentences and stuff. So he was kind of into
a hell of
it.
a
So
text.
I said,
That
oh
is a
my
hell of a
God.
text.
It was like the text had scarves. That's how cool
I
it
got to
was.
up my text game.
You know what I'm saying? Like he is. He has excellent text game.
He's a poet laureate as far as sex are concerned.
On text.
In
Wow.
text form.
That's
So
annoying.
I says to my man,
I get rid of
I
my
was like,
smiley
I'm going to send you a
faces.
script, dude. Read the script. Sent him the script. He liked the flick, and he was like, I would love to do this. And I was like, and I remember I was like riding with Ashley. Ashley's my assistant. She drives the car, rolls my joints. And it's the first day that I was
Good
driving.
assistant. That's a good assistant.
Good job.
Let me know when you let her go.
There's a long line behind her. First day with her, she's in the car. I get this text back from him going, I read the script. I love this. Like, thanks for considering me. I really want to do this. And my heart stopped. I was like, I'm driving with this girl I barely know. It's the first day on the job. All I know is she's a 25-year-old lesbian. Adorable as hell, bright and sunny and stuff, but like, that's all I know about
That's
Ashley.
all I need to
Just
know.
met her. So I'm going like, Ash, I read this text, my heart stops, and I raise my hand. I'm like, Ashley, hold my hand. And she goes, you know I'm gay, right? And I was like, yeah, totally. This has nothing to do with that. Hold my hand. And she takes my hand. I was like, if I read this text correctly, I think Johnny Depp is going to be in Tusk. And she goes, that stupid fucking walrus movie? And I was like, yes. So he wound up being, I talked to him and I was like, hey man, this is amazing. Thank you for doing it. He goes, when are you shooting? I said in about 2-3 weeks. He goes, oh, I can't do it. I'm going to be in England. And I was like, oh. I said, well, wait, what if I could break out the 2 days and shoot that on the West Coast? Like, when you're free, we'll shoot the whole movie without you. And then when you're free, we shoot the other 2 days. He goes, you'd be willing to do that for me?
Yes, you motherfucking Johnny Depp, you asshole.
That's what I said. I was like, dude, I know which way the favor goes. You're like, yeah, I'd do that for you. So he's like, if you could do that, dude, I'll totally be in the movie. So I was like, fuck, let's do it.
Right.
And we did it. And a couple months later, he called up and he was like, I'm ready to shoot this thing. And I was like, great. We'll organize the days. We organized the days in Los Angeles. And this is the cool part, man. So I show up day one working with this guy, best actor on the planet. If there's a Mount Rushmore, his fucking face is on it. Mount Rushmore of acting, there's Johnny Depp. Show up on set. PA goes, Mr. Depp wants to see you. And I'm like, Johnny's dad is here? And they're like, no, Johnny. And I was, oh, fuck. So I go over to his trailer, knock on the door. I'm nervous because last time I worked with a massive movie star, whenever I was summoned to the trailer, it was never pleasant. Right. So I go over and I knock on the door and he goes, come in. And I go inside the trailer and he's in the trailer at the makeup chair at the mirror. And he turns around. If you haven't seen the movie Tusk, he has a prosthetic nose, got a fake nose. So he has the fake nose on, but it's not painted yet. It's just sitting there. And I'm like, holy crap, dude, you're wearing a fake nose? And he was like, what do you think? I was like, I think you could have literally phoned this in today. We could have shot a phone and you could have called and that would have been good enough. And you're committing to a fake nose. I was like, I'm flattered. He goes, no, what do you think? Doesn't it look like a dick? He was going like this back and forth. And I was like, yeah, it kind of does look like a dick. Look at this.
There we go.
He
There
goes,
he
would
is.
you mind? And I said, what do you mean? He goes, well, me and Joel, that's his makeup artist. He goes, me and Joel were talking about painting a blue vein down the side. And I was like, no. And he goes, wait for it. Right at the tip, we want to put a little cut. And I was like, are you saying you want to wear a dick on your face in my movie? I said, dude, if you ever wanted to wear a dick on your face in a movie, Tusk is the fucking movie to do it and do it. And so if you look at the first scene,
I see it
it's
now.
right there. He starts with a monologue down the barrel of the
Yeah.
camera, and then when he turns his face, you see this fucking huge cock on his face. That dude comes to play, man.
That's funny.
He's the best. Like
Wow.
he's all the fun of make pretend as
Yeah.
adults on a movie set.
Now all I see is a dick on his face.
Yeah.
Very cool. Speaking of pot, going back to sugar, are you still smoking pot and not eating sugar?
Yeah. But that's never been my, like, I can smoke and not get munchies. I broke that early on. As a fat guy, I had to do that first step. But I was like, if I'm going to be a wake-and baker and stuff, I got to be able to not eat when I smoke.
Yeah.
So I do that. That's kind of like meal replacement as well. Like, I'd rather have a smoking lunch than an eating lunch.
Me too.
I was just handed a sheet with some tweets, and here it is. How did Kevin Smith cope with smoking weed and dieting? Yeah, that sounds like a tough
that's
one.
never been.
Weed is not the enemy of dieting.
No, nor is it
gives you the
like.
munchies,
Don't buy
though,
into the
doesn't it?
stereotype.
But you can eat
munchies.
lettuce. You can eat fucking celery if you got the munchies like that. It don't matter what you put in your mouth.
But
if
also,
you munchie in and out
when
like
you
that.
think about it, if you're a committed stoner, once you start eating, which is some people assume is the byproduct of smoking weed gives you the munchies. I don't necessarily believe that. Once you start eating, you're cutting your high down because your blood sugar level's changing, and there goes your high. So for me, I'd rather just smoke and stay stoned without adding food to it.
Gotcha.
And stuff. Like, what's better than weed? Like, everyone's like, let's add booze and cigarettes and food. No, fucking weed's perfect.
Potato chips.
Yeah.
Great.
When you do the comic book stuff and all the superhero stuff, and like I wasn't into that as a kid, but we used to read, and are they still popular now? We used to read Zap comic books when we were young.
Underground comics, they used to call them.
Was that is that a big thing now still, or is it?
Underground comics kind of became, to a lesser degree or to a bigger degree, indie comics. So they grew up into a whole field of comic books that are not superhero-oriented books. So they still kind of exist. Zap doesn't exist as it did in the original form, but comic books that aren't dudes in tights or women in tights beating the crap out of each other are insanely popular as well.
And if you had old ones, they got to be worth fucking.
Sometimes, it's like the Zap stuff it's like my stuff. Some people absolutely love it, and the people that absolutely love it will pay through the nose for it. Other people, they don't care at all.
We only have a few more minutes with Kevin Smith, unfortunately. Two things. I just got another tweet from Hins33. He writes, "Holy shit, there's no way this pic is from today," because we put a picture of you up on our Twitter account. They think it's an old picture. That's how great you look.
It's from today. You know what I did when I lost all the weight? There's a little charity that we run called the Wayne Foundation. It's this woman, Jamie. Yeah, right. Thank you.
Like for a Batman Wayne Foundation?
Yeah,
That's amazing.
a little bit. And also a bit for Wayne Gretzky. So we're doing this thing where Jamie Walton runs this charity where it's for people that get away from sexual trafficking. And let's be honest, it's for women that get away from sexual trafficking. We wouldn't take everybody, but generally speaking, sadly, it tends to be more women than anything. They're talking about girls who've been forced into prostitution and shit. When they get out of it, they got no place to go. It's tough to renormalize and stuff. So she built this halfway house in Florida where they could go and drop in and hang out and kind of rebuild their life.
That's amazing.
Really, really sweet. So in order to raise money for it, all I wear are jean shorts. Right. After I lost the weight, I have enough denim to reupholster Canada, like all of it. Every couch in Canada, every human in Canada. So we've got all these jorts, and so I said, you know what, man, let's do it for charity. Like, I'll sign them all, write what each pair was. Like, one of the pairs is the one that I wore in Cannes for Clerks 2, so they were on the red carpet and shit like that. One pair was like, did not get laid in these and stuff like that. So each pair is separate and personalized.
One pair was not, did not get laid in these, only one pair?
All right, let's be honest.
Okay.
Every pair could have had that written on it. But nobody would wear these, but if you're like, hey man, I need a new flag, or fuck, I would like to put these on my wall to remind me what never to become.
People just want them because they're fans of yours.
Kids can make tents out of them.
They absolutely. You could send these. You could buy. You can bid on eBay on. I forget what it is. The Kevin Smith eBay page. If you go to my Twitter account, there's a link there. You could bid on it, win it. Send it to a small nation, build huts for them. Right. And they'll look up at the ceiling and be like, who never got laid here? Thank you very much. Thank you.
E-Rock's in studio, and he was telling me 2 days ago about the Hitchbot thing.
Yes.
You need to talk about it for a few minutes.
Absolutely.
Eric, get on mic real fast here.
For those that are unaware, Hitchbot
I was unaware until 2 days ago.
Amazing experiment in Canada they did. We talked about it. I do a podcast called Smodcast with my friend Scott Mosier, and it's very Canada-centric because I love Canada. Scott was born in Canada. Well, he'll argue that, but he's dual citizen. In any event, we wind up talking about Canada quite a bit. A couple months ago, Canada did this wonderful experiment where they created this thing called a Hitchbot. It's an empty paint can with some pool noodle arms and stuff. Not truly a robot. And it had a little brain that was like an iPhone or something like that. And so they would leave it on benches on one side of the country, and they wanted to see how long it would take for it to get to the other side of Canada. And if I remember correctly, it was like a week or something like that, maybe 2 weeks or less. They put it on a bench. People would walk by and be like, oh, and they put it in their car. You could ask it basic questions. It would tell you, like, I'm traveling to the other side of the country, whatever the fuck.
Right.
It wasn't a robot that you could touch or interact with, limited interaction, but it's a social experiment.
Yeah.
To see, like, how long will people trust this robot? Is there a secret agenda? Canada worked flawlessly, went from one side of the country to the other. Even went to Germany, I believe.
Really?
And came back unharmed. We would talk about it on Smodcast, like, this is amazing. Like, only in Candyland, Canada, does this thing not get fucked somewhere along the way.
In
Where
America,
somebody drills a hole in it, fucks it, breaks it, fills it full of cum, whatever the fuck. Like, there's no way this happens in America. So they did the
Let me
experiment.
just jump in for a second. So to completely understand, though, the people had to move it around, right? This thing wasn't moving on itself.
You had to. You would be drive. Yeah, couldn't walk. Couldn't do anything. It was helpless.
Okay.
You would see it sitting on a bench or left by the side of the road. What the fuck is this? You go up to it. It would say some information on it, or if you asked it questions, it would tell you, "I need a ride" or something. You put it in your car, you drive as far as you wanted, and then you dropped it off. Along the way, you probably looked up on social media, like, what the fuck is this? And,
Right.
Oh, it's Hitchbot.
So you would fool around with it a little bit and then go, all right, I'm done with this. And
People took pictures with
Gotcha.
it all across Canada. Lots of people taking pictures with it, him going on little adventures and car rides on boats and shit.
Canadians, they're so nice. They're nice people up there.
Yes,
They were
are.
like, we trust the little robot.
Right.
They're like, this is adorable.
All right,
Motherfucker
continue.
comes to America.
Right.
And he goes to Massachusetts first, starts on that side of the country, and he wants to get to San Francisco. So they leave him in Massachusetts. And, they don't track him or anything. They got a geo-tracker on him, but it's not like somebody's watching from the bushes. Whole idea of the experiment is like, what's going to fucking happen here? As predicted. First thing that happened is it didn't move in Massachusetts. Most people are like, the fuck is this?
For about a week, it just sat in
Sat
Massachusetts.
there. Nobody would pick it up. Nobody would be like, I don't trust it.
It's like a Yankee jersey up there.
Well, Yankee jersey, they might stop and piss on. This
you're
thing
right.
they didn't even look at twice.
You're right.
So we did another episode of Smodcast where we were like, I knew it. Nobody's picking this up. Nobody trusts it. We had some more jokes. Finally, because of that podcast, there's some cats who listen who actually went up. I saw on Twitter, they're like, we went and picked up Hitchbot. We felt bad. So we're bringing it here. So I saw there was some movement. Then the next story I saw, and it had nothing to do with the guys that picked it up, but it was like Hitchbot killed in Philadelphia. They curbed it, man. They took the little robot and somebody curbed it. The city of brotherly love.
No, they call
It's
it
like, not
Philadelphia
robot we
down
love,
there.
man.
So.
Philadelphia.
We
Oh,
all
they
know.
killed the shit out
Well,
of it.
to
And
be
it made
fair-
national news.
To be fair, you did predict this because when it was sitting in Massachusetts, and even Kevin said, it goes, look, it took only like 26 days to get across Canada. And he goes,
what
we're
it
at a
was.
week and it hasn't moved 200 feet. And he said, this is probably what's going to happen. And he was saying about being stripped down for parts, sexually violated, all of this stuff. And he's like, it's barely going to leave the East Coast. And it's exactly what happened the next week.
It did. It got as far as Philly, man. And somebody was like, fuck this, and destroyed the dream of Hitchbot.
Is that it right there in the street?
That's the
CNN.
destroyed piece. Now, there's
too
a
funny.
story behind it that's going to be on this podcast that I don't do by a guy named Scott called That Man on Fat Man. He does a podcast about me, and Scott found he found a guy who found the remains of Hitchbot, and I spoke to them briefly before I went on stage in Brooklyn because they were like, we want to show you, and they brought out Hitchbot, and there's a picture on Instagram yesterday I put up of me and the headless Hitchbot.
Did you
I was a big
blacklight
fan.
it? You should have blacklighted it.
Oh, right. Let's see how much is all over the shit.
you
Looks
know
like a
it's
fucking
black.
Pollock painting. But it was it was cool. I got to actually take a picture with it. But what I heard from, and this really bummed me out. Nobody knows this part. What I heard from the gentleman who found Hitchbot, he was in touch with the Canadian creators at Ryerson University up there. They came up with the idea of the Hitchbot and put it together. He was like, I'm going to bring it to Kevin Smith. He's going on stage in Brooklyn. He wants to bring it on stage to talk about it. And he said that they got back in touch with him immediately. And they were like, do not bring it to that man. And he was like, why? He's a big fan. He goes, he wants to do things with this robot. Like, the dude had no sense of humor. Listened to Smodcast and thought we were like, we want to fuck the robot. And I was the Hitchbot's biggest proponent, man. I was but I was warning it. This country is America, man. Like, they're going to look at this thing like, I don't know, it's got a camera in it. Well, you want to watch me fuck Hitchbot and they're just going to beat it up.
You gave so much detail about it being violated that I thought this was going to be your next movie.
I was close. And now I'm sitting there going like, well, what better way to end the movie than Hitchbot gets destroyed?
But then he's doing the voice of Hitchbok being violated, like when it's like, "Why are you so cruel?
Why? Please stop this.
Are
No.
you so
I think our poster for the movie was like, was fucked and killed. Hitchbot store, Hitchbot in America.
Jordan in Philly saying Hitchbot was just a prank. Apparently, it was never destroyed.
No, I met Hitchbot. There's a hoax video that went out of people destroying Hitchbot, and the people that made the hoax video said that was a hoax video. We didn't really destroy Hitchbot, but I met Hitchbot.
Okay.
His head's missing.
Okay.
Somebody fucked him up.
Jordan, he's saying you're wrong.
Not wrong, but there's strings of information that are crossing and not connecting.
All right, there you go.
Where was his head? I never saw the head in a.
Oh, show him find a picture
where the head
him with
was
the head
still
on.
on.
All you see is the body, man. Gotta show him Hitchbot in life, for heaven's sakes.
Yeah.
Not his death.
Oh,
there
that's
it is.
him. Oh, little
Look at
fella.
that face, dude. He had a little smiley
You
face.
hurt that little face.
Someone in Philly was like, "Stop fucking smiling at me,"
Looks
and curved him.
Looks like the episode where Homer tried to build his own robot.
Yes.
A little bit.
Yeah, pretty much.
I wouldn't have destroyed it, but I would definitely made it a drug mule.
There is
Good luck with your trip, little fella.
what an easy way to get some fucking smack across
Imagine
the
it's
country.
carrying a kilo and you're the dope that has it when the cops come rolling in.
Here comes the fuzz.
There it is, dude. Hitchbot's traveled across Canada, Germany, and the Netherlands. 3 countries. Came to America. Welcome to Earth. They shut it down.
Nice.
Yeah, in America it was Massachusetts to Philly. That was it.
I'm proud of that fact.
Too funny. Do you have to go at 8? That's
I
what they're
do. I have to
saying.
go down to Comic Book Men.
Anybody
All right.
want some turkey bacon?
We had Brian in here.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, he was great.
He was so appreciative, man.
Appreciative. He gave us great radio. He was
Dude's
awesome.
content
He was
generator,
great.
isn't he?
Amazing.
He's been one of my heroes forever. When I talked about before, like person who knows who the fuck he is,
Yeah.
that dude has always known who he is.
Right.
That's one of the things I've always found insanely attractive about him is like makes no apologies. These are things I like. My sense of humor came directly from him. Like
Right.
all the hypothetical shit we do on the podcast, like imagine if and all that imaginary shit. Came from him. We would just sit around for hours and be like, whose dick would you suck with this much money? All throughout our youth. And like, oh, and you really had to fucking think about it and give an honest answer, not just like, oh, I wouldn't suck any dick.
Right.
Like, no, play the game. You know? So that guy, he's responsible for like a lot of the things that I
wrong
find
with
funny
white
in
dudes?
life. I'm so happy that he was actually on here.
Oh, he has one story after another. We're going to have him
He
back
did.
soon. Yeah. All right. We got to
well-
get Kevin out of here, unfortunately.
Thanks for having me.
It's been way
Sorry
too
for
long.
interrupting for a
Way
while.
too long.
I will be back. I come back in the week September 8th to shoot more Comic Book Men, so I'll
Please
totally
come in.
back in.
Do a longer
Awesome.
run.
It's crazy. I came here, like, you know, Wake and Baker and stuff, so I appeared in front of the building, crisp and ready to speak. And the guy who drops me off at this place that I'm like, this ain't the building. And he goes, no, it is. I was like, dude, I've been coming to this building for a decade. This
Yeah.
is not the building. And he was like, no, it is. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to sit here until you take me to the right building. The guy's like, this is the building. He go in and ask. So I went inside and I was like, this guy's telling me this is a Sirius XM. They're like, no, it is.
Yeah.
I said, what the fuck happened? Everything is different.
They
Like,
switched the
it's-
lobby.
It's on the other side of the building now.
and then I
come
was
in on
sitting
the
there
other
going
side.
like, I smoked way too much. Like, I don't know where the fuck I am. I almost walked into Fox, man. It was nuts.
Saturday night, are you in Ridgefield, Connecticut? Because myself, my wife Bonnie, and Florentine will be at the Ridgefield Playhouse Saturday night performing 3 headliner show. I'm just
go.
saying, if you're
Write
in
it down.
I want
Oh,
to go.
boss.
I'm going to be in Louisville, Kentucky doing Jay and Silent Bob Get Old. But if I wasn't there, I would be where?
at the Ridgefield Playhouse in Ridgefield Saturday night.
Watching
good
what?
show.
Me, Florentine, and Bonnie McFarlane.
You know what? Send Hitchbot to a show. Maybe Hitchbot would like to see it.
Then we'll hit bonus.
I like his cheating joke. Thanks for having,
Oh,
folks.
Kevin, thank you.
Excellent seeing you again.
Nothing else
Good job.
to promote? You're good.
Yeah, I was really. I had nothing to.
No, I
promote,
know you
but,
didn't.
but the George thing is like
That's
you know,
a good thing. So
yeah,
go
it's
to
for
that Kevin
charity.
Smith on Twitter. There's a link where you can get involved with that, okay?
But honestly, the best part of this job, other than sitting around talking to good, funny, smart fucking people and whatnot, this was never a waste of time. This is fucking good use of time. I learned something about that Batman trailer that was baffling me. I was really like, why are they showing him pulling a fucking truck tire?
That's
like,
the barbell. That's the new
That's
barbell.
strong. That's the new barbell.
That's
Fuck.
the new workout.
Yeah.
Now my fingers on the pulse. Thank you.
All right, we're gonna
see you
take a
guys
quick
later.
break. Kevin Smith, everyone.
Good job, man.
More with Opie and Jim after this.
We are back with Rich Vos in studio. Bert Kreischer has entered the studio. And Sherrod Small, who's been doing radio with me the last couple of days.
I ain't going nowhere.
I know you're not.
They better get used to it.
Well, why should you? There's fucking electricity heat in this motherfucker, right?
I got a better place than
That's what I'm saying. Free breakfast? You get free breakfast?
You seem to be the only one eating.
Huh?
Where's my free breakfast?
You only
I got
get-
water.
Huh? Well, it makes, because Sylvia's isn't open yet.
Sylvia's.
Oh, wow.
Stunk.
No, it didn't. I kind of liked it this early in the morning.
I want to hit you in the face with a ribeye.
I love Voss's eyes when he does a slam because it's very open and right, Sylvia.
His eyes is his rim shot.
It's my tell.
You don't blink.
Wait, huh?
You don't blink when you're delivering a slam.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Bert Kreischer, I want to intro him properly. Is that okay?
Oh, yeah. No,
Is that okay?
I usually come in with plugs when you come in from break, I think.
I know. Relax. You got your plugs in.
I didn't get any in.
You did.
I got one in.
It was a strong one, though, because then Kevin stopped everything
But I
and
didn't-
allowed you to do it again.
Okay.
We all heard it.
I didn't say anything about
It's you,
governors
Bonnie,
in a
and
couple weeks.
all right, we'll get to that in a second.
All right, it's your show.
Is it? When you're here, I don't know if it is.
Who knows?
Who knows? Bert just flew in.
Oh yeah.
From obscurity.
I was sitting next to Rich.
I haven't seen him in years.
Really?
We used to work all the time in Boston. I haven't
Yeah.
seen him. It's been...
One of my favorite stories. There was this girl that we used to work at the club. I'm not gonna say her name, but one night we get all fucked up, and I think we did coke. And
Not me.
No, me and her. And I was like, "Hey, we're gonna fuck." She had a boyfriend. You know this girl too. Don't say her name.
Okay, I won't
And
say
she had
her
a boyfriend, and so we go back to my room, and she goes, "Well, I can't fuck you, but what we can do is we can get across. We can sit across from each other naked and masturbate."
Yeah, I know the girl.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know her.
so we do it. It was amazing. It was
But little
amazing.
things you know, I could reach her from across the room. Black don't rub off.
Wait. I'm not going to say a fucking thing. Boss is my favorite Voss story.
Yeah.
So we do it. And she goes, "Listen, you cannot tell anyone at the club this happened." I said, "I won't say a word." And she goes, "Promise?" I go, "Yeah." She goes, "Because I fucking don't want to deal with that." So I go, "Okay." So I go out. I work the door. I stand on the street. And I'm standing. Voss comes walking down the street. And first thing he says, "Heard you jacked off in front of Tammy last night." Oh, I fucking said her name.
You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch.
Oh, I have the best. I wish I hadn't said her name. I could have told you a better story.
I didn't know anybody named that at the club.
Yeah, I didn't know. I might have made that name up.
That might have been
Yeah,
the wrong
that's
name.
it is the wrong name.
That's the
'cause
wrong
there was
name,
no one
yeah.
that ever worked
Wait
in
10
there.
minutes, they'll forget, and then tell the other story.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell the other story in a
In
second.
about 10 minutes.
That's fucking great.
Where'd you fly in from? Overseas?
Palm Springs.
Oh, it's Palm Springs.
Yeah, I misjudged my drinking. I started drinking at like 1 in the afternoon
At
in
7
Palm
years old.
Springs. In Palm Springs, and then drank all through the flight.
So for our time, you've been drinking and flying.
yeah.
Holy fuck.
I can't get rid of my fear of flying. I genuinely can't get rid of it. I get really good, and then it's just one flight with bad turbulence, and I just go, fuck it, I need a drink.
And you fly all the
I
time.
fly
though.
200,000 miles domestic.
You know,
So-
I was at one point sitting like this on the plane, like fucking freaking out.
Yeah.
Just the takeoff, not the land. It's once you get to
No,
takeoff.
I don't mind land. No, you know what mine is? Is fucking hanging in the air. Just hanging in the air for 5 hours. Hanging there. Just fucking, you can drop it any fucking second, and that's it. It's over. Fucking over. And I watch these people reading a goddamn book. What the fuck is wrong with you? You don't know that our lives are in the fucking lurch? We're hanging in the fucking air. And that's what makes me drink.
Well, I'm going to tell you what I told them.
Don't you look at the stewardesses and all that, and if they're not freaking out, you know.
I don't freak. That's how I do it.
That's
No,
how I
judge it.
do it.
Yes.
If it's a bump or turbulence, I look right at
Right
them.
at them.
And if they're still looking at their Us magazine,
I know
I'm
it ain't
good.
nothing.
I'm good.
Yes.
And in Saving Private Ryan, there were guys that are on that U-boat that were just sitting smoking a cigarette. Well, what are we doing? I guess we're going in. Because they're not creative spirits like us, and we have artistic souls, and we know the fragility of life. That fucking accidents happen, and you die.
Yeah.
And that. Go ahead.
I'm going to save your life.
Oh, boy.
Fucking, let's go
I've
to a
said
meeting.
this on the radio. Well, that's in one. You need a 24-step program. So, and I said this, I think, on Opie's show before. If you bring a motorcycle helmet or a helmet on a plane and wear a helmet, most people that die, listen to me, most people that die in a crash hit their head on the seat, get knocked out, and burn to death. So if you fly with a helmet,
I love this idea.
and you
this
fly
is
with
the
a
answer?
fucking
Yeah, put a motorcycle helmet on me.
Yes,
And 3F.
a fucking helmet.
You should have a helmet on.
I didn't say wear it. When you start crashing, you put it on.
Okay.
So when the plane falls to the bottom of the ocean, you're wide awake to really enjoy
but
your
planes
death.
crash.
At least if you smash your head and you're out cold.
As you're falling 20,000 feet, thank God I got a fucking helmet on.
Okay, they did a study.
Drink rich. I'm already drinking to the point where I'm not getting cut off. Now I got a fucking motorcycle helmet on.
No, it doesn't have to be a motor. You can bring a little bike helmet. That'll help.
Fuck you and your motorcycle helmet.
How do you?
Huh?
Where do you keep it? On your lap?
As opposed to put a fucking motorcycle helmet on.
Listen, I get an extra
The
blanket.
fucking mask. Can I get a soda?
I keep the blanket. You know the blanket, and I'll wrap that around and wrap it around my head just in case, because I don't have a helmet.
You're like a Muslim?
Yeah,
That shouldn't freak anybody out on the plane.
When the plane crashes, you hit your head, you get knocked out, and you burn to death. If you don't get knocked out, you get off the plane before it starts
we
on
were told
fire.
years ago that the seatbelt is just so they could, get your body back for your family. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That's
Jesus
it.
Christ.
So you want to be much all together.
It's pretty much in the seat and this is him.
I got to tell you though,
Go bury him
motorcycle helmets are underrated. Like I wish you could rent them in bars where you could just put a motorcycle helmet on and talk to your friend from across the bar, like in a little speaker.
Right on.
Me and Cowhead did it one time in Ireland. We had motorcycle helmets on, and because we were doing radio, and that's the way we did radio, and it was so much fun talking shit about people in a motorcycle helmet. No one could fucking hear you.
That's
And
good.
they
Let's
can't-
do that.
I would do that. If they rented motorcycle helmets so you could talk to other people in different rows, I'd do that in a heartbeat.
So now take your idea, but bring it to the bars. And now you got a business for yourself.
I mean, that's good too in the bars, because if you look at someone wrong and they go to crack you in the head, you got a motorcycle helmet. That's all I'm saying. For the rest of the
Have you
day.
ever ridden a motorcycle, Rich?
No, I want to learn, but I'm too old.
No, you're never too old. And it's
I'm
very
too old.
That's so
it's
much
very
fun.
Zen Buddhist. It really
Yeah.
Never.
Oh, it really
Nope.
I never flew a plane before, but I would figure that it has to feel something like that.
I would
Motorcycle
rather
is
try
free.
to fly a plane than
What's
get
that?
on a motorcycle.
Because what I heard is you're gonna fucking wipe out at least once.
Oh,
They
yeah,
said,
more
yeah.
than once.
Right?
There's two people.
More than
People
once.
who've laid down a bike and people who haven't laid down a bike yet.
You're saying
That's it. Everyone's going to lay down a bike at one point.
We broadcasted from the X Games in L.A., and that convinced me never to do it. Those motocross guys were telling. I'm like, well, do you ride a motorcycle? And they're like, we're not fucking crazy. No fucking way. They don't ride them on the highway, and they're the guys doing the flips and everything else.
I'm not saying
the X
your
Games.
main mode of transportation. What I'm saying is get one
And make sure no one else is on the road.
and free your spirit once.
Yeah, you can do it
Listen to
off-road.
some music, go on an open road, and just feel that fucking thunder under your ass. Just
It's fucking great feeling, man. It's like
really
shooting a
is.
gun.
I don't do it a lot. I don't do it a lot, but
How fast
when
do you
I
go?
do it, I can't go faster than 80. I've gone up
That's
to
pretty fucking fast.
you know how I free my spirit? On my stomach. It lands on my stomach. That's how I free it. It just fucking flies out, and I'm done. Okay, that one didn't work. What I'm saying is,
Nah, I want him to sit in it. Just sit right there and enjoy it.
it's a numbers game.
You hit, you miss.
When did you learn how to ride a bike? How old were you?
I just learned like 3 years ago.
No.
Yeah,
Do you
3
ride a
years ago.
Harley? Will you ride a Harley, you mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I took my daughters. I had a Fat Boy Low, and it was a beast of a bike. And I got it for a couple days. Travel Channel got it for me to practice.
Yeah.
And I put my daughters on the back. Probably irresponsible, but just down the street and just gave them a little torque, just a whoom, where they felt it. And man, I'd never felt like my kids needed me before, like really needed me. And they grabbed onto my stomach like, "Daddy!" Like I was a fucking Viking. Like I came back with a fucking bunch of scalps. Like, and it was awesome. And then I did it to my wife. She's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Gonna kill us?" And then what? But
How long did it take you to learn how to ride?
2 days.
No.
Dude, you take a class, 2 days.
There's a thing on the clutch, right?
Super easy, Rich.
Yeah,
Can't they
it's
do?
not
Don't they have one
complicated.
without a clutch? Where you
No,
can just do it
they
on
don't have
the hands?
automatics.
No, it's
No
not-
automatic
No,
motorcycles.
there's no automatic motorcycles.
Why? Why? But why?
They're called Vespas.
I want to get an automatic. I want to get a 3-wheeler maybe and start acting gay. I want to get those
Do you get the
3-wheelers.
I forget the name of it.
No, a Harley 3-wheeler.
Oh, the Harley
Like
three-wheeler?
a trike.
Yeah, can you?
The trikes,
I wonder
yeah.
if you'll be respected by the bikers if you
No.
You got to be
go up-
overweight to have one of those.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, that's like the big.
And have
yeah.
an
You're not gonna
overweight
be
wife
respected
on there
being
with
on one
you.
of those.
What's
And
that?
you got to have an overweight wife on there with you.
You and Bonnie need to get matching like cafe racers. That's you guys.
No, we'd have to get Harleys. I'd get Sportsters.
You can
two
get a bike
Sportsters.
that
What's a
feels like
cafe
three-wheeler.
racer?
Oh, it's a cool.
Wait,
It's
let's
like
look at this.
Look at that right there.
Let me
That's nice.
see.
Those are
Those the rice burners?
they're like no, they're like a British type in cafe racers. You were talking about the 3-wheelers with 2 up front and 1 in the
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, 2 in the back.
Yeah,
and
2 in the
one
back. He's talking about
2 in the back
the
and one-
old like
2 in the back.
Yeah.
You got to go 2 in the front at least,
No,
right?
that's not. Yeah, but that's the new thing. I'm talking about. You know,
the
you
dope
used to
shit.
see those.
It's
You know,
way cooler with the 2 in the front, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, those are weird. I drove with the guy a guy rode me around on one.
You don't like it?
It's just weird. You feel like it's going to flip all the time.
doesn't seem balanced.
It doesn't seem
That one
balanced,
looks
in my
nice.
opinion.
I wouldn't wear a helmet there.
You wouldn't wear a helmet on a motorcycle, but
No.
you would for a flight?
He is ass backward.
I didn't catch that.
You don't
It's
think
just
you
the
would get
best.
respect pulling
Will
up
you
in
sit
that?
back down?
I think
I don't have pictures.
there's there's parts of the country
Because I
that
don't have
respect him.
pictures.
You don't think you would
Cookie.
get respect pulling up by that at like say you know like Sturgis or wherever?
No, that's what the
they'll clown
hardcore
you.
guys are.
They'll clown you in Sturgis for that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How about
Yes.
Myrtle
Okay.
Beach, Spike?
No, they'll love you in Myrtle Beach.
Sturgis
Bike
is
week. I
like
mean, bike
Sturgis
week.
is like bike
Oh, bike
porn.
week.
You been?
Yeah, I went to Sturgis.
How cool is that?
Not as many hot chicks as you
I
think.
believe I knew
There's
that.
a
I know
lot
it.
of fucking 3s. Like
I believe that.
3s that were only 6s in the 80s. You know, like but if you're into motorcycles, it's fucking
And what about the
fascinating.
drugs? How's the drugs up there?
What was it? It's a boot. I don't know. I didn't do any drugs. I was shooting.
So it's 3s and no drugs, nigga?
3s and no drugs.
My
It's awful week.
My tattoo artist, every year he has this big outdoor festival. He has acres and acres. He has, food set up. He has bands, and he has a hot rod club and motorcycles. So he said, "Look, you want to host it?" So I go, "Yeah, I'll host it. You give me $1,000 worth of work, tattoo work." So I get there. I go up 30 seconds, and I introduce myself. Nothing. And then I looked around and I said to him, I go, look, this isn't really going to work because there was at least 100 Hells Angels there, right? And if you're on stage and you say something to offend someone's wife or kid or whatever,
Yeah.
you're going to get fucked up.
Yeah.
Or some prospect that wants to prove himself. Hey, I beat up the comic.
Stab.
So,
They're probably gonna stab
yeah, I
you.
stabbed the comic. So I said, you know what? I got to bail. I've never seen so many bikers in one place at one time. And like if it was in a comedy club, if you went to a comedy club and it was all bikers, you'd do a show and you'd kill.
Right, because it's a different circumstance, right?
Not outdoors.
Right, no.
No fucking way. I got the fuck out.
Do you ever work that club in Wisconsin that was run by the?
Yeah, by Jay, whatever.
Yeah.
Years ago.
He was he was
a biker.
He was in the Outlaws. He was a really intense guy, and we did the Jameson comedy tour. Me, Billy Gardell, Steve Byrne, and Danny Bevins. And he goes, I used to close the shows because I get take my shirt off and go crazy. And first thing he says is, "This guy isn't fucking closing the show." It was all bikers there. He goes, "Billy Gardell closes the show." So it was like, what kind of fucks up the mojo? So we're like, all right, we'll do it that way. And he hated me the whole fucking week. So we're talking in the back, and I said, and this is what's wrong with my personality. I go, I heard you're in a motorcycle gang. And he's like, excuse me? I go, you in a motorcycle gang? And he's like, who said that? And I said, I heard you were in the Outlaws. And he goes, and which is, you're not supposed to say.
Yes.
And he goes, why are you asking me this? I said, my dad represented the Outlaws when I was a kid. And he goes, what? I said, this guy named Slowpoke. Do you remember a guy named Slowpoke? And he goes, oh my God, you're Al Kreischer's kid. I go, yeah. And he goes, shut the fuck up.
wow.
And he goes, you were the little kid, motherfucker. And so he starts bringing everyone, and he goes, do you remember Slowpoke Lefty and fucking Thunderdick or whatever his name is? And fucking starts, and they're like, yeah. And this in Jacksonville was going on. And I was like, because my dad represented the Outlaws, and I remember they'd all come in, all these bikers in my dad's office, and I just look at them and fucking be like, holy shit. And he knew all those dudes. He's like, get the fuck out. And all of a sudden he liked me. And then,
Wow.
and then I made a bet with the wait staff that night that I could make them $100 worth of tips each. And if I could, then they'd all have to get naked on stage. And if I couldn't, I'd get naked on stage at the end of the night. And they didn't do it.
They didn't do it.
Did he let you close the last show?
No, and he made me get up there naked, and he's like, "A bet's a fucking bet. Take your fucking clothes off."
Yeah.
So I took my clothes off, and they all took pictures.
What'd your
with
dad do for these guys?
I don't know. Just represented him.
He was a lawyer.
Yeah, he was a lawyer. My dad was a lawyer.
Oh, so when they had their problems.
Yeah.
By the way, there is automatic motorcycles, according to Rob in Canada.
Harleys, really?
I don't know.
no, not
Let's see real fast. Rob, go ahead.
I actually.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, buddy.
Yeah,
can't hear.
there's about 3 or 4 companies now making automatic motorcycles.
I actually saw one with the thing in the middle that said drive. And
Really?
yes.
Yeah,
It was only like
there's,
3 clicks, but yeah.
Okay.
But that was in
Yeah,
Europe,
there's-
I think I was. That was in
The
Europe.
Honda has a shifter on the handle grip, so you don't have a clutch or anything. Aprilia doesn't have any gears, but it has a centrifugal clutch on it, and they'll go all the way up to 1500 cc bike.
Does Harley make one without that are automatic?
Oh
No.
no.
Don't.
I can show you the bike you need.
No.
Wait till you get into Googling motorcycles. If you're interested, it's like Googling bull mastiffs. Like I used to be obsessed with Googling bull mastiffs.
Well, I've been Googling RVs because I want a little RV so bad.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And I stare at them all night because I just want to leave my family behind and get in like a smaller one.
They have the
Take
same
my-
dreams, though, Rich. I saw Raina pricing one.
He's getting emails from Bonnie. Check this one out.
That's perfect for you. Hit the road in your RV and do
Oh,
your
I would
comedy.
love it.
Yeah.
That's what you guys
That's what
do
you
that.
should be filming.
Huh?
Why don't you
That
guys
would be
do that?
fucking dope.
Yeah,
I've
man.
pitched it to my wife 100 times. Let's, for the summer, we'll take the girls for 3 months. We'll hit the road, drive across the road. But you and Bonnie could do it, and it would be good for both of you.
Yeah, but see, Bonnie, like I said, let's go camping once, and she said, I grew up on a farm with no running water, and we used to go to the bathroom, and I don't want to go in the fucking woods and go camp. She's not that kind of adventurous type. She's more of a creator, writer, you know what I mean?
I gotta ask. In the movie, Women Are Funny.
Yes.
When she's dressed as a dude, and you're consoling her on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Was that scripted?
No, not at all.
That's the funniest
Oh, that's a
fucking
great scene.
Where you're
I gotta see that
kissing
scene.
her. You're fucking high. I'm fucking pissing myself. This is such a great scene, and she's really crying.
She was really crying?
She's crying.
She's
Paralyzed or something.
she's dressed as a man.
Yeah.
Really? And Rich is consoling her, and then he's hugging her and starts kissing her.
It's such a great fucking scene.
And he completely forgets, she's dressed like a man.
And people are walking by looking at him. The best is she's crying. He's kissing a guy who's crying.
In Times Square.
No, it was outside of
what club was
stand-up
that?
New York
Yeah.
comics. Sitting on the steps next door.
See, now you sold the movie properly instead of some
so
dumb plug.
fucking
Now
good.
people are going to go see it.
It was so fucking
and then
funny.
we walked into the hotel room. I go, keep the beard on.
People want to talk motorcycle safety. Really?
Let's do it. I fucking love talking about motorcycles.
All right, let's go to Dan in Jersey. Dan, go ahead.
It's too funny.
Hey, buddy.
So I've been riding since 2002. I haven't ridden in a couple of years. I got a wife and kids now, but just as I'm thinking about getting my bike, get some new tires on it, one of my very good friends who lives in town, been riding his whole life, works for Harley Davidson, got in an accident last week, got hit by a car, been in a coma for the past week.
Shit.
Yeah, well, let's talk.
His helmet saved his life.
Is this bike up for sale? What are we talking?
That thing's got to look like an accordion now.
That's why, like, the Long Island Expressway, I see all those motorcycle guys, and I'm like, they're crazy.
And they flying.
No, and they know what they're fucking doing. It's the cars.
Yeah.
That just come right into their lanes. I've seen so many near misses just on the Long Island Expressway alone.
Yeah, but also motorcycle riders during traffic will ride in and out of
Yeah, but
cars
they're going
too.
15 miles an hour. What's going to happen?
No, not
This
traffic.
guy's got, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
This guy's got 2 kids, a wife. He's a safe rider. Took the back roads to go to work, and boom. And real quick, there's a great GoFundMe to raise money for him and his family. His name is Ralph Bonin in Ringwood, New Jersey. And if anybody's got a chance to donate $1, $10, whatever, it would mean a lot.
Tweet it to me and I'll retweet it.
Yeah, I will too.
Yeah,
I will. I'll tweet it to all you guys. Thank you so much.
All right, buddy.
I'm not saying it's safe.
It's dangerous. My mother never liked it, and all my cousins, we all had fucking motorbikes at 16, 17 years old, and this is in Brooklyn.
Mini bikes, you mean, right?
Yeah, the motorbikes, they're like the regular sized bikes.
Oh, okay.
Like the 12 O'Clock
Right.
Boys. You ever see that movie?
Well, no.
12 O'Clock Boys. You talk about documentaries? Best fucking documentary out there. 12 O'Clock Boys is about a bunch of kids in Baltimore who ride dirt bikes.
Yes.
And fucking the best
Yes.
line. And they follow this one kid. This one kid, I
Yes,
forget
it's a
his
great
name.
doc. That's right.
And he's like 10 years old, and his whole dream is to be, this is the trailer.
Yes.
Oh,
let's
this
go
is so
for it.
fucking
This
good.
is dope. That's right.
Let's go with
I went to
it.
college in
12
Baltimore.
o'clock, you the shit.
These kids are fucking amazing. You still see them down there. I went to
Been on
Morgan
this
State in
earth
Baltimore.
for a decade and a couple of years. So what that makes
They're
me,
at Drew Hill Park.
I'm a grown-ass man.
Yes.
Baltimore. Good.
Baltimore City Sunday. Fuck city council, fuck the police, any of them that tries to stop us. This is our shit.
Yeah, they go up to Drew Hill Park too, right in Baltimore.
Now.
Yes.
Look at that. Oh, just to be black for one weekend.
This was me in my college days. This is how they used to ride around. I was in Baltimore.
When I got hit, I hit the tree and got knocked unconscious. I like the rush of it.
I don't get it.
This is what they do on their Sundays. They fucking do this and run away from police.
And everybody
all day
goes
long.
to Drew Hill Park.
They
There's
just
a
fuck
big park
around.
that everybody gather
and
at.
fucking fly through the roads.
Fly. No lights.
It's
fly.
fucking, and it's all tracking this one kid's journey of him wanting to be a 12 o'clock boy.
And these kids are young.
This one right here, I don't know where he came from. He just wild.
You gonna hurt yourself on them bikes. Them bikes is dangerous.
Don't matter if I fall, break my arm, anything. I'm hopping back on this bike.
You keep hanging with these dudes. Shit is real out here, and them police is not playing.
That's how we do, man. All day, fuck the police. We live a brother doggy down here.
Can't just ride, call yourself a 12 o'clock boy, and then stop.
Damn.
This kid has this line in this movie.
Yeah.
Where it's like the one year he's about to be the one summer he's about to be a 12 o'clock boy, and he goes, "Last summer wasn't my summer. This summer, I'm gonna fuck the summer up." I've never idolized a 12-year-old boy more. I just looked at this kid. I'm gonna fuck this. I would say that nonstop to people, and no one ever got the reference.
Yeah. So what? You got to try to become a. What do you do to become a 12
It's like a
o'clock
gang
boy?
of guys.
Yeah.
I think that's how blacks work. They get in a gang.
What do they have to go through to finally become a 12 o'clock boy?
But
what are some of the things? I mean, you saw the film. What do they do?
You've got to be able to ride like really good.
Yeah.
And you've got to be a little old enough to be able to hold on to your own bike, because that's the other part. Is that I'm not gonna fuck the documentary up, but like it's a heartbreaking moment where the kid gets his bike for the first time, and he's about to be a 12 o'clock boy, and he pulls up, and someone's like, "Hey, is that your bike?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Let me see it," and he fucking takes off with his bike, and you watch this kid sit there. It is the most arresting part of this entire documentary is this kid sit there waiting for his bike to come back, and he realizes it's been stolen. Yeah. And he's like, and he's heartbroken. He's a child. He's 12 years old. He's a year older than my daughter.
Where did he get the bike from?
I fucking know.
Where did he steal it from?
Too.
His parents who probably bought it for him.
Oh man!
But it's all about these guys on the weekends. They just own the fucking roads. I've seen them do it.
I was
in LA.
in Baltimore while I was doing it. When I went to college down there.
So you saw it live?
Yes, they go to Drew Hill Park. That park they showed in this clip. That's a big park that everybody gathers in summertime on Sundays. And it's like all cars and hot girls and fucking these young kids,
and they
kids,
basically
all
block
motorcycles.
Cops can do nothing. They're helpless.
They even attack adults. It's like these kids are young and they'll find into adults' faces like fucking pop shit.
You see
throw shit at them.
The cops just got sentenced yesterday or today. You see remember when they were following the dude on the West Side Highway? And then he ran one over, and then he smashed his window and dragged him out. One of them was a cop.
Yeah, he was undercover.
He just got sentenced to 2 years.
Yep.
He got
2 years. And another one's being sentenced today. What would you do? First of all, when he was being terrorized by all these, bikers, why didn't he just call the cops from his car?
He panicked. He got a young kid in the back. His wife is there. He just panicked.
Hit 911. Yeah, I don't know.
He probably did.
He did. He panicked.
What, I mean, if it's on the West Side Highway, how long does it take fucking cops to get to the West Side Highway?
A long time.
Yeah.
Long time.
Did you see that documentary, Dogfight?
Dude, fucking awesome.
We had to stop in the middle of it.
Why?
I mean,
was it too rough?
It's rough.
The documentary show's going to heat up. The documentary show's going to heat up.
No, that's where the doc series that I started is because of Dogfight and Billy Corbin.
Yeah.
We had him on talking about the documentary.
Did you see any of it?
Of course I saw it. Obviously, you don't listen to this channel. We've done hours on this fucking topic.
What's that?
You don't listen to this channel. We've done hours on this topic.
Have you seen
Dogfight
American
was
movie?
Amazing.
Have you seen American movie?
No.
Mother, how can you have a documentary channel and you haven't seen American movie? American movie is, if Kevin Smith was in here, he would agree wholeheartedly, is the best documentary ever fucking made.
What's it?
I've seen it.
It is the best documentary.
What's it called?
American movie. It's about these two guys.
Oh, wait, I did see this one.
Years ago.
A few years ago.
These guys are geniuses.
Yeah.
I have to watch this.
There are these two morons who are trying to make a movie called The Coven.
Right.
But it looks like it's called The Coven, but it looks like The Coven.
Yeah.
And it's a horror film, and he's making it in Wisconsin, like with the help of his family and his best friend who clearly took too much acid in high school.
Right.
And it is so fucking funny because they're morons. But then the best line out of that one, which my wife says to me all the time, is one day he delivers papers and he's smoking cigarettes and he's like, the other day I'm cleaning shit off a toilet. Another man's shit off a toilet. I can't do that. I got that long strand DNA. And my wife, every time I fucking spiral out, my wife will go, oh, that's that long strand DNA talking.
You got to play the trailer because you're right. His chubby friend with the mustache looks like he's completely out of it. Like he took way too much acid.
Really?
It's so fucking
the
good.
other kid really believes he's going to be a big, huge movie director.
He actually ended up being kind of a little bit.
Well, I mean,
really?
This became a pretty a
big
cult
film.
favorite.
Yeah.
A lot of people saw American Movie. What's his friend? He was just nuts.
That was wicked, man.
His whole life is making this one film.
You have 2 hours tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. and be an extra in a film. You get your name on the credits, man, as a producer. And of course, there'll be a whole crowd of people here, so we got to make like a line where people can't go. Have a hell of a lot of assistant directors saying, hey, could you step back like 5 feet? I think my mom's going to have to end up going out in the woods.
I have my shopping to do.
Okay, you got to spread apart that way. All of the extras have just fell through, except for Mike Schenk right there.
We used to do a lot of partying together, but I don't party anymore.
Hey, Mike, make sure everyone has brown gloves.
Does everyone have brown gloves?
Dude, I'm broke, man. I gotta get gas tomorrow. And dude's talking about making a feature film.
The name of the film is Coven.
Coven.
Coven. That's the proper pronunciation.
No. Coven sounds like oven, man, and that's just, it doesn't work. She wants to be in your film, Bill.
Oh my gosh.
You get your $3,000 back. It's the first line of the film, man. It's gotta be on the money.
It's all right.
Okay, I believe we can do this.
Shot 37 here where my head goes through the cupboard. Every time we got together, there was something that seemed to go wrong.
Oh, what? I'm sorry I tried to put your head in this. Take 30. Cut. You gotta watch your teeth too, because they clack a little bit when they loosen up in the mouth. Oh no, what are you talking about, Ma? Check it out when you look at the scarecrows. I mean, you get it? Within weeks, the film will be cut, finished for multiple sales. What do you think about that?
Multiple sales to who?
We get to see Americans and American dreams, and you won't walk away depressed after seeing this. This whole thing is turning into a theatrical mockery. Do you understand that, Mike?
No.
Well, you will. Would you buy this movie for $14.95?
Hell yeah, man.
If I could find 3,000 people like you across this country, man, I'm in business.
Mike rules.
Mike is the.
I forgot about this movie.
Mike's
just brought it up. Yeah,
Mike's the production manager, pretty much.
He got like some money from that's his like uncle or something.
It's his
right?
uncle, yeah.
Yeah, his uncle who just happens to have a tiny nest egg.
Right.
He's trying to get all his money to put into the movie, and he puts his uncle in the movie and has the first scene like they said in the trailer, and the guy can't memorize one lousy line. I think it's just one line.
The best scene in that is when Mike, they do some shooting at the outside a bar, and then they can't do it, and the guy says, "We need to pick it up," and Mike goes, "Okay." So they do it again, and it cuts to a scene of them in front of a vacant lot. And Mike goes, "I didn't know they were going to tear it down," and there's no building anymore. Oh, that's a great fucking documentary.
It's so great because the one guy believes.
Yes, that's all you need.
And he can't bring everyone else around to see his vision.
I got an American movie. I got to see that.
It's so fucking good.
You feel so bad for the kid because he
wants it.
He wants it bad.
But what he wants is, this is going to sound, we'll all get this. There are certain people in this business that want to do it, that like doing stand-up for the art of it, and love stand-up. And then there's people that go, I can't wait till I sell out Madison Square Garden. Or they look at the different thing as opposed to the art. Yeah. They go, it's so cool. I can't wait to get a messenger bag from Comedy Central. And you're like, what? And you're like, but like, that's what he's attached to. It's that reality star fame that like, he's like, I can't wait. We'll have a line here and we're going to need someone to be telling people to get 5 feet back.
Right.
Like he's attached. And that's what you get attached to in this movie is that.
Yeah. Eric.
I truly believe that if that movie came out now, he would be a big director. Because of like the culture of Comic-Con was not as big back then.
Yeah.
He'd be making his own movie.
I think that came out in 1999. So, well, is there an update on that guy? Because now it's been 16 years.
He actually became kind of famous. I Googled him a bunch.
Yeah.
He became famous, and I think he got to make other movies.
Really?
Because that was a success.
Right.
And so then they'd have him on like IFC and stuff. Google him, but I think he's made other stuff. Yeah. I don't think
the
it's
movie
good.
itself wasn't a success, but
but
the documentary that he happened to be in was a success. Yes.
After the movie came out, we used him on Letterman. We tried to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we tried to shoot remotes with him. And it never quite worked because we were trying to use him for our thing, and the best thing to do was just give him a camera and let him talk.
Yeah.
So, his guest segments were really good.
His monologues were genius.
Yeah, genius. I love Mike. I forgot about Mike. Just completely burnt out. I think he stopped drinking during the movie or something. He was trying to stay sober, and what a mess.
Wow. Is he still alive, that dude?
I don't know. I haven't thought about this movie in a while. I saw it like 2 years ago.
I have to watch
I love documentaries. I love like a good. I did a documentary, and it was uncomfortable. It was an uncomfortable feeling because we did like I wanted to show what the road was really like, and then it was right when I did Rogan for the first time and told the machine story is the day we started.
Okay,
and then it changed, and so I was like, I want to show everyone what like an unknown comic on the road's like, where you go in and it's literally like papered room. Right. And no one knows who the fuck you are. 'Cause that's what I was for. I still am to a big portion, but like, I definitely was. And then I did Rogan and it changed, and literally the entire documentary is people yelling out the machine when I got on stage.
They fucked it up.
Yeah, and so like I was like, fuck. And so like the only moment you get like some Lithuanian chick loses her fucking shit on me, and the movie should come out soon. I don't know when it's coming out.
But when you mean
I filmed it. It's done. Yeah, we screened it and everything.
Did you like how it came out in general?
I did. I really did.
How many hours of film did you have?
Oh, fucking a dickload. Dickload. I don't know. We looked for distributors, and then I think I kind of fucked it up with the distribution. It's a long story, but I think I fucked it up. My agents did, and now we still have it, and we're looking for distribution. And I think
go to our distributors.
I think they're just waiting for me to die to put it out.
Distributors.
When we did the
fucking animal.
When we did the document, or we did the movie with Oliver Stone that ended up becoming Van Wilder. I remember going out to L.A. and meeting with writers, and we go to like a really nice hotel, and they were like, so the story is, and they tell the story, and they go, but we don't know how it ends. And I remember being in a hotel room and there's a pile of cocaine in the middle of the room, and I was young, I was doing it, and they're like, we need an ending, and I went into the bathroom and I realized they want me to die. And I was like, it was the Argyle. I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. They're trying to kill me, so they've been into this fucking movie. And I was like, guys, I gotta leave. And they're like, wait, we're just having a good time. I was like, the girls are in here. I was like, I'm out of here. I'm fucking out of here. And then I just walked down the Sunset, and I walked past Marky Mark. I'm like, I'm way too fucking high for this.
Wait, what movie was that you did with Oliver Stone? What movie?
About me.
Van Wilder.
The movie Van Wilder
is based on Bert Kreischer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who played Van Wilder in the movie?
Fucking Ryan Reynolds. You want to hear an even crazier story?
Yeah.
This is I like, and I just told this to Barry Katz when the movie came out. Maybe I shouldn't say this.
Oh, you gotta say
when the
it.
movie came out, my managers and agents at the time wanted to sue the National Lampoon and the producers. And Barry Katz got on the phone. And this is, by the way, sage advice from Barry Katz, which you get. He's giving me like fucking 5 nuggets of brilliant advice.
Yeah.
And one of them was this. He goes, Papa, there's 2 people in this business. People who sue and people who work. Pick which one you want to be. And I was already working at the time, so I was like, I want to work. Oh, fuck it, I'm not going to sue. So then cut to, let's be candid. I'm 42 years old. I'm doing TV, but I'm not doing sitcoms. And I don't have like Ryan Reynolds' career. I get a general meeting. This is probably like 4 months ago. And I go in and I sit down. They're like, we just want to say we're huge fans and we want to do a sitcom with you. And we also would like to develop scripted from the machine. There's a lot we want to do with you. We think that and they have my book on the thing. They're at my book. And they're like, there's a lot we want to do with you. And I was like, fucking awesome. And they're like, so just, you say the word. And I was like, I'm fucking in. And they go, do you even know what we do? I go, no. And they go, we produced a movie called Van Wilder. And I went, shut the fuck up. Had I been a shit or a cunt when I was younger, I would have never had that opportunity. I would never have had that opportunity. And there you are, and it's Ryan Reynolds' production company. It's just guys that were just like us, all of us, trying to make anything work. And quite honestly, whoever wrote that fucking script, I had nothing to do with it. I had nothing to do with it at all. It was a guy who wrote a script, and maybe you could piggyback it. And I was like, that's so fuck. And I remember getting out of that meeting going, I got to call Barry and thank him, and I never did.
I'm sure he's listening.
There's also reasons I fired him. So,
and there's other managers that told Barry. There's managers that get sued.
Wow. All right, listen, we got to take a break.
I got a lot of whole Van Wilder story.
That's great. Bert Kreischer, what are you promoting, by the way?
Nothing.
Just hanging.
Oh, wait, I'm doing stand-up tonight.
Well, that's
Gotham Comedy Club.
Tonight through Saturday, Gotham Comedy Club. Bert Kreischer.
Fucking.
And Rich got a few things.
You got to see him. This Friday, Bridge Street Live, Collinsville, Connecticut. Saturday, Ridgefield Playhouse. Me, Florentine, and Bonnie. This Saturday. Monday, coming up, we're doing a live My Wife Hates Me podcast at Village Underground with Artie Lang as a special therapist.
Yeah.
So it's live. Sirius is promoting. It's a big Sirius event.
Nice.
So I don't know how you get the tickets. Go through Sirius and get them. They're free. And also Governors in 2 weeks.
You got to get Artie Lang to tell you the story about what happened to him.
What's that? Was that long?
That was long as hell.
That's okay. I'm not here every fucking day. I come in once. I throw out a couple fucking plugs.
Hey,
I got up
at his age, he had that memorized. Can you believe that?
That's pretty impressive. Sherrod, what do you got going on?
I'm in the Comedy Cellar all weekend, man, and catch Race Wars every Wednesday, 9 to 11.
Yeah.
In and out.
How was last night? Good?
Unbelievable.
Beautiful.
Unreal.
It'll be up on demand, I think, for the people that didn't hear it.
Yes, it will be.
All right, go check out Race Wars on demand and iTunes and everywhere else. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Stay there. We are back with Sherrod Small.
Yeah.
Rich Vos. And I'm making sure we got all the mics down. And Bert Kreischer.
God, it's good to see Bert, man. We used to have so much fun at Boston Comedy Club.
I look back at those times and I go, I said to my wife yesterday, I said, I feel like I'm not appreciating my salad days the way I did when I was younger. Like those moments where you go, I'm nothing's really popped, I'm not exploded, or things are moving up and I'm not appreciating it.
Yeah.
Man, I appreciated those days. I remember, do you remember I mean, of course you remember it, but Patrice would sit in the back and heckle you.
Oh
yes.
yeah, we go.
I never forget that. He would sit, but it was like they turned it into like a bit.
Yeah.
And I would sit back, and I was well aware of Patrice's genius before I feel like the world liked him. Like I was aware of it,
definitely.
And fucking him and Vos would go back and forth, and I just would sit there. I'd sit there and not bring anyone. I just sit in the corner and just watch like a fucking fan.
In awe of it.
We did. We were at Caroline's, and like if I was hosting, then I bring Patrice on, right? He do a set. Then I go back on and I start fucking with some of the audience. I go to some of the audience. I go, look at the size of your eyes, you know. And then in the back, you'd hear him go, Jesus, in his loud voice.
Yeah, that piercing fucking voice.
Maybe he has glaucoma. So then I said to one guy, I go, wow, how old are you? You look old for your age. And you'd hear him scream, Jesus. Maybe he has that whatever.
Yeah.
Pituitary. And it was so funny hearing him yell, Jesus.
Yes.
And it was just the most fun in life was at Boston
Comedy Club.
Fucking Patrice, Keith, Norton, then little Kev came along and fucking it was
a gold time. I remember watching Patrice, Mike Epps, Donnell Rollins. Like I was like, I don't know that I always like black comics better, but I was gravitated more to the black comics because Sherrod and I get down. We like to party. Yeah. You know, like Donnell's that way. To this day, I still party with Donnell. Yeah. And like, and so Rich and Jim and all them, I always respect them, but they were all sober, and smoked cigarettes, and that wasn't my thing. But man, I remember just sitting out front and Todd Barry it was Mike Epps, Patrice, Donnell, and Todd Barry. And Todd Barry was saying that he would panel before Patrice he would do Letterman before Patrice, and Patrice like, motherfucker, I'll panel before you ever do Letterman. And it was like such a great fucking time.
It was a great time.
Did you go to any of those roasts we used to have there?
Yeah. Yeah.
They were fucking the best roasts in New York. The best. Patrice, me, Norton. I mean,
and this is when Louis was nothing. Louis was it wasn't nothing, but this was when Louis wasn't Louis.
Yeah.
And he was just Pootie Tang, the nigga who did Pootie Tang. Everybody blamed him for that.
Those fucking roasts. Keith Robinson came in and thought he could ad-lib a roast.
And wait,
I gotta show you this, Rich. So Ari Shafir and I go to breakfast in Montreal the other day, and we're like, you know, Ari and I are weird people, and I don't like shirts on. So we get done breakfast, and Ari and I.
Ari loves taking his shirt off for some reason.
Yeah, and so Ari and I take our shirts off to walk home. So we're walking through Montreal, beautiful day, with our shirts off, and we see what is to a surfer the perfect wave, to a comic our perfect wave, and it is Keith Robinson, JB Smoove, and Ian Edwards sitting on a corner talking, and we just walked up with our shirts off, and we're like, "What's up, fellas?" And you just watch them fucking destroy us.
Chris Patton's there too.
Yeah,
Chris is there.
Yeah, they fucking destroyed us, and it was like, and Ari and I, it's like the perfect moment for a comic, like just fucking pour it on, and we were like, fucking.
I got video of that.
No, it was just fuck. Thank God Moshe Kasher took this picture. Moshe took this picture.
That's hilarious.
There'll be no evidence of it.
Is that on your Instagram, Bert?
It's on my Instagram, yeah.
All right, what's your Instagram?
Oh, I wish you fucking
Bert Kreischer.
You also turned me on to this Vietnamese ear cleaning video.
Oh, you got to do this with Vos. I swear to God.
And we got a lot to do. we were talking about some shit during the break, but first of all, explain this.
Okay, so my buddy Tom, not to name drop, but I have to. He produced Mission Impossible 5. He's Vietnamese. His mom wrote the book When Heaven and Earth Change Places. He's on my podcast. He says to me, when you go to Vietnam, he's Vietnamese. When you go to Vietnam, they do street ear cleanings for like $1.50.
Right.
They get inside your ear and they pull everything out of your ear from inside your ear. And he goes, and they find the weirdest shit. He goes, they did me one time. They found a cockroach in my ear that had just been dead there for fucking years. And he goes, and you don't know because that becomes your hearing and that's what you hear.
Right.
And so I said to my crew, I was like, we got to do this. Travel Channel's not like, that's not their, they look, when we do Trip Flip, we're looking for more tentpole activities.
Yeah.
Like, can you go scuba diving with whale sharks?
Yeah.
And when I go $1.50 ear cleaning, they're like, fuck that. So we were on old Russian Minsk motorcycles, and I go, fuck this. I find an ear cleaner, and I force them to shoot this. And this is what we pulled out of this kid's ear. You got to just hit play.
It's going to be fine. He does this all the time.
No regulations, no license required. They take needles of little scoops, needles, and tweezers.
This is terrifying.
And a very steady hand.
Look at this one.
What is it?
It's just a Tootsie Roll of wax.
Oh,
God. Wait till you see the next one. They took out of his ear. Look at this is all the shit that came out of his ear, boss.
What the? Oh my God.
Holy. Look at that one. That came out of his fucking ear.
How have you been listening to us at all?
Look at all the shit coming out of his ear.
Life's going to be different if you're a musician. How much better your music's going to sound? This is why you travel. We're in Vietnam. And it didn't hurt him.
It didn't hurt at all.
The traffic just
I
got
want to
louder
do that.
This guy.
All right, cut it. That's all you need to see.
I want to
They
do
did
it.
all our ears. They did all our ears, and they just pulled shit out.
Like what?
I'm more concerned with the cheat notes you got on your hand.
Oh,
what was that about? You didn't see all the writing on his hand?
It's just me writing jokes.
Well, wait a second.
I write a joke on paper, so I
got
write it down.
distracted. You got like clip notes on your.
I just had never. I was really overwhelmed by the fact that you were with. We were with nothing other than Asians, other than Vietnamese people.
Yeah.
I was amazed that was it. That you could not offend anybody. You couldn't say anything back as long as you didn't say anything about Vietnamese.
Why don't we do this?
Wait,
we got to get Vietnamese ear cleaning on the show. First of all,
I'm telling you,
write that shit down. I want to know what's in my ears.
I would do it.
You got to
let's
do it
all
on the show.
That's what we're gonna do.
I'm scared of it though.
My ears
that
are
needle.
always clogged.
I'll take a look
It's
at
gonna
your ear
change
right
his life.
now.
It's gonna
I'll tell
change
you
his
how
life.
You're looking.
You're gonna take a look at his
because I
ear.
learned how to do it a little bit.
A little bit.
Bert's gonna take a look at his ear.
All right.
I'll tell you how you're.
It's probably a mess in Richard's.
Oh fuck!
What?
Oh fuck!
He didn't even get close
to dude. First of all, holy shit, Rich!
This is him telling me
He didn't even
this.
get close to it. He's so
I just looked a little bit. It's like blue hairs. They're like blue hairs. Rich, first of all, what they do is they take a razor blade.
Well, don't get me scared.
No.
What the fuck?
You need to find a Vietnamese woman to
He's
clean your
growing
ears.
a rare moss in his ear. It looks like you're only finding the rainforest.
It looks like when the
ecosystem.
It looks like midnight in the Garden of Evil.
Wow. I mean, this
You might
guy,
have the cure for AIDS in that ear.
when you get Bert Kreischer to gross out at you.
Let's harvest that moss.
So what they do first of all is they take this needle with a razor blade on it and they shave all the hair out of the inside of your ears. So they take all that out. So they would clean up your ears perfectly. I mean, I can do that with clippers right now. Your ears need it.
No, that's okay. First of all, who fuck carries
Why you
those?
carry clippers with you?
I'm glad he got it. He saw Richard's ear and he pulled it out of nowhere.
Because my mustache has been a little out of control.
All right.
So and sometimes I get OCD about it, and then I'm like, one hair drives me nuts. So
I hate when you miss that one fucking hair after you shave.
Yeah.
And I'd rather have
You
clippers
try
in
to
my
pluck
pocket.
them out, and it's really hard to pluck out.
I need to shave.
He's out of his fucking mind.
Hey, let me organize this a little bit. So if you go to Opie and Jimmy on Twitter, there's a link to Bert Kreischer's Vietnamese ear cleaning video. And me and you talked about YouTube, and I said, what the fuck's wrong with you? Why aren't you putting more of your videos up there? So it's good to see that you are doing that.
That was a lot of earwax.
I have
on
a
that
video.
fucking thing.
I have a video I submitted for Peter Jackson. Is my audition for the role of Gandalf.
Yeah.
I think you pulled it up earlier.
Yeah.
But it's that's my YouTube channel. But it is one of the funnier things I've ever done. But it's the throwaway shit that you never use in the show.
Yeah.
And Elijah Wood, that's how he got the role of Frodo, is he sent his own submission. So I did my role of Gandalf, and then I made it my own. Like I just kind of was like. It's funny, so just watch it. You don't have to watch it now. Let's not watch it now, but like, go on there, go on my YouTube page, watch that. This is me as Gandalf.
Look at you as Gandalf.
Too funny.
I gotta see it.
Shit.
Wait a minute. We gotta see it now.
Go 30 seconds in. Go 30 seconds
What's your
in.
YouTube channel, by the way? Just Bert Kreischer?
I don't know. I think it's A. Kreischer.
Holy fuck, you get a lot of subscribers right now.
A. Kreischer. Just type in Bert Kreischer on YouTube and that'll come up.
All right, good.
But if you go to 30 seconds into the video, it's
I'll be following you.
What I did is I read from the book,
right?
And then I was like, well, I can't do that. I'm doing Ian McKellen. I got to do this character as me, where I give Frodo the ring,
okay,
and the key and the fucking map.
All right, is this it?
Yeah. Here we go. I'm gonna use the words and then okay.
Just go with it. Just go.
Also, with this map comes a key. Very curious key, a small key. Keep it with you at all times. I suggest a nice piece of leather wrapped around the neck with a keyhole right through the top. Just make sure it's on you at all times. Did I mention don't lose it? And the map, don't lose that either. If you lose the key but have the map, it's no good. And if you have the key but you don't have the map, then where are we? Keep the key. Look, here's the deal. The key goes with the map. Okay? They're a two-part thing, like peanut butter and jelly. If you don't have the key, the map's useless. And if you don't have the map, well, the key's useless. So, keep this key and keep... Maybe I'll give the map...
Stop playing this.
Maybe I'll give the map to one person and the key to another person, and then you guys hang out. Sam, come here. Sam! All right, now, you guys, hold on.
Holy
Is that the chick from Broad City?
You're fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Are you enjoying the drink?
Who's the girl in the video?
Loving the drink.
All
There's
right,
nothing
good.
better than a morning cocktail.
All right,
Who's
good.
the girl?
This was on Trip Flip.
Does she look just like the girl from Broad City?
No, she does. She does. Did you ever watch her have a panic attack on Getting Dug with High?
No.
It is fucking awesome.
This motherfucker got a lot of
Now we gotta watch that. What the fuck?
My God, Bert.
I'm an internet junkie.
I gotta ask you about whale sharks. Did you really?
Yeah, I went diving with whale sharks. We talked about this a lot. You know, I've been thinking. So we're doing. We might be doing. Never mind. I can't talk about it.
Tourette's?
I'm trying to stop myself from talking.
Have another drink.
We were talking about
have another sip and talk about.
We were talking about doing trip flip with celebrities, and
Nice.
I was like, I take you and your wife, and we go fucking ultimate diving adventure.
So can't we talk about that?
Yeah, because the network hasn't technically greenlit it yet. So it's one of those things that we're just talking about.
I love diving. I haven't dove in a couple of years.
We talked
now.
about that last time, and I still get panic attacks thinking about diving.
I wanted Opie to go on that bar down there.
I wanted you to go on that Bar Grylls show where he took us celebrities out.
Yeah.
Bar Grylls? Bear Grylls. Bear Grylls.
Sounds like a
I would
cooking
do the
show.
Bear Grylls show. He used
I
to
can
come in
see
here
you
a
on there.
lot.
I can see you on there.
He was cool.
Jumping out of a fucking helicopter above some shit.
I don't know.
For a week?
What kind of jumping out of a helicopter?
Well,
I'm not like
jumps
Bert
out with you.
Kreischer.
He jumps out with you, and then y'all got to survive and go to some checkpoint.
I'd watch that.
I would definitely watch
I would
that.
hold on to him a little tight.
Would you?
Yeah.
You got nothing to hold on to. It's tandem. He's behind you like a prison rape kit.
Oh, really? You've jumped out of planes?
Oh, yeah, with Rachel Ray.
Rachel Ray?
Yeah, I just texted her the other day because I'm doing shows. I was like, come down. Why
Is she smushing? Let's talk about her. She getting
She's
a smush.
fucking awesome.
I did a charity with her and her husband, and they were great.
But I actually talked to her about you and Tony because Chris is her favorite comic.
That's hilarious.
And so, yeah, she is fucking awesome.
She's good people, so I had fun with her and her husband.
Yeah,
John. I don't think they're having sex, though.
I don't know.
They married, so they can't be having sex.
I heard that.
Hey, I had sex yesterday.
Foz goes, I heard that.
What, you had sex yesterday?
I had sex yesterday.
Does your wife know about it?
Yeah, but no, but my wife was, we were about to have sex, and I was talked about something. I don't have boundaries, and I allow everyone a piece of me, and I don't give anything back to my family. And I made the fucking mistake of saying something about that right before sex. My wife's naked, and I'm erect, and she's literally going, no. You are doing the same thing that you always do. And she started fighting with me, and we're about to have sex, and I'm about to get on a plane, and I've had a few drinks, and I was like, you gotta stop. And she crammed it in soft. Oh, she was like, all right, well, I know you got to get your car. Let's go. And I was like, I'm not in the fucking mood.
Yes,
I wanted it so bad. I was like, fuck, I don't care. It'll figure itself out.
Have you ever
mushed it in?
Have you ever?
By the way, I swear to God, on my children, all I thought about was Ron Bennington. I swear to God, because I heard about Ron took a caller one time and broke his dick, and I felt like I might break my dick.
Man.
How'd he break what?
You can break your dick.
Yeah.
Wow. What? There's no bone in it, so when
I
you
know
break
it's not
it,
a bone break, but you can break your dick.
Have you ever? Have you ever jerked off and you can't get hard, but you still come halfway soft and you're like embarrassed to yourself, like it's like semi hard but it's soft, but you figured out a way to.
Oh
come
yeah, I worked
soft?
that out. Yeah,
You can do it too, because I'm going. What's wrong with me? I'm coming. I'm not even hard.
It's our blood pressure. In Brazil. It happened to be in Brazil.
Son of
and
a
I just kept staring at this. I bought a water pick, and I kept staring at the water pick going, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? And then took my blood pressure. It was like 160 over 100.
My wife says every year that we're married, which is 9, I get 1 second to do whatever I want with another girl. So I'm up to 9 seconds, right?
Okay.
So
you can do it twice.
So 2 weeks ago, she was blowing.
Thank you.
She was blowing me, and I came like that, and she goes, "I'm going to have to rethink that 9 second thing."
Here you go. Is it possible to fracture your penis? Yes. Although rare, penis fracture can occur when there is trauma to an erect penis. During erection, the penis is engorged, with blood. If an engorged penis is bent suddenly or forcefully, the trauma can rupture the lining of one of the 2 cylinders in the penis, responsible for erections, resulting in a penis fracture.
This should be a call from Dr. Steve any second.
The trauma most often occurs after accidental injury during intercourse, but could also occur due to aggressive masturbation.
So do you have to get surgery for that? It's like that don't sound like it's
how
going to
the
fix
fuck
itself.
they fix that?
You put a splint on it that can go up and down.
You want to see something aggressive?
No, like a fucking slinky.
You want to see something aggressive?
Yes, please, Bert.
By the way,
There we go.
I texted Dr. Steve
What's
the other
that?
day.
Norton with a celebrity?
I don't think I know one person that doesn't text Dr. Steve.
I don't yet, but I will.
All right.
Oh, and listen to me. He's the best. Well,
He's
one,
got
he's a
good
great
info.
guy.
I tweeted him for inflammation now.
I got a cyst
But
being
never text.
removed on my back Monday. It's right here.
Right.
And
Let's see it.
erect.
Let's see it.
Huh? No, it's huh?
Let's see it.
No, it's Band-Aids on it. It's a cyst.
Take it off. Let's see
Pull
it.
the fucking Band-Aids
Why do you
off.
wanna
We got
see a
Band-Aids
cyst?
here.
Is it benign or malignant?
How the fuck do I know?
I'll take a look at it. Let me see.
No,
Is it discolored?
Let's
Is
see
it
your
what? No, it's
cyst.
red.
It's
we
red?
pop it?
Yeah.
I watched a lot of Quincy. I know what I'm talking about.
I
Turn
bet
around.
we could ballpark Lansing it.
No, it's already been lanced. There's no more pus in it.
So I texted Dr. Steve. I went to Action Park in Jersey.
We just talked about Action Park last night
Are you serious?
on the documentary show. Did you
By
see
the
the
way-
documentary on it?
I love Action Park.
No, Action Park's maybe the greatest water park in the world.
Oh, yes. Yes.
It is. And
I was there my whole teens. I went fucking every year.
There is a
Several
lawlessness.
times.
It's like
Yes.
it's the same way people liked Russia in the 90s. Like
It's like Ride Playland. It's like it's all the rules are there ain't no rules. It's like Greece, nigga.
there's a fucking 30-foot jump off a cliff. I mean, children are jumping 30 feet in the water. I bruised the inside of my arms at a fucking water park. They got a Tarzan swing where you just swing and then you're supposed to know your body. No one knows their fucking body.
It's
all
no
fat
regulations.
kids. It is the greatest fucking park.
They never had regulations. I never saw rules or a board with rules.
Did you bring your kids?
Yes,
oh yeah,
we were kids.
Fuck yeah! But keep an eye on them. I said, I do this 30-foot jump, and then there's a slide next to it, and we're doing it for Bert the Conqueror, and I'm like, this park is fucking awesome. Even getting out of the water is dangerous.
One time I went, one of the kids got caught, his swim trunks got caught to the drain. They had to turn the drain off to drag the nigga off the drain. I was like 12, like, I'm next. I'm going on next.
He got
It's
stuck in the
dangerous.
drain?
Yes, he got stuck on the drain. The drain was pulling the water and stuck on his shorts.
We did a whole thing on this last night. We did a little radio. And,
It is
oh
so
my God.
good.
What was it, Eric? The first day the wave pool was open, they pulled like 100 people out. 100. You would think after they pulled,
Tsunamis have less.
you think after they pulled like 5 or 6, they would go, you know what? Why don't we calm the fucking wave pool?
Wait, so they jump 30 feet off of
30
what?
fucking
That's
feet.
3 stories high.
It's 3 stories high. It is a 30-foot jump, and you just
It's out of
there's people
control.
I watched grown men like kind of like tippy toe off it, and then you just watch kids just belly flop.
Yeah.
And I literally did it like 3 times. The 30-foot jump. I did the Tarzan swing. I did this new ride they got, and I was like, this park's fucking awesome.
But wait,
because you really feel like a child again. You really feel like a
I
child
agree. Yeah.
because there is. I mean, it's not dangerous, but there is this element of like a little bit of like, are we really jumping 30 feet off a fucking cliff?
Can't somebody land on somebody else in the water?
No, they have lifeguards. They're very safe. It's a new management company.
That's good.
So, but like, there's one ride you have to wear a fucking helmet, and I was like, really? And they're like, dude, you'll need it.
It's like the airplane.
So I go off this slide. It's a
When
slide.
was this? When was the last time you went there?
Like 2 weeks ago.
That's unbelievable to me.
And so
Fuck.
I go to do this slide. It's a slide that is near the 30-foot jump. You slide, and then you drop 20 feet into the water off the slide. But you're on your back, so it's not like you're like totally safe.
Yeah.
And so I do the slide, and I land on my testicle. I land on my right testicle directly. Like that's what hit the water first. And I'm like, something's wrong. Something's bad. And I was like, and I just said to the camera, I was like, this park's awesome because you do feel like you could get hurt if you're not responsible with your body. And then I fucking hit my testicle, and I'm like, this is bad. And then I don't feel it. And I'm like, nah, it's not that bad. I go to lunch. I go to the bathroom. I'm FaceTiming with my wife as I'm taking a shit.
This better not be in this picture.
You ready?
Oh my God!
Ready? This is my testicle.
Let me see.
Oh!
Let me see.
It's so swollen.
It's got a tumor.
It's fucking bad, right?
It looks like Popeye's forearms.
It's so
Oh, fuck.
I know.
It's got a tumor.
It's fucking bad. I texted Dr. Steve immediately. I texted Dr. Steve, Dr. Drew, everyone. I was like, fucking someone help me.
Dr. Martin Luther King, you should have called.
I got Dr. Steve on the phone. Dr. Steve,
no.
You saw that picture?
I never sent it to him. I just DM'd him
Steve,
back and forth.
you there?
That's brutal.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you see
I
the
never
picture?
got that.
Oh, you never got the picture.
He texted me about other things, but
Look how red
Yeah,
the
I
area
texted Dr.
was.
Steve.
How big
and
did that get?
it got bigger. And then I talked to Dr. I DM'd Dr. Steve and Dr. Drew. I think I texted Dr. Drew, DM'd Dr. Steve, and then, or maybe just on Twitter. And then,
Oh my
and then
God.
and then Drew said, go get a sonogram. Because he's like, if it's vascular problems inside your testicle, you'll lose a testicle. He's like, go get a sonogram. And and go to the hospital. There's no reason not to. It doesn't look right.
I mean, yeah, it's one reason not to, because you don't want to hear the bad news.
Well, the best part about it, this is what I love about the new season of the Conqueror that they're doing.
Yeah.
Is that I'm kind of the only one in control. There's no one else other than me. So I brought the film crew in. I was like, I got to show it to you because they're my friends also, and I'm really scared.
Yeah,
and I go, you got to see
scared
this
for you.
And the camera guy, the sound guy, sees it, and he's like, "That's fucking bad, dude." And then the camera guy sees it, and I look at the monitor, and I look at it, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I go to the fucking hospital." Then the fucking paramedics from Action Park come in, 2 women. And they look at it, and everyone's looking at my testicle, and it scared the living shit out of me.
Did you hold your fucking unit as you were showing me your testicle?
I held my dick up to the top and left.
That is a color purple I've never seen before.
That was a bad color.
I did that. That's a bad color purple.
That color was.
I don't know.
Wow.
It was too drastic of a color change in your balls.
It scared the living shit out of me.
Well, I'll tell you what. I realized I don't need a blue pill to get hard.
I'll tell you. All you need
when I saw that picture.
Jesus, Bert.
Dr. Steve. Yesterday you were going to tell us how you lost your virginity, and then you're telling me that your wife's getting involved and doesn't want you to tell the story.
Wait, did he lose his virginity to his wife?
He wanted to tell us yesterday, and then we were talking about hospice instead.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ, what's wrong with us?
That was an uplifting conversation.
What's wrong with us? You got to tell the story.
That's way hotter.
Tell the story.
Tell the story. If your wife give you beef, just make us see.
It makes it that much better.
Let's talk about Bert's testicle for a second.
Boo!
You got to put that picture on the website. Put the picture of his testicles on the website.
That's my testicle!
They don't know that.
You haven't Instagrammed that yet?
No, I asked Travel Channel if I could post it, and they were like, please don't.
You have to.
They have a problem with me posting pornography.
It helps. It's medical
That's
help.
not
It's
pornography.
helping
That's
men.
your testicle.
It's to help men.
Nobody's fucking over that.
Nobody.
Hey, Dr. Steve, I'm having a cyst lanced on my back. That's not a big thing next week, is it?
No, not at all. That's what you're talking about is a sebaceous
I'm never going to be able to get that out of my head.
What am I talking about? What is it?
It's called a sebaceous cyst, and what happens is skin. Everybody knows skin sloughs off, right? You know, it starts at the bottom layer and then works its way up and then sloughs off. What you have is a piece of skin that is actually growing under the skin, so it's got nowhere to slough off.
Right.
And it forms a little cyst. And the reason you want to take them out is because if they get infected, they'll grow almost tenfold and fill up with pus.
It did get infected, and then I was on antibiotics for 10 days. Then I went to the doctor. He squeezed it out. Then I went to the surgeon. He said,
How much pus?
Huh?
How much pus came out?
Enough to land on Bonnie's face and look like she was working.
Okay.
So, and then
had kids with this lady.
He's a wonderful man, isn't he?
Holy fuck.
He's such a charmer.
He's had kids with this lady.
What a romantic.
So, and then the surgeon looked at it and said, well, there's no pus left. He goes, come in and we'll cut it out.
Yeah, you still got to get the cyst taken out.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing Monday.
The nastiest thing that ever happened to me in medicine was I was taking a sebaceous cyst off of somebody's back, and it had at least a cup of pus in it. And when I hit it with the scalpel, that shit came out. It was all under pressure, and it just hit me in the face, in my mouth, covered.
Jesus.
And you ate it like a nice little girl, didn't you?
Oh, God. I opened the car door and spit out the side.
Oh.
So how'd you lose your virginity?
Sounds like that.
Oh, you know, that's the kind of story that's just better if if it comes about organically. I mean,
Okay, let me tell you how I lost mine, and then you tell me how you lost yours.
Okay, I'll go. Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Bert Kreischer.
I was 17. I was with a girl, and I went to put the condom on. We were at Stacy's house. Her dad was going through a divorce, and so we were at me and
Always
Jeff.
good pussy.
By the way, I'll tell you the other guy's name. Me and Jeff Hartley brought our girlfriends there. We watched Pet Sematary. We thought we'd scare them on our cocks.
Stephen King got everybody laid.
So I went to go put on the condom, and I'd never put on a condom before, so I unrolled it all the way. And then tried to slide it over. So there's air trapped in it. So I was trying to squeeze the air out, thinking, how the fuck do you get these on?
I look like a Zeppelin.
I'm making a balloon animal. Instead of this point, I can end of a bed with my pants around my ankles and my baseball jacket still on. So then I go to Hartley. I go, I need another condom. And he's like, all right. He gives me another one.
Yeah.
Now I figured out, it's weird, like how, like you realize, like, pinch the reservoir tip.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. So now there's, okay, slide. Oh, yeah. So I put it on. I get on top of her. This is probably real time right now.
I'm glad you had young dick because it stayed hard through this whole process.
Yeah. I get on top of her, and I literally go probably like push in, pull out, push in, and I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. And I look at her, because I didn't know that's how that worked. And I didn't know what happened that
That's
fast.
how it doesn't work.
And I looked at her, and she looked confused, and she said to me, "Are you going to put it in?" I looked down, my dick is between her butt cheek and the bed. I didn't even fuck her. I fucked the bed. I didn't even lose my virginity to her. I lost it to a fucking mattress. And I was like, fucking humiliated. I wrote about this in my book, so I'm not telling anything that no one's ever heard of. And then I had to have sex with her after I was already done. I lost my virginity to someone after I didn't want to do it. I was like, how is a rape? It's like going on a hike and jumping in the river real quick and get your socks wet and then going, all right, let's go. It's fucking horrible. All right, Steve, how about you?
Yeah, Steve, it's your turn.
Yeah, okay. Well, I was 17, and I was playing piano illegally in a bar. And
because you're underage.
Oh, my God, you're crazy.
What a psychopath. You're a regular Fonzie.
Whoa, watch out.
Yeah, and I got, there was these two women there, and one was 44, and the other one was 65.
That's the one. 65. We got you a Caitlyn Jenner, huh? Same age.
In South Beach.
We started talking, and the 65-year-old couldn't get a guy, so we went up to the room.
Didn't I say that?
Huh?
I said the 65-year-old. I called it. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, there's more to the story.
Oh, this is delicious.
We go up to their room, and the 44-year-old is just drinking vodka straight out of the bottle, and she lays down, and so we're doing it, and the 65-year-old's in the bed next to us, and I was so nervous that I just kind of went all. I couldn't complete the transaction, and she got really dry, and we didn't have any lube, so she went and got hair conditioner and lubed up with that.
That is great. That's an old biddy who knows her pussy.
Wow.
Yeah, and about 7 in the morning, I still never finished the transaction, and the 44-year-old was completely passed out, and I got up and put my clothes on thinking the 65-year-old was asleep. Now, this 65-year-old had a great rack for a 65-year-old,
right.
And but she had bad teeth, and she, it was like the Fun Girls from Andy Griffith. You remember them?
No.
Anyway, hello Bernie, and then the other one's like, hello doll.
Yes, I do remember them.
So the 65-year-old, calls me over, and she said, I was watching you two last night, and I was like, oh really? And she said, yeah, I masturbated, doll. And I'm like, oh my God.
This is a doctor.
And she said, why don't you stick around? And I said, well, I have really got to go. And she took a glass of water, and she was wearing sort of a silky negligee thing.
Right.
And she just dumped it on her chest and went, oops, and grabbed my hand and started rubbing it all over her tits. And I got out of there so fucking fast. And my greatest regret in my life is that I didn't just stay there and just fuck the hell.
You should have fucked her. What are you, nuts? But jerk off to this story, Dr. Steve.
Can I tell you the first time? Go ahead.
She was 44 and I was 17.
Crazy.
So how many years is that? That's like 20. Is that 27 years? So I'm 60 now. She would be 87.
And I would still fuck her.
All I can imagine is my mom and my wife in a fucking threesome with them.
There it is.
And let me tell you the story. I was down in Seaside. Me and my friend rented a room, Labor Day weekend, Seaside, New Jersey.
Okay.
So we go into this place. There's 2 beds. So the lady said, okay, you guys, I'm going to rent the other bed to another guy if I can. So me and my friend said, oh, geez, no one's going to take it. We'll take the room.
Right.
We get the room. We come back. She rented a bed to 6 other people. So there's 8 guys in. But it's Labor Day. We're young.
Right.
So I come back to my room. We go to the beach or the boardwalk. I come back, and some dude's fucking this girl.
In your room?
Yeah. His room, too.
His room, too, yeah.
So
your
he's
pussy,
fucking,
too.
He's fucking her. So he's done. He goes, you want to do it? I go, yeah. So I fucked her, and I probably came as quick as I always do.
Yeah.
Right? And I walk out of the room. There's a line outside the door, and I go down and sit on the beach and try to reflect. And I'm looking into the sea over the first time I got laid by some passed out drunk that I was second on a train.
This was Seaside. This was Jersey Shore?
Yeah, Seaside, New Jersey.
Wait, what was her name?
Kathleen Rooms.
What was her name?
What was her name? Victim.
It's too late to prosecute now, so you're free.
I didn't do anything.
No, we already heard what you did. You did everything. She was passed out. You had sex with her.
Not passed out. She was drunk.
All right, Dr. Steve, thank you, buddy.
All right, buddy.
He's the best.
Hey, Dr. Steve, will you DM me your phone number so when I have these problems I can text you?
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too, please.
You could join the list. The growing list of people that text Dr. Steve with their issues.
That ball.
Hey, let me plug one thing. People will go to etncomedy.com. We're putting on our first comedy festival, Rolling Comedy Festival, and we're going to have Jim Florentine and a
Never heard of him.
metal band.
Wait, where's he out of?
Nashville.
Hey, Dr. Steve, I'm in Nashville on Sunday night.
I'm in.
I'm at Zany's.
I'll text you my number.
I'm at Zany's on Sunday night.
I love
Please come
that
down. I'll
Zany's.
get the tickets. Yeah,
I love
I
that
should have said
Zany's.
that also. I leave New York Sunday morning. I'm in Zany's Sunday night.
Nice.
I got to get back down to that Zany. That Zany's
It's a great fucking club.
Great club.
All right, Dr. Steve, thank you, buddy. And really fast about Action Park, that documentary is like 14 minutes long. It's on Daily Motion.
I got to see that.
It's called Most Insane Amusement Park Ever. Or something
You got to
like
make
that.
a whole list of the documentaries, and so I can.
We got a Facebook page for it.
With all the ones that.
I gotta see that one. Let's see who has worse ear smell, me or Bert.
Oh yeah,
Get an intern.
Yeah.
Get an intern
to judge.
You got to
I'm
film
gonna throw
this.
He's gotten some.
No, Sherrod.
Stop it with Lex Sherrod.
I'm going to see which ear's worse.
Okay.
It's going to smell worse than me because it's white man's earwax.
Oh, this is bad.
All right, listen.
Go ahead. Just smell it.
Okay. All right, that's not too bad.
Oh, okay.
That's not too bad.
That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad.
That's not too bad. That wasn't too bad.
Oh, God, I got some.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
I kind of want to smell it. Wait, I want to smell it. I want to smell it. Hold on. Can I hold your finger?
Boss, that's ridiculous. Boss, that's unhuman. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
I told you. I told you. You wanted that.
What in the fuck? I need to think of something else. Anyone have any gum? There.
Bert, one more.
No, I can't. No. I'll throw up.
One more.
I've been reading vodka since yesterday. No, I can't.
One more.
Go ahead, Rich. One more. Go. He's
Bert, one more. He ran out of the studio, yeah.
Come on, we had him. We had him up against the ropes.
That is not right.
Bring Bert back in there.
That is not a good smell.
I told you.
Oh, I got tons more.
No, we've all done it.
Oh my God.
I mean, we haven't done it in a while, but there's a smell. There's a smell behind Rich Voss's ear that is just ridiculous.
It's like a tangent, pungent.
He's still gagging.
Bert,
It stays with you.
Bro, it stays with you. It's like when you hear a joke.
one more.
No, I can do one more, Opie. I'm 42 years old. I'm a grown up.
We got you the vodka this morning.
All right, one more. Just one more. I'm good right now. Oh, I can't do it. I'm
Focus.
Hold my hand and take a big one.
Do a big one, a big inhale. He gonna throw up. This nigga gonna throw up. This nigga's gonna throw up. Oh my God. I never even seen that shade of red on a white dude.
With you.
Oh my God, Voss.
I only had it for my weird ear.
I feel like it's in my nose.
I had to switch over to the ultimate ears because my ears were smelling so bad. Leanne would say something.
What's ultimate ears?
It's these new things. Oh, you're gagging yourself?
He's gagging
I do
on
it to
his
myself
own
on
shit.
airplanes and I think about you. I fucking rub the back of my ears and I go,
I can't tell.
oh, my daughter's feet smell like
you want to
shit.
try this?
I've done it. It's
not today.
horrendous. No,
it's
man.
fucking
No, Opie, you gotta get a little taste.
But I've been there.
Nah, you gotta get
I've
a
been there.
reacquainting.
Come on up.
Oh my God,
Let's drink a little vodka.
Yes,
I've been there.
Yes, boss, give him a little.
But now it's a weak sample.
Give him a little. No, it ain't.
It's weak.
And it's all the
You
strongest.
got to be the first
unit.
one in.
I got tons.
Oh, it's so bad.
Oh, so bad.
I can just see somebody. It touched your nose. It touched your nose. It touched your nose. It touched his nose. You gotta clean your nose. Put vodka on his face. Oh my God, that was. Oh my God.
Holy fuck! That is what happened.
Why
It's
is
even
it like
worse.
that?
He must sleep with headsets on.
Why is it like
It's
that?
from the ear. Fucking.
How long are we doing radio for?
Nigga, please. Please.
Fuck that.
Here, you want new ice?
No. I don't need no new ice. I just need to get that. Oh, get out of here, boss. Okay, good.
Holy shit. I didn't think it was going to be that bad.
It's
I've
so
smelled
pungent.
it before.
It's pungent.
Dude, it's gotten worse over the years.
No, it's just when the headphones, when I start sweating from the headphones.
It is from the headphones. I had to switch to Ultimate Ears. My ears
That's what you said. Okay.
Yeah, I switched to Ultimate Ears. Check them out. They're custom in-ear monitors. My Dave, my buddy.
Oh, my God,
Listen, I ride my bike with these headphones on, and it'll smell.
It doesn't smell anything like it.
Wait. Maybe you haven't smelt the back of your ears. Let's do your ears.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Before I judge,
oh my
let's
God.
do the back of my
What
own
do you
ear.
do? Just scrape?
I'm doing a scrape. I'm doing a little scrapey. There you go. How's that?
Nah, I got a little.
It just smells normal.
Yeah, I got a little.
I went all the way in. I went hard. Look,
he went
diggy
in.
dig. Come on, Birdie.
Nah,
I don't smell it. It smells good.
I don't got it either.
Oh, look at all this.
But you know, I think I'm really conscious about
Are you
that.
cleaning them right now?
On the back. It's a little pussy and ready.
Nigga, that shit smelled like old pork.
Wow. That was
like a pork sandwich that went bad that you left out in the car.
My wife had the problem with her ears where they were breaking behind her ear.
Like cracking?
It was like cracking, and it was like really bad, and so she had it bad, and that's why she looked at the back of my ears, and they smelled so bad. She's like, "You need to get rid of your headsets." Like, I can't be around that.
Right.
Like I came in this morning. I took a shower last night and I cleaned, but these things build up an oil sweat behind there.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to be like that.
It was so pungent.
I'm like, I've done this before. I'll be all right.
Man,
the reaction it gives you instantly is unbelievable.
But it gets stuck in your head. It gets stuck in your head. The smell, you can't unthink the smell.
Yes, I can't shake it. I can't shake the shit.
I'm going to go on tour with my finger. I'm going to close with it. I'm going to sell out now.
The feedback on Bert Kreischer is ridiculous, by the way. I want to mention that.
Oh, they love him.
They're
By the
loving
way,
Bert.
it's not me. It's fucking. This show is fucking awesome. That's not me. I've done a lot of radio. It's not this guy.
I was just trying to give you a little spotlight there, Bert.
give it to him.
Thank you.
But I do appreciate that. I think we do give you the environment.
We give him the right.
Yeah. Me gagging and throwing up because of Rich's ears. That wasn't me. That's not a bit I go on stage.
That put it over the top because this came in way before that.
I feel bad for you now because we had such a good relationship.
That was crazy.
TJ Fries 31, I guess, on Twitter. Asked Bert about mustard hands with Stanhope.
Where's Stanhope? We are all going to need to do a Travel Channel show, all of us.
One of my favorite human beings in the world. He really,
I love that
best
nigga.
comic.
I love him.
He really is. And I'm going to take my gum out now.
He's mad. He's divorced now, right? He divorced that wife?
No, I don't know. I listened to his podcast last night on the plane, but it was just him after his vacation. I haven't heard anything. He's divorced his wife from a long time ago.
Yeah, that's the wife. That's the last wife that
He's
I
with
met.
Bingo. I think they're still together out in
Okay, good.
Bingo
Bisbee.
rules.
Yeah.
So Stanhope, I'd always wanted to party with him. I always wanted to have drinks with him, and I think the feeling was mutual. So I sent out a thing and said, hey, when you're in LA, let's podcast. So he comes over to my house. This is what I love about Stanhope. Comes over to my house and he just doesn't want to say he's too early, so he just sits on my front porch smoking a cigarette.
Yeah.
So I open the door and I see him on my front porch smoking a cigarette in Stanhope outfit, in the thrift store
like
clothes.
it's nighttime.
Yeah, and I go, what's up? And he's like, a fucking long night last night. I was out with Marilyn Manson. I fucking really could use a cocktail. So I go, let's podcast. So we go back, we open a bottle of champagne, and Doug's he's a very nice guy. And he's like, I don't know, champagne's not my thing. Can I get a fucking Heineken? Start drinking Heineken. He's like, fuck that. Can we get vodkas? We do a 3-hour podcast and stop down to go get cigarettes. We go over, get cigarettes for him, come back, do another 2 hours, and then my wife, it's like dinner time, and my wife's got my kids, and she goes, my wife's, a redneck, she's just like, Doug, would you like to have dinner with us? And Doug's such a real fucking person he's like, yeah, I'd love to have dinner with you guys. So Doug stays and has dinner with my 2 daughters. By the way, this isn't lost on me that maybe one of the greatest stand-ups of our time is having dinner with my daughters. And he says to them, do you guys know what a spit take is? And my daughters are like, no. And he's like, let me show you what a spit take is. When you say a joke at the punchline, you spit it out. And my wife's like, don't teach him this. And he's like, no, this is, every comic needs to know this.
Yes.
So he teaches my daughter spit take. So Isla says to him, my youngest is a fucking lunatic. She goes, do you know how to play mustard hands? He goes, what's mustard hands? It's a game she invented where you take mustard, you put it under the table, and you either squirt it in your hands or you don't, and then you pass the mustard under the table to the next person. And it goes all the way around the table until it's at the last person, and then we all guess if they have mustard in their hands. And you rub it in both your hands, and you're like, Isla, you have mustard in your hands or not? And then you raise them and like, I do. It's a stupid game we play with the girls.
I like it.
But it's funny because my wife, mustard's hard to get out of clothes, so my wife hates it.
Yeah.
And so it gets around. Isla starts it, gives it to Doug. Doug passes it to Georgia, Leanne, all the way to me. I pass it to Isla, and Isla goes, wait, can I change mine? And Doug goes, and by the way, Doug talks to my kids the way I talk to my kids. He goes, I'm not fucking stupid. She goes, what? He goes, you didn't put it in your hands, now you want to put it in your hands? And she goes, no. And he goes, you can't put mustard back into the tube. She's like, maybe I can. I'm watching her fight with Doug Stanhope, and it's like watching him on stage fuck with my daughter. It's the best. So that every time Isla will do a fucking spit take, she goes, I learned that from Doug. That's awesome. He's the greatest fucking guy, man. His podcast. If you haven't listened to his podcast, listen to his podcast. It is like, and not on purpose, but it's like an old school radio show because it's all the same group of characters that live in Bisbee, Arizona, and you get to know them and you get to know parts of their personality and you're like, and you fall in love with them and you hear their stories. Doug's podcast is my favorite go-to.
I miss Doug, man. I miss him just like I miss you. Yeah, we used to have a good time.
It sucks that we never get to hang out unless we're on like this.
We got to see each other more, man. We got to do something.
I feel like I only hang out with people if I podcast with them.
Yeah. Because doing a lot of podcasting. We got to take a break. I think we got Brett Morgan coming in.
Damn a break, Opie. Damn it.
I have to for these live reads.
No, you're right.
No reason, man.
You're right.
So, Rich, what do you got, buddy?
This Saturday, Richfield Playhouse. Friday, Bridge Street Live, Connecticut. Saturday, Richfield Playhouse. Coming up at Governor's in 2 weeks. And live podcast, August 10th, Village Underground. Go to Sirius.
When am I going to be on your damn podcast, by the way?
What do you mean? The live ones or the regular?
Whatever one. I don't care.
The radio show or the podcast?
Both, nigga.
The podcast.
He doesn't do guests on his podcast.
We don't do guests on our podcast.
I'm not a guest. I'm family.
No. Our radio show, you have an open invitation.
Okay.
I told you that months ago, radio show.
I don't recall.
I swewer to God.
It might have been another black dude. You didn't tell me.
No. I know.
Monroe. You told Monroe that he could go.
There's a big, dark difference.
All right. Bert Kreischer is going to be at the Gotham Comedy Club tonight through Saturday. And then we just learned Zany's on Sunday night in Nashville.
Sunday.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Comedy Cellar, baby. I'll be there all weekend.
And the Race Wars podcast that we're doing on this
Stand Up
channel.
New York, I'll be there too. And the Race Wars podcast every Wednesday. And we got Stacey Dash coming in soon.
Beautiful.
How great is that?
And if you missed Race Wars last night with Kurt Metzger, it'll be up on demand later today.
That's why it'll be up today.
King Rich.
And we have Jeff Lynch. And we had, who else is on? I'm so drunk right now because of fucking Bert.
Are you really?
A little bit. I got a little buzz to me.
It feels good, right? It feels good.
It does feel good. God damn it, I miss Bert.
Over the years, you've upgraded your phones, your TV, your car, but what about your underwear? That's right. That's where Tommy John comes in. Tommy John is the revolutionary men's underwear that combines leading-edge breathable fabric with masterfully innovative design for a fit so perfect it's almost like wearing nothing at all. I got Tommy John's on right now. No one gives a fuck, but I do. It helps the sponsor by saying that, so I'm going to say that. Got to say it, right, Sherrod?
Definitely.
Be proud.
Be proud, black man.
The legs never ride up. The waistband never rolls down. Every pair even comes with a no wedgie guarantee. Plus, they're like, guarantee that. I don't know. That's
not applicable in grade school.
Hold on, brother. If you had headphones on, you would know I didn't have your mic on. What were you saying, Rich Vos?
Nothing. I don't know.
Plus, their undershirts go on like a second skin and never come untucked. If you want to look and feel amazing while keeping cool and comfortable all day, switch to Tommy John. You'll love their underwear, undershirts, and their best pair you'll ever wear, or it's free guarantee. Really? So I can lie and just keep getting new underwear?
They're still not the best.
Best pair you'll ever wear, or it's free guarantee. So I go, it was pretty good, but it wasn't the best. And then what? They send me more?
That's what you just read, stupid.
My point, Rich Vos, is people are going to take advantage of this guarantee. Check out Tommy John's complete line of phenomenal underwear, undershirts, and socks at TommyJohn.com. Do that now. Use promo code Opie to get 20% off your first order. Promo code Opie for 20% off. Go to Chami. Go to TommyJohn.com. That's TommyJohn.com.
Do you ever wear
Shut up.
out and you go to put them on and your
still
big toe
talking.
gets caught in the corner and like you're falling all over the fucking house? Okay.
No, nobody knows what
No,
he's
you know what I'm talking about.
He's exhausting, right, Eric?
Cut his mic.
Thank
What's
you.
that?
Just say it. He's exhausting at
He
times.
had headphones on you.
If you had headphones on, you would know that not only did no one in the room heard your story until the end there about something about a big toe. That's all I know. In a
If my
sock
feet
or
are too
something.
wet- If my feet are too wet, I can't put on underwear.
I'm getting a headache. That's why I don't have my headphones on.
You're
Put them on
getting a
now.
headache, and you are a headache.
Eric,
I'm throwing out something to you.
Yes.
Brett Morgan's going to come in.
Yeah.
He's going to mention his documentary.
I already did outside. Wait. what
No,
are
I
you-
mean on air.
So
Yeah.
what are you saying?
I'm just saying I want this show to be the best that it can. Just, you have the controls over there, Opie.
I do.
Whoa. First of all, I'm not giving my second
Shots
of all,
fired.
second of all,
fired.
let me
Shots
explain
fired.
something.
Shots fired.
Hold on.
I think what he's saying is kick Rich Voss out for the Brett Morgan
I didn't
interview.
say, I didn't say
First
kick
of
him
all,
out.
whoa. Okay, fucking new show tone here. I've been here for fucking 13 fucking years. Okay, if I decide to bring up a fucking plug, I bring up a fucking plug. You don't come
Right, that's
here
the problem.
and talk to Rich Voss that way.
No, but that is the problem.
No,
He's
it's
talking about
not
stuff
the
in the third
fucking problem,
person.
because that's how I connect with the fucking other documentary guy. That's how we can.
Don't you mention it.
We have a man coming in
Yes.
who did a documentary about Kurt Cobain.
Yes.
That was nominated for 7 Emmy Awards.
Voss, you
Yes.
did a fucking
Emmy-
home
Emmy
video,
Award?
nigga.
Emmy, because it was on TV.
7 Emmys.
Home video. You did a home
well,
video.
guess what?
7
We were
Emmys.
number one on iTunes.
I think what Eric is saying, you have a tendency of making it about yourself a little
Yes,
bit.
because that's what
and
radio
maybe-
You're the Tyra Banks of this show.
Maybe you can back off slightly, is
Okay,
what Eric
well,
is saying.
but,
I think that's what you're trying to say,
all
right?
I told him outside. We talked to he came. I went out. He goes, "I loved your documentary." That's the first thing he said to me.
I love that Eric's claws
He
just
said
came
it to
out.
me.
All right, let's get Brett Morgan in here.
What the fuck? You got people scolding me now? Oh, jeez, I don't need this. I got my own show.
For now.
Brett Morgan. Welcome back,
What's
buddy.
so funny?
Oh, what's up, man?
This is a live.
How you doing, man?
How's it going? You're the one that's been drinking the tequila. At like, what time is it?
I've been drinking it too.
It's fine.
Don't be a racist.
Yeah, man. Look
Don't
at
be a
you.
racist.
It's a
Would you
live.
like some? Would you like some?
Not me. I'm 29 years sober, but I'm not allowed to talk about me.
It's a lot.
You sound like my dad fighting my mom. Nobody likes the things I like in this house.
See, he already made it about himself. You see how quick he is with that
No,
shit?
I just don't want people to think that I
Voss,
fucking
stop
drink.
it. You made a fucking amazing movie.
You really did.
Brett Morgan.
It's fucking so good, man.
Yeah, put the mic up to your mouth there, please.
And put headphones on.
Let me intro him properly. Brett Morgan,
right,
he was
right.
in here about a month or two ago to promote Montage of Heck, the movie about Kurt Cobain, and now it's going to be in theaters tomorrow.
It is. It's amazing, man.
Oh,
It's
is it really?
Yeah,
Yes.
we went from we did the unorthodox route of going theaters, HBO, and then relaunching in theaters. But
That's amazing.
You know what the thing is? The movie is meant to be experienced loud and it's immersive.
Oh.
And this is probably like the only chance if you're a Nirvana fan to hear Nirvana being played off mega freaking speakers. Oh, we could say
Yeah. Say fucking see this. Yeah.
You got to 3D that shit. There's so
Right.
much going on in your
IMAX it?
movie. Can you imagine
The animation?
Can you imagine if that animation was 3D?
Oh.
The animation was genius. It
Who
was
did
a
it?
brilliant way. I'm a massive Kurt Cobain fan, so I read his book, all his diaries and everything, and the stuff Courtney published, and to take that and then take the audio and animate it. It was like fucking watching your neighbor undress.
Yes.
It was really fucking, every bite was juicy.
Yes, I agree.
And the whole
I
fucking
agree.
movie, every time you played a song, I went, God damn it, I forgot how great Nirvana was.
You
And
went back
I
and-
rebought, I had the whole fucking master album.
Yeah.
I rebought Nevermind just to go, I forgot how great this fucking band was.
right.
God, man.
Speaking of the music, too, there's going to be music no one has ever heard that has been added to the movie, right?
Yeah, I put one demo on, but you know what? Let me just say this. Do not pay to see this movie to hear one song. That'd be fucking stupid, right?
Yeah.
But pay to get the fucking sound design. But we put one demo on that's amazing, 3 minutes long. Nobody has ever heard it, never been on a bootleg.
3 minutes.
And then...
what is it? What is it about?
It's like a Beach Boy.
Like?
I swear to God, it sounds like a Beach Boy song.
Really?
Right.
Is it just Kurt?
It's just Kurt, yeah. It's just Kurt. It's
Fooling around?
I can't. I'm not going to do it.
No, that was actually a pretty good impression of something that sounded like Bleach.
Yeah. You should put Bleach in my voice for that one. But and then we're putting out an album in November with just like another 15 songs that nobody's ever heard before.
What?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I mean, they're like home demos and shit, but they're fucking incredible.
So what about the hologram? You do a hologram tour? You see that coming?
I don't know about that.
I was thinking about
maybe.
I was thinking about Francis Bean last night. Just, you know how sometimes on the road, and I know everyone's feel like this, you start thinking, what am I doing this for? Maybe I'll die today on a plane crash and I'll become a legend. And I thought, I wonder if Francis Bean, wonder how she feels about that.
How old is she now?
She's got to be 20. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous.
She's in her 20s?
22. Yeah.
22,
Holy shit.
Looks a lot like Kurt, too.
She is gorgeous.
Same fucking eyes.
Yeah.
But like, I wonder if she would trade having the conversation that her dad is forever a legend. Forever. For just, maybe he becomes like, Sebastian Bach, but she has to have him. You know,
that's just lemons.
I think.
I'm just saying. I'm not. I like Sebastian Bach too.
I don't know how to handle that one.
How do you trade?
Or like Kurt, Vince Neil.
I would have went with Warrant myself. I would have went with Warrant.
Yeah, but what if I wonder if she would have tried. I don't know. I would have been interested to hear.
She would want her fucking father.
Yeah.
I would go with a Kennedy. I know they're just talking about kids that miss their dads.
Yeah. All right.
Wow.
So wait, I got a question.
Voss felt like he didn't talk for a while.
The Kennedy kids are 59 years old. It's not even kids anymore.
So how much of Kurt's audio did you get?
Everything.
So how much did you sift through? Was there stuff that was so good but you couldn't put it in the movie?
Yeah, that's why we're doing the album, man.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because you know what, the way the album came around is it was after I finished the film. And I was going through my what's called the editing system to sort of put everything away sort of forever, and I was sort of going through all the tracks that I had marked that I liked, and I was like, there's like a ton of great material that should be seen and should be heard. And it's, look, there's that weird thing, of course, when the artist, you're putting out work posthumously. Yeah. And you're like, would they want this out there and shit? But I think that I feel like this is the same caliber of stuff that was on, with the Lights Out in terms of the home demos. Mm-hmm. But this is like, taken as a whole, it really presents a more sort of a lighter side of Kurt, because it's all recorded while he's by himself in his apartment, and it sounds like I'm basically inviting you to sit back, listen to this album, and you sound like you're sitting in his apartment with him all day while he's sitting there creating, and he's talking between tracks, and he's doing all sorts of fucked up shit with his effects boxes, and literally he does this comedy skit in the middle of it where he's like, man, hey man, I hear about, I mean, it's like fucking great shit, and it's like, it's kind of like the experience of the movie, but as a LP.
I want to blow Bert Kreischer's mind. He went through a storage facility that had a whole bunch of Kurt shit.
Did you really?
Oh, fuck.
Look,
I want to kill you.
I knew that would blow your mind.
Did you have to buy the rights to
Rich, Jesus Christ. I'm going
Let's
for a
go with
dramatic
the
moment
story here.
Oh,
goddamn it,
and he's not the one drinking.
And I'm drunk, and I'm like this. What was the storage?
Have any
so you had a storage. Wait, hold on. You had a storage unit.
Let's go with this for a second.
Like Storage Wars, but with Kurt Cobain.
Yeah,
right,
how much?
yeah.
All of a sudden, he was brought to a storage facility that's filled with like Nirvana / Kurt Cobain stuff. Could you imagine that?
Who filled it up though? Courtney and Kurt?
No. What happened when he died?
Oh my God, Rich!
when he died, so one of their friends, Eric, gathered up all the belongings and put them in boxes.
God
and then,
bless Eric.
And then ultimately, exactly.
What a good dude.
Exactly.
Courtney
She was
wasn't
giving
doing
away.
it.
She was
Yeah.
giving shit away, man. At the time, she was walking down to the park and giving away this and that, and people were coming
Shirts
to the
and
house
whatever.
and taking stuff.
Sweaters, yeah.
And as Eric described it, he said he looked around and he was like, someone better get a hold, grab all this stuff. So
Yeah,
they put everything in boxes, and they'd given access to one person before me, Charlie Cross, to look at some of the stuff, but he didn't go through all the audio. And they didn't even tell me there was audio, man.
Why
I
wouldn't
went
you
in
go
there
through
and there
the
was a
audio?
box.
It's better that way. You
Yeah,
found it.
thank
It's
God.
better
Yeah,
you
yeah.
found it because you
By the
wouldn't have a
way,
movie.
And no one will. You experienced what Lewis and Clark felt when they discovered California.
Yes.
Like that is that feeling of going, shut the fuck up. I'm fucking one more step for mankind.
Well, you know what was crazy, dude? No, it's true. And what was fucking crazy is there was no guide or roadmap, right? So I'm opening shit. I don't know what's going to be in this box or that box. I opened one box, and there's a, there's like a heart-shaped box. I open it up, and there's the suicide letter.
Oh, the one with the extra 4 lines?
Bert, have a sip. You need a sip.
So you were the first person to really see it outside of the circle.
An actual heart-shaped
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, no, it was fucking...
suicide letters in it.
I have to ask you this question. Do you think the last 4 lines wasn't from Kurt?
Like, who
who wrote?
Man, are we going there?
Yeah, we going there. The guy lived there.
We had the soaked in bleach guy out.
Yeah, the soaked in bleach guy.
Yeah, okay. I did.
There was interesting.
I watched the first half of it.
Why not the second half?
Interesting questions in that movie.
Because the second they got into Kurt wasn't suicidal, I honestly, it was like someone trying to tell me the color green is red. Like,
Okay, so why did
because you got to understand, like, I had access to everything, right? I've seen all the journals and all the artwork.
Right.
I've seen everything he's created. Okay, the people who made that film have seen nothing except what's been publicly released.
Right. Yeah.
So I know what's there, man. And this is a guy to tell me that he wasn't suicidal is just like, I'm telling you, it's like
ridiculous.
telling me, well, it's like telling me that this room is red. It's not.
Brett, let me ask you this. What other things did you see?
That's interesting.
Well,
What other things did you see where you go, wow, okay, this guy was suicidal?
Yes.
Okay. I mean everything. You know, like I mean, let's go backwards. Let's start with the fact he wrote a song called "I Hate Myself and Want to Die." Okay,
Well, that's every white dude. That's every white dude. Let's be honest.
Right, except
Elton
he
John
died.
wrote some
Except
song
he
about
ended up killing himself a few months later. So, as David Frick says in the film, because in the film, Frick says to him, "So you have this song, I hate myself and want to die," and Kurt goes, "Well, you know, it's a joke," and Frick's like, "Well, what's the joke? You know, I don't see what's funny." And sure enough, it's what happened. It started, we didn't put this in the film. Kurt had made a bunch of Super 8 films when he was a teenager.
Right.
All of the films, he was reenacting acting out a suicide attempt. So one of them, he takes a knife and sort of starts stabbing himself furiously all over. Another one, he goes black and white film. He goes into a bathroom and slits his wrist. I mean, he was having suicide fantasies at 15. Okay. I never did that. I never did that. You know, this isn't something I did.
That's how I would have started the film, by the way, if I had access to this.
It was so morbid.
me too.
You know what, man? It was in the film, and it was just sort of like, it was fucking morbid. And it wasn't like, if I felt I had to prove some point that he was suicidal, I would have been like, hey, man, here's the fucking proof.
Yeah, I get it.
No, wait, what article did you find?
But
that
can I just say one other thing about that film?
Yeah, sure.
There was stuff in the film where I totally agreed with what they were saying, like Kurt and Courtney were probably going to get divorced. Yeah, that's true. That's, in my mind, had a lot to do with why he killed himself. Not that she had him, like the conclusion that you go, yeah, they were going to get divorced, so she had him killed. Like, it just doesn't make, and everything that Tom says in the film about his interactions with Courtney, I'm like, the PI. I'm like, yeah, that's Courtney, man. You just have you ever been around anyone of that type? That's how
I've been around Courtney.
Yeah,
she's an interesting woman.
I would love to be around her. I would have sex with her.
I love Courtney.
I would try to.
I literally thought one night with Courtney just for the story versus my marriage.
She's sexy. She makes you feel like
she's so sexy.
She's hot.
She made every guy in this room feel like she wanted them.
Yeah, wait, I believe it.
Let's get back to this.
Brett, what's up? What's up?
One article?
Rich and I was checking out with Rich at that part of the conversation. What were you guys talking about?
What one article did We were the fuck Courtney Cox.
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
I mean, Courtney Love. Courtney Love.
Okay, go fuck Courtney Cox.
I'm black,
Well, they have
so
it.
I confuse white people. Courtney Love, we think she's sexy.
You want to fuck Courtney Cox?
You trying to mix up Moesha and somebody else. Listen.
What about the? I got to ask you about the death grip on the shotgun, and then the shell being on the other side, and they're like, that shouldn't have happened. I'm just asking.
And by the way, and this, I think I was out by that point, but this is the thing about the crime scene and all that stuff. Okay, man, shit, fucking, so the shell's here, the shell's there. What? I mean, who? I don't understand the art. So even if there was a dirty crime scene, to think.
Sorry. Thank God I didn't do that.
To think that
There's a dirty crime scene.
To think that a couple heroin addicts pulled off the crime of the century and no one ever found it. Oh, whatever.
All right, he's.
Oh shit, man! Bert,
you want
one?
No, I don't. But didn't you just get in from L.A.?
I did.
Let me do this. What do you
give him some. What do you give him some?
I don't drink vodka, but I'll have.
It don't matter. First of all, it's tequila.
It's tequila. I don't know what that is.
Why not?
It's Tito's.
If you don't drink it, it's like calling me a nigger.
Here's some. Hey, I gotta ask you. What's one thing you found that you did not, that you refused to publish because you were like, I don't want to take away from the hero?
And you're asking me to tell you?
Yes.
Because
Well, here, look at that pour.
Well, there was some kitty.
That's an amazing pour.
A little bit.
That's a great question, Bert Kreischer.
Because I listen. I idolized Kurt Cobain. I did.
We all do.
And I idolized, but I idolized. And you can look at my lifestyle a little bit. I idolize the lifestyle. I idolize the you put your heroes up on a pedestal, but I want to watch them destroy themselves. I idolize that. I idolize Belushi, Farley, Kurt Cobain. I love that.
Sherrod.
And I bought into what Kurt bought into. I think you buy the dream and you go, hey man, idols destroy themselves. That's what they do. I don't want that to happen for me. I want to be healthy. I want to live forever. But that is what makes things beautiful, is to watch it self-implode.
Yeah.
And when I saw him on heroin at the end of the movie, and my heart broke. I literally cried. And I was like, fuck. Do I don't do heroin, but do I ever look like that?
Yeah.
Like, do I ever think I'm being cool when I don't look like that?
But part of it is like watching fireworks explode. You want to see the explosion.
Oh, you're right.
Wow.
You want to see it.
You want to
I got deep just now.
That's deep,
Is
bro.
that? I'm sure you read the book about. Is it Keith Woods?
That's all tequila. Oh,
Keith. Who's
Keith Moon?
Who's the guitarist for Keith Richards?
Yeah.
Who said, "Hey, you wanted a hero. I gave you the hero. Don't fuck around with the way I make it."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you had to find some
He
stuff.
actually said in my movie Crossfire Hurricane, he said, "You want me to wear the black hat? I'll wear the fucking black hat for you, motherfucker."
It's
he did that documentary too, right?
I'm fucking
Crossfire Hurricane,
which was
amazing.
I'm sitting next to him right now. I watched this movie in my fucking man cave with the lights off and fucking.
Basically, the greatest thing Keith said, the Beatles wore the white hats, we wore the black ones.
And that was in your movie.
Yes.
You've earned that skinny tie, my friend.
we should get an 8-ball of Coke, Sherrod. Sherrod, let's get some Coke tonight. We can fucking party with his contacts.
Get it during the day. Don't worry.
We get him a blackout. We fucking get his Rolodex.
I'm your next movie, nigga.
So wait, how much footage of Courtney naked did you get?
Too much, man. There was, that was the. She was
sexy,
I don't know about. There was a lot of fucking naked footage, and I will say this: she never saw the movie, right? Yeah. So I was a little like, she's like almost naked in every frame. So what do I do about it? And she when I realized she wasn't going to see the movie before picture was locked, I wrote Frances and I said, hey, listen. I think we should, let your mom know that she's, going to be
Frances
naked.
Bean is the voice of reason in that family right
and
now.
And she's like, it's fucking Courtney, man. Like, it's not, it's like, it's all been out there before, man. So, by the way,
sweaty, naked, pimply.
By the way, get this.
Pimply, man.
Get this.
That's the thing you forget about Kurt Cobain.
The first time she saw the film,
she,
so I was expecting, like, she's going to come, what the fuck did you, and she came out, she didn't say a fucking word. Did not say a word about the fact she's basically naked and
oh, she didn't realize that part. You saw the nakedness. She thought more like spiritually naked and then physically. Physically, she showed titties to everybody.
Did you hear?
That's what I love.
Did you hear about Buzz Osborne from the Melvins?
I did.
He's not a fan of your film.
Apparently, he's not a fan of Kurt. He thinks everything that Kurt says is bullshit, which I actually kind of believe him. I mean, I agree with him. That was kind of the whole premise of my movie, was that Kurt was really mercurial.
We all are.
We all are. But Kurt, in particular, when he spoke to the press, was always spinning tales, right?
Yeah.
And so when I listened to all the interviews with Kurt, I felt that he was pretty disingenuous when he did interviews.
Because he was like Kevin Spacey and fucking...
He's fucking with people.
Right.
So I
He's
said,
Kaiser
rather than make a film that's based on these interviews, I'm going to do a film that's based on his art. And so, awesome. It's not a film... Here, listen, this is not a film... I don't know if there's a single fact in this. This is not a film about facts and stats.
True.
Right. And Buzz Osborne comes out and goes, 90% of the film's bullshit. Well, what, Kurt's art's bullshit? I don't know what he was referring to. He talked about a story in the film about Kurt losing his virginity, right? And he said, now I know Kurt, I know everything about Kurt, and I know that story's never happened, okay? It's bullshit. It's a fucking story, dude. Yeah. And the sort of... story, let me just say this.
Yeah, go ahead.
I found his comments to be sad. Because they were callous... And there was there was something that it made me feel like if this was his best friend, and his response to Kurt's sort of cry for help is, it's fucking bullshit, man. He never fucked that chick.
That's one reason why he killed himself.
I'm like, what is that? And that story, which is I presented in the film. This is, I find amazing no journalist ever picked this up in that context. Courtney and I talked about this on stage at the Tribeca Film Festival in April. Someone asked us if that story was true. We both said, no, we don't believe that story to be true. What I said was, I believe there is an emotional truth embedded in that story. And certainly given what happened to Kurt throughout his life, that panned out. Yeah. And if I could just say one more thing, I had access, someone in the family had told me a story about one of Kurt's earliest sexual experiences, which I am not going to publicly share, but it was humiliating. And I believe that
Welcome
story...
to my life.
Yeah, exactly. But I believe that story is essentially a metaphor for that experience. And like everything Kurt, he dresses up.
Why don't we blow up the internet right now?
Wait, if you're about to say he fucked a mattress instead of a woman, then I'm going to be pissed.
We've had some embarrassing stories already today. Let's blow up the internet, get him some tequila, and let's do this.
Listen to me. Look at me. No, I'm going to get... Hey, by the way,
I got you,
let's do this.
But listen, here's the thing. With Kurt, he's not... You can't look at Kurt's music or his art in sort of literal minded as like, well, you didn't, your grandfather's name was Leland. It wasn't Grandpa Joe. He's fucking full of shit. Yes. I mean, what is that, man? The guy is an artist. And it's a movie about his art.
Just take a sip. Let's talk.
And by the way, the thing that, then this is a guy
I just want to explain the story that Buzz says is bullshit. Yeah. Kurt said he lost his virginity to, let's say, a girl that's a bit slow. And Buzz from the Melvins says, if this, that's such a great story, I would have heard that before I saw it in the film montage of Heck.
Ave Attell has a joke kind of like that. He's like, he fucked a girl from McDonald's who was on a fried. She was a little retarded, but those titties ain't retarded.
The first thing you see in this film is the following film is based on the artwork of Kurt Cobain. Okay? Now, the attack that this film was, the suggestion that, this film's bullshit because Kurt was always bullshit would be applicable for a film in which Kurt's just talking to an interviewer the whole time, which was a film called About a Son that was produced by Michael Azarad. Michael Azarad is the one who published Buzz's article.
Yes.
There you go. Well, you gotta remember,
Michael Azarad wanted me to pay him $50,000 for the privilege of listening to his interviews with Kurt Cobain.
Fuck him,
and when I said to him, this is for Kurt's daughter. Kurt's daughter is producing this film, and he said, and it wasn't about whether or not I would use the audio, just to listen to it would change my experience of Kurt Cobain. Now, anyone who knows anything knows that Kurt did those interviews with Michael for Damage Control, for the Vanity Fair piece.
Right.
I listened. I got access to all of them. Like, we rejected them outright as this is bullshit. And so yet
this is a PR piece. It's a PR piece.
Buzz is attacking my film for saying it's bullshit when it's his fucking art, man.
Well, hold on. Buzz is talking about a world that existed with Kurt when you could be a modern day Mark Twain, when you could make up stories, make up folklore, and be the guy that the media saw. Nowadays, you can't. So he's juxtaposing two realities.
Yes.
Today, where everything's called out online.
Yeah.
You're a liar. That never happened. I can prove that by Facebook. Versus Kurt Cobain, when we were were all fucking Mark Twains. You made whatever. My parents divorced. Man, my mom. And then that's, Kurt wasn't telling a story about his life. Fuck that guy. He was telling a story about my life.
Yeah.
When I listened to Kurt talk,
I agree.
I connected with him as a fan.
I agree.
And I went, I'm in teenage angst.
I agree. I agree.
To try to dissect Kurt with a literal perspective. That's true.
Ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Fucking ridiculous.
And let me just say one more thing.
Is there weed in that?
I left that one at home. But
Okay.
Selfish. He says, I really wish I brought it up. He said,
I fucking love you. Here's the interview, nigga.
If we could say, how long are we on? Because I can send someone back to get it.
I don't see the clock anymore.
Someone call Kevin Spacey. Smith. Damn it.
And
I don't
the
see
other
the
thing
clock.
is,
Let's just keep going.
how about this one? How about saying everything out of Kurt's mouth's bullshit? And if he had slept with that woman, I would know about it. But he doesn't have a stomach problem because he told me he didn't have a stomach problem.
Yeah, that was his excuse.
Do you want to put this to bed right now?
Yeah.
I have a clip that I'll
Play
post
it!
to your website. No, we'll
Opie.
post it to your website right now if you want.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
No, I don't believe in that stuff.
No, okay.
Opie.
If you had done that, I would have fucking jumped across his board.
Show it. Let's get it.
No, hey, can I get my phone?
Can we put it on my YouTube channel?
Yeah,
let's
let's
blow up my
your
YouTube channel.
I'm going to see Bert try to come across the board.
I mean, because that was the other thing.
Hold on. I'm going to undo my shoes.
What's in the clip?
You been
basically?
perverts. Give me that fucking robot dick you're sucking. Give me some of that robot cock.
Give me
the robot.
I'm actually.
Do you need pot?
No, but I
can get you pot.
Find a beer.
We need pot.
You need pot?
We need pot. We need pot right now.
I'm in.
You want some Nicorette gum?
Nigga, what?
Brett, no, this stuff works. The Nicorette
What are
gum.
you showing?
I set you up.
I know.
I set you up.
For the oldest joke on the planet.
Call James and tell him to post that clip.
No, we're not posted. You
No,
give it to me.
give it to the show and tell him to post it
help
up.
me out here. Tell James to post.
I'm
Kurt
fucking
would love this.
trying to figure out what scent this is. Is that patchouli?
Kurt would love
What is
that.
that? Is that nutmeg? What's the scent?
Can I just say one more thing while we're on the subject?
Yeah,
there was also a comment that a lot of what Courtney says in the film is bullshit. And there's a line. The last card of the film says that something about the testimonies don't necessarily represent the opinions of the filmmaker.
Okay. Yeah.
So oftentimes I'll put a line in, like Kurt's mom says, "My kids loved growing up in Aberdeen." Well, we know that's not true.
Aberdeen, Maryland?
No,
Aberdeen,
Washington's right.
And we know that's not true. So why is that in there? Am I just being taken for a fool, or is it in there because it's revealing something about Kurt's mom? And so oftentimes I'll put something in there because it's revealing something about the speaker. Someone may be telling me something that I find to be something like
fabrication, but you still
or
put
an
it
embellishment, and I'm putting it in there so you can see the psyche of the people that were surrounding him.
And also people.
I don't necessarily believe the story about Wendy Cobain says about the first time she played Nevermind. Maybe it happened, maybe it didn't. Who knows? I wasn't there. I'm more interested in the fact how she's telling that story.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's the truth.
And
That's
the fact that she is the sort of anchor of that story, if you will, the hero of that story.
Can I tell you who was hateable in your movie? You're ready? The stepmom.
I don't think so.
I hated her.
Yeah?
Fucking hated her.
Who's the stepmom?
Well, I mean, Kurt gets kicked out of his house and this and that, and then goes to live with his father for a little while with his stepmom.
Right.
And man, she came. Sorry.
She was hard. She treated Kurt Cobain like your mother treated your older sister. I heard that.
She was cold, and she had her own kids, and now she also has to deal with, her
your
new
mother
husband's
dealt with the older sister.
But you know what? Son, and how she was telling that story in the movie, I was like, I don't know.
You felt the hate in her voice?
I did. And it's like, do you understand who was in your house for a while? A genius.
She still thinks he's an asshole because it was
She
her
still
kid.
thinks that he's just some,
extra kid she had to take care of.
Some acting out teenager.
Well, and also people.
Is that bad to say?
No, that's great to
No,
say.
I think Brett's mad though.
I want to. As people don't realize too, as one documentary filmmaker to another.
He's going there.
When you have when you have shut up.
Have you guys not seen the fucking movie Girls Are Funny?
It's women are funny.
Women are funny. None of us have apparently.
Wait a second. But when you have 60 or 70 hours of film, you also have to make a movie out of it.
Stop trying to do a sequel, nigga.
No, I'm not. No,
I got extra footage. I heard that.
No, so I'm sure he had so much fucking footage.
Oh, yeah.
And you have to. Oh yeah, now you're jumping
He
on
can
my
do a part
questions.
two. You do no part two.
But what I'm
Part
saying,
two.
is
It's
people
hard
go,
to
well,
figure
that's
out
not
what you're
right,
gonna use in a
or that's
film.
not true,
Yes.
or that's not. Yeah, but you got to put a movie together to make it go from beginning, middle to end. Do you see what I'm saying?
I do.
What
Can
about
I-
DVD,
can't wait.
though?
I
You have
can't
a
wait.
DVD with extra footage?
Yeah, there's a little extra footage. Yeah, I think there's going to be like 40 or 50 extra
Can I
minutes.
talk to you about Dave Grohl again?
Oh, I was just about to ask that.
Yeah.
Put all that footage on there.
He explained this perfectly.
I'm dying to know the answer, and I'm
But
sure you've answered it.
I don't think a lot of directors would have the discipline to not include Dave Grohl in any type of Kurt project. No,
Right.
I respect you for not doing
Yeah.
it for
Yeah,
real. Because I don't
You said that before.
I don't think anyone would be able to do that to themselves. Like, fuck, I got Dave Grohl footage. I got to just
And
figure out
not
how to
use
put it in
it?
the film. Right? He decided not to use it.
What was that? What was that decision?
And then he also decided not to put it in the DVD.
It was the right decision.
Well,
I'm going to say that as a black man.
I just
So you
thought
can't fight it.
I just thought that the problem between Courtney Love and Dave Grohl was so strong that Dave refused to be part of the film. But I now believe you did interview Dave.
No,
Grohl
I did
for the
interview
film.
Dave, yeah.
And then you decided
I love Dave, by
It
the
wasn't
way.
going to help push the film forward. I think you said.
Well, we had already locked picture on the film at the point when Dave sat for an interview. He was unavailable during the time we were making the film, and it's not an interview-based film. And I thought Chris covered Kurt's interest in the band pretty
And
well.
they were a lot closer too.
Yeah, I mean they've been together from the beginning.
The drummer?
No. The bass player.
Bass player. Right.
And I did the interview with Dave as a Hail Mary, knowing that there was very little chance after spending 8 years working on a film, I was going to do an interview and get it squeezed in 2 weeks. And we tried, and it wasn't happening. And then
The white man.
And then I just was like, yes, in retrospect, man, I think maybe if I had put it in, we wouldn't be having this conversation, and so it's become a distraction. And for that,
What do you think?
I don't think so.
Really?
No. Let me tell you something. In watching
you were
the movie,
distracted, man.
in watching the movie. I love Dave Grohl.
Yeah.
I love Dave Grohl,
him.
and I love Foo Fighters. I love Dave Grohl. But
I don't like a lot of white people.
What I liked
love
about
him.
you not including him was that
You were right.
was that it was about Kurt.
Yes.
Dave Grohl's
That's right.
become Dave Grohl.
Yes.
And if
It's
I see
too big
Dave
of a
Grohl, I go,
story.
oh, that's right. What's Foo Fighters doing these
Yes.
days? It was about Kurt. It was about the band Nirvana.
Yeah.
Which Dave Grohl was a third part of, if not less.
I was distracted a little bit because I was just expecting him
Waiting
to pop
for him,
up.
yeah.
Yeah. And then we got to lucky enough to talk
Once
to
he
Brad
did
about
pop
the
up,
film,
I was
and,
good
and
with
you
it.
explained it.
I was good with it, with him not popping
Yeah,
up.
now I am. I've seen
Yeah.
the movie twice.
Yeah.
Now I don't give a fuck.
I saw it twice, too.
I really don't.
Well, and he has access to the media. Everyone knows what he thinks, and look, in retrospect, if I could have interviewed him at the beginning of the project when we interviewed everyone else, it probably would have unfolded in a different way.
Well, here's the question. I watched the documentary twice, just like Opie, and I smoked a lot of pot during it. Do you feel guilty about that?
About the fact you smoked pot watching the movie?
Yes.
Do I feel guilty about
You
it?
should. Look at my eyes.
Look at Rich. Rich, that is exactly how I feel about you. Smoking pot.
Disingenuine?
No, there's a definite stoner feel to the movie.
Yes,
for sure, man.
The animation, you pulling in
It's a
all the
stoner
stoners.
movie as well.
Oh, yeah, no.
So don't
but
blame me for
what?
smoking.
When I was a kid, when The Wall opened up, you remember that movie?
Yeah.
I saw the movie every night for 5 days on Purple Gel. And
What's Purple Joe?
it's very close to Purple Jesus. Which
It
we
is
took-
close. It is close.
We used to take that in
It's a
college.
sippy sip?
And it was the
Acid.
thing, man. You'd go to the movie theater,
Jesus.
and it was a fucking trip, man. And when I started this movie, The Wall was in the back of my mind, that the experience, just that idea of mixing animation and live action.
It was great. You killed the animation and the live action. What school did you go to, by the way?
School of
Hard Knocks.
That's the nigga school. That's nigga university, by the way.
Why not do a TV series? I thought you guys were about to slap me in the face.
He high-fived. You caught that? Yes. That's going to blow the website up.
I'd like you to start a series where you take artists from the 90s that only had like a tape recorder and would play by themselves. I'd love to hear all those fucking audio
No
tracks.
kidding.
I want to hear 22 minutes of just one.
Wait, seriously?
Sherrod's taking a phone
Sherrod's
call.
got a booty call at 10 in the morning.
Sherrod, you right?
Sherrod.
It's my agents from Abrams Artists. Is calling me right now.
Abrams?
Wow. But
They're telling you to shut the fuck up. They're like, yo, dude, get the fuck out of there right now.
No,
I would
Rich is on the phone. All right, listen.
I'd like to see, like Shannon Hoon did. You
Blind Melon.
Blind Melon. I love Shannon Hoon, and he did a recording from rehab to his bandmates of a song he liked.
at 4 p.m.
But you listen to him talking to the room.
Where am I going?
Yeah. He's got an audition. He's drunk.
Oh, well, by the way, Bert is so hammered that he poured me a glass of that I thought was tequila that is clearly vodka, and even after it was pointed out as vodka. Yeah. And he said it was tequila.
Sean's back, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Spielberg just called. I'm in a new Star Wars, so whatever.
They're bringing Jar Jar Binks back.
That's right. Jar Jar.
Going with your point, can you imagine what Shannon Hoon would have done if you didn't fucking die?
Dude. Shannon Hoon, I'll tell you right now, Shannon Hoon is, and this is going to sound so silly because it's Shannon Hoon, and then no one thinks Blind Melon, they think the B-Girl.
They kind of think a one-hit wonder, really.
Yeah, and it's not. He was one of the greatest freaking artists ever, and I follow, and his daughter follows me, Nico Blue Hoon, follows me on Twitter.
Blue.
Yeah, but it's the same. It's the same.
Let me show
trajectory.
you something. Let me show you something. I got Courtney and Frances Bean following me.
I got Courtney following me. I don't have Frances Bean.
I want Frances Bean and Courtney following me.
Frances Bean.
I would hammer Frances Bean with DMs
because we played her boyfriend's band.
Oh, the Eries.
That's right.
The Eries. So she's like, right on, man.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I'm going to pump the Eries just so she can follow me.
Got a little love.
What's the name of this band? I'll hashtag them.
The Eries.
I think
they're pretty
got
good.
Pat from the Smithereens following me.
I got to. I want to take one phone call from Mike in Canada. We got Brett Morgan in studio, the director of Montage of Heck, which returns to theaters tomorrow.
Thank you.
With some extra stuff for the people.
Crazy.
All right, go ahead, Mike.
Thanks, Hope. Yeah, Brett. I've got the impression from Brett that he's grown kind of close to Frances and Courtney, which is understandable. But I was wondering if there was no suggestion that Courtney had something to do with Kurt's death. Would you tend to look at it a little bit more objectively? The other movie.
Absolutely, man. And I thought I did that in the film. I mean, one of the things in the film is the final chapter when we arrive. Courtney talks about that incident in Rome, and that Kurt believed that she was cheating, and she talked about how that was the sort of catalyst for the suicide attempt that night. And to me, that was the story. I didn't know what was there beyond that. That you had that to me, at the end of the day, that is what contributed to the final act. And to your point, of course, man, if I had seen anything to the contrary, if I'd come across anything to the contrary, I know what you're saying. You're saying, because, I was close to them, was I going to protect them? And I think if you see the film, okay, if you watch the film, I was convinced Courtney would hate the film, in part because of where it landed at the end.
Yeah.
And in Kurt singing, "Where did you sleep last night?" I mean, I was like, oh man, she's going to freaking hate this film.
I give you credit for that. Because you got ballsy with that. You went with what you thought.
And so, it's amazing to me that people think it soft pedals Courtney. I mean, I think it's pretty raw, man. I think that, I don't know.
Only white people think that. White people think that.
I wasn't suggesting that you've gone too easy on Courtney. My one thought about Courtney was that possibly I'm pretty sure that Courtney was a much different person when Kurt died than she is now. I think the one impression I've always had of Courtney was that she was a very, very clever, smart individual.
Hey, racist.
And I think,
cheers.
And I think at that time when Kurt died,
you owe me for that, Opie.
I think if she really thought her back was against the wall,
I totally agree, Hammer.
Guys, hammer him down.
Fucking Jesus Christ.
Let me say this: if she thought her back, if you want to be,
he was in Storage Wars and walked into a unit that had Kurt Cobain's private things.
I want to know about some of the other stuff in the storage unit.
Let me just say this.
Any cardigan sweaters.
I don't know why you would leap that you would have him killed as opposed to just try to take him to the cleaners in a trial. Yeah. And here's the thing. Let me just say this: Kurt Cobain never had a problem quitting was not a problem for Kurt. He quit high school 2 months before graduation. He, the stuff, like I said,
was Courtney Love?
But anyways, to break it all down, I know it's the point you were trying to make, and I really felt this tremendous obligation to get the story right as it revealed itself to me. And I didn't go into the storage unit with the intention of trying to prove anything. I went there to say, I'm going to make a movie in which Kurt tells the story of his life through his art. And whatever that story was what the film was going to be. If it was completely in sync with the myth, then the film would have been the myth. And so that's, I was completely wide open and prepared to go anywhere I needed to go.
Was Courtney the last woman that he was in love with?
Was Courtney the last one? As far as I know, yeah, for sure.
Who was the woman right before that? Who was the woman right before that then? You know it more than anybody.
Toby.
Right
before Courtney?
Who was Toby? Who's Toby?
Toby Bell?
I'm black. I don't know who it is.
She was a girl that he was with for...
How hot was she? Did you masturbate to her?
Jesus.
Look at my face. Don't look away. Did you masturbate to her?
I did not.
That means yes.
And I'm not allowed to talk.
Wait, can I get back to the? I want to get back to the storage unit.
She was the one with the huge tits in the movie, right?
No, that's Tracy. That's Tracy.
She was hot. She was hot in the day.
Who's Toby?
Toby was it. There was he dated someone in the middle.
Oh,
she was kind of like half boy, half girl. I nailed it, Opie. I know.
So wait, what's one thing out of the storage unit that if you could take with you, you would have taken? That if you could take one thing out of the storage unit,
they probably gave him a couple things.
I'm sure.
No, what's the one thing you wanted that you were like, this would be as a fan, this would be badass to have in my house?
Oh shit! I would probably have to be.
It's a bunch of things.
Some of his paintings are pretty extraordinary, and when you see them in person, they're very. There's a lot of texture.
Will it be an auction soon of his things? You think?
No, I hope not. But
where's it going to end up?
Hopefully as a traveling exhibit or something like that. I mean, look, I think a lot of the stuff in there, is
any clothes,
personal.
Well, yeah. I mean,
did you get to smell them?
Frances talked about that.
Frances owns it all.
No, she talked about that. That was really touching. She talked about in the Rolling Stone interview with Frick. She talked about how she knew Kurt's smell because when he had passed, they had left some stuff of his belongings, and that when she came back to the storage facility with me, she was able to sort of...
As a father of a daughter, that's fucking painful shit to hear.
Brutal.
Were any guitars in there?
Tons, all of them. Yeah,
You're right, Bert.
Yeah, all the guitars.
How's that testicle
in fact,
now?
Right
now, I'm thinking I would have gotten on one guitar, hoping it was tuned down to On a Plane, and just played it. Dung, 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 dung,
what about any gold coins?
There's a beauty to this.
I feel like we ruined Rich's morning. I was outside and Rich was like, "This is the fucking greatest show." And then I come in the room and Rich is like sulking in the corner.
No, I'm not sulking. My head's killing me, and I have just had a major headache, and I got a lot of shit going on, and I don't.
You seem so happy outside.
No, I was, but then I realized I don't like these other. I love you, but there's certain people.
Wait, are you leaving, Rich?
No, I'm not. I'm cleaning up because I know that's what I do. I clean. I'm obsessive compulsive.
Let's go to Eric.
Could you clarify one thing? You had mentioned that you found the suicide note in the heart-shaped box.
Yeah.
Was that in the storage unit?
Mm-hmm.
Because in Soaked in Bleach, I got the idea that the note was kind of around to be found in the house.
Oh, I think.
Are you saying? Well, I don't know how it was found in the house. I'm saying where it
went from
where
the
exists
house
today.
to the storage unit. I'm thinking.
Yeah, I mean,
no, but I got the feeling in Soaked in Bleach that it was kind of planted to be found. Like here's.
Oh, right.
In their narrative.
I don't believe it was put in a heart-shaped box back then. I think it has been stored in one now. Do you understand what I'm saying?
But do you think it was meant for you to find it and expose it?
No, I didn't expose it. It's already, everyone's seen it.
Yeah, that's been out there for a while.
So this was after.
In fact, I thought, I remember thinking when I looked at it that there's got to be more to this. I remember flipping it over and sort of having, it was, actually, I don't really want to talk about that experience. It was pretty unnerving.
Did you bring a bottle of wine into any time?
I did.
That's all thinking the shit I would have done.
Yeah. You know what, Bert? I'm just going to say yes because I could see. I don't want to disappoint you.
I would be in there with a bottle of wine.
I know you would.
And my wife, I'd be like, cell phone off.
I would have left with something, right? I would have shoved something in my pants somehow.
I would have grabbed a cardigan.
I was so
cardigans are what when I think of Kurt Cobain, I wore cardigans.
Maybe a sneaker
aggressively.
I was
sneaker maybe.
I was so paranoid. Our entire staff that was in there had to wear these white jumpers.
Oh, you went in there with other people?
These white jumpers with no pockets. They had to leave their cell phones outside.
Oh, fuck.
It was
that.
yeah, you wouldn't have had any fun.
I'd have been like, give me the key. I'm making a movie, and I do me right now.
That's some major
So you
cock
got to know
teasing
how to
right
cut
there.
a hole in the bottom of your sneaker and work your toes.
Brett needs water now. He needs water because
the vodka is right there. So, God, this is going to sound really silly, but like, and this sounds horrible to say, but did his thing smell like smoke and heroin? But you think in watching the movie, I noticed he smoked fucking nonstop.
This isn't like you're getting this image of like some like 11-year-old boy smelling his mother's underwears. Like it wasn't like I put my nose into his garments. It was like trying to inhale.
In a weird way, that's the things that your movie left to be desired was the smell.
That's true because it appeals to many senses, and I don't believe we did odorama.
No, but like I literally the whole time when I watched them shower and I watched them clean their faces, I was like, wait, Kurt Cobain smelled like Clearasil? They just smelled like regular cleaning supplies. That kind of.
I would love to read Bert's review of the film, which would be, I would imagine, a glowing review. But you get to the last paragraph and said the film succeeds on nearly every level. It appeals to 4 of the 5 senses. However, I was left wondering what Kurt smelled like.
I always find it weird when famous people smell like regular people. You know?
What are they supposed to smell like?
I don't know. Hollywood.
Look
at Sherrod just picked
30 miles. You missed a lot.
Yeah, I ain't missed too much. They should smell like fucking
Well, there's scenes in that movie,
Harvey
Montage
Levin.
of Heck, where you could tell they stunk. Right? That sweaty apartment scene when they're naked.
That's the sexiest scene, though.
The scene that broke my heart was the birthday party, though, for Francis Bean's first birthday, and then Courtney chases Kurt down, and he's nodding out on like the roof or something,
That's so sad.
or a balcony. That footage was just wow.
It was too real. It was so real.
And I bet you the footage you saw was worse than that.
I know
that was pretty bad. That footage. That I don't know what's worse. By the way, what's worse than that?
I'm thinking maybe him totally nodded out, not moving.
9/11 footage wasn't worse than that.
No, what's worse than that? Well, because you did show him with Francis kind of nodding out. What's worse than that, and had to be in there, is him being a vacant father, 100% vacant.
I never saw that though, man.
But that's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know.
This is the problem with
this father. This is all I want to know. Because as a viewer, I watched that and I went, well, there's got to be worse. But to know that there's not, I'm happy.
You know what?
It's not.
I thought what was there was really fucking bad, and it was not a light decision to put it in the film. You know what I mean? It was like. And we talked about this last time I was here. I mean, I got in a huge thing with his mom about it. You know, it's like, why do we have to see that? Why do we have to see that?
You have to.
But it shows contrast. It's not easy being a father. I don't care if you're post-mortem or fucking mortem, nigga.
Yeah.
It's not easy. So your kid's going to know that. The kids always remember that.
It was.
They always remember that.
I think it was more about, like, we all know Kurt did heroin. But we don't know what it looks like, and if we don't show it, then we're going to inevitably be romanticizing it.
But here's the thing: his mother
it's definitely glamorized.
I like it. I like it romanticized.
So to see it all, fucked up like that.
His mother needs to know that he's still a good dude, even though he did heroin, and the daughters will see that he's still a fucking honest guy. That's why he did heroin, just to be on this fucking earth longer than he was on it. Without heroin, he'd be dead at 16. Dead at 16. I'm saying it. I'm black. I can say it.
How about without heroin?
I think we've established you're black by now. Thank you. Well established.
So you saw my cock.
How about?
Well, that was the part that confused me.
It's pointing at you. God damn it, he's good. This guy is good.
Ladies and
You're
gentlemen,
making a lot more movies.
Rich Vos has a question.
No. It's just my theory.
That was damn good.
But without heroin, he might still be alive now. You're saying that.
Yeah, but would he be worth being alive now?
Yeah,
I think. You know what? Let me tell you something. People,
the sober one here.
You know, here's the thing that people
don't
go.
do that.
People die so people can. No, people say people die so people can live. People live so people don't have to die.
I agree.
Okay?
I agree.
That's the deal.
It gives encouragement to other people. It's a cautionary tale. now.
Well, let me
It's
ask
everybody else.
Listen, it's hard to have a lot of breakthroughs when you're on drugs.
You've seen so much, behind the scenes stuff as far as Kurt Cobain goes. If he did not kill himself, what kind of artist would he have been? You think?
Well,
you think he would have left Nirvana, like he hinted
at? Yes,
I do.
I did.
But
that Unplugged was very telling.
He left before he died. He left in his mind before he died.
But the Unplugged was very telling to show how really talented he was with his voice and everything. When you got him outside the grunge genre,
man,
he was so great.
You know what was,
he was
really,
a soul singer.
The song,
I'll tell you something amazing about the Unplugged.
He was a soul singer. He's like Smokey Robinson, nigga, but people don't realize it.
So we had assembled everything that is left behind of Kurt's, both the stuff we collected and the stuff that was on MTV and all over any news channel all over the road, right? So we collect everything. We're looking at it chronologically, both music, stuff that was happening in his apartment, stuff that was happening on MTV, everything. And you go through all that and you get to Unplugged and you're like, where did this come from?
Yeah.
Like, there was no lead up to it. There was no...
Because they didn't show it.
It just was like the defining moment where everything came together. Mm-hmm. And there weren't a tremendous amount of rehearsals leading into that. I mean, I heard the rehearsal tape with the Meat Puppets.
Yeah.
It's not that good.
Right.
And somehow that night, it was magic, man. And there was this...
It's kismet. It's a fucking something you can't explain.
Yeah.
It was there before you even seen it.
Yeah.
It was there already.
I love what Courtney said. I never asked anyone what they thought Kurt would do because it doesn't really matter what he would be doing today because it's just so, it's not going to happen. But she did volunteer to me that she thought if he was still around, he'd probably be like Tom Petty.
Yeah, he'll be doing Opie radio. No, he'll be bigger than Tom Petty.
Don't short sell Tom Petty.
I know
Tom Petty's great.
He's got some great lyrics.
Tom Petty,
he would have been.
You know what? I'm taking
version.
that back. I decided I'm taking that back. You're right.
You don't know how it feels is a
no, but he's still creating, coming up with something.
He would have been building on what Tom Petty already created. He would have been doing video, comedy, music.
When let me throw some shit at the fucking. Let me throw a little shit out.
Let's hear it.
I just heard an album last week that to me was the first time in 20 years that I heard something that reminded me of the power and authority of In Utero.
Yeah.
First time I heard it, and it's Kid Cudi's new album.
Yes, nigga! Kid Cudi is a genius.
Can I get that as a ringtone, please?
I did Fox News.
Every
shit
time
with
my
Kid
phone
Cudi.
rings, I want to hear that.
I'm telling you right now, I will be.
Kid Cudi is a word whore. He's a whore of words and lyrics.
You know how I met Cudi?
I love him.
This is a great story.
Album.
I'm at the ArcLight doing a Q&A when the movie
Drop
opened.
the science.
And I'm sitting there like talking to the audience
Opie,
after the movie.
I'm gonna get you on Kid Cudi.
And Cudi,
he's a wordsmith.
He's yeah.
Holy
he does Fox News shows.
There's so much going on
here.
He
does Fox
First
News
of all,
shows.
You really say the N-word a lot when you're drunk. I noticed that.
I know.
Is he
when I get drunk.
Opie, and it gets more aggressive, too.
And you gotta love the division in here, though. Like, the rehab guys are over here. The recovery guys are over here.
I can't believe you said Kid Cudi, though.
I can't believe you're in recovery. We've just been giving you vodka.
I don't know.
Thank you for making him
That's why I'm the bridge. I'm the bridge.
I don't know anything about Kid Cudi.
Which album should I get?
He's a wordsmith.
You look at Kurt.
He fucking analyzes
all you need
everything.
to know about Cudi is he came into the scene as like Kanye and Jay-Z's protege.
Gotta get him on the show.
And he's about to drop an album. That is, he playing every instrument himself.
Yes,
he keeps it so real, and know him. He's on Comedy Bang Bang now. He's the host.
He's the new guy after what's his name went to the Steve Colbert show.
Yeah, but man, his new album. I'm telling you, it's like he's bringing the rock back, and it's gonna.
You're gonna love it.
So we should play a Kid Cudi song today.
I'm telling you, tomorrow we'll play it.
Play one song. I'd like to hear it.
Sweet.
Yeah, we'd like to hear one.
He's the best.
Play the new single, Confused, man.
I want
Confused.
Before we move on from Kurt and Unplugged, that Where Did He Sleep Last Night?
Oh.
To this day gives me chills.
Give me a guitar, I can play it right now.
No way.
To this day.
Huh?
Oh, yeah, I can play every song on that
Get
Unplugged
a fucking
album.
guitar.
Can we get a guitar?
I can play every song.
Did you do Where Did You Sleep Last Night?
You know how to play guitar?
I'd like to.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I was in a band in college.
guitar
I
now.
can't believe I'm saying this out loud again for the 100th time. I was in a band in college, and I was obsessed with Nirvana. And I thought maybe if you infuse a little bit of hip hop, it would be great. Hence Limp Bizkit. And I kicked out the guitarist because he was better than me, and I couldn't remember lyrics very well.
You went to college?
I kicked out the guitarist. He formed a band called Creed. And the rest is history.
Are you serious?
The rest is
Mark
gospel
Tremonti.
history.
Mark Tremonti was in my band. He was in my fraternity also.
Are you for real?
I swear to all my kids, I gave him his nickname. The other guy. We were ATOs at Florida State.
And you kicked him out?
I kicked him out of our band because he was too good.
Bert made every wrong white decision in the last 15 years.
No, he hasn't. He didn't marry Bonnie.
Amazing.
Tell me, where did you sleep last night?
Bonnie made the wrong decision. Bonnie made the wrong decision.
Let's do it.
Lake of Fire was like my song.
All right, let's do Lake of Fire.
About a girl. Dude, I learned
Which one you want to do?
Whichever one I remember.
All right, we're getting
I put that performance, Where Did You Sleep, as one of the all-time great rock performances.
We're hanging,
Jimmy
nigga.
Monterey
Look
Pop.
at me, nigga. We're hanging out.
Yeah, no, for sure. I have nothing to do tonight. And also, you saw Crossfire Hurricane, like Midnight Rambler to me by the Stones, and its uncut 11-minute version is like, it's a rock opera. It's one of the greatest performances of all time.
Yeah.
But I put that Where Did You Sleep? And you know, as a filmmaker, this is just a freaking gift when you are given the opportunity to work with Midnight Rambler and Where Did You Sleep?
That's crazy.
Wow.
That's
crazy.
What did you do in the past life to deserve that? You hugged a black woman?
Yeah, how did you get involved with all this?
Yeah.
Well,
to get to the point where you're hanging out with Courtney Love and going through Kurt's storage locker, and he told the story last time during Crossfire Hurricane. He's just hanging with Keith and Mick like it's no big deal.
I want to punch you in your white face. I want to punch you in your fucking white privileged face.
I got there, man, from spending 3 years in Bedford-Stuyvesant doing
That's
a
where
film.
I grew up.
Dude, I did come on the Bed-Stuy Boxing
Come
Center.
give me a hug, nigga. Give me a hug.
Marcus Garvey.
All right,
You
this
from
hugging
Bed-Stuy?
Film this.
He's
Whereabouts?
I'll take that guitar, please.
No shit, man.
All right, hold on a minute. This
Opie, I'm changing the show.
Hold on a minute. This Brett Morgan is gonna blow up my YouTube channel. The clip's up there. But now you can explain what the clip is that you were gracious enough to give me today.
Let's do it.
Hold on.
Oh, listen how fucking good I sound.
That sounds great.
Am I drunk? That sounds good. That sounds fucking good. Tell me I'm not the next Kurt Cobain. You did a documentary on him.
I want to push the clip. It's
Yeah.
What is this clip?
Okay, so let me tell you. So this was the last thing that I cut out of the film, and I only cut it out for time.
Is that a girl?
It was.
It's about a girl.
You see parts of this scene in the film. It's there was the morning that Kurt went to Cedars-Sinai to get a battery of tests, trying to figure out what was wrong with his
Sounds
stomach.
like my last night.
And so this was shot the morning that he was released. You could still see on his arm his bracelet from the hospital.
Yeah.
And Courtney's asking him to describe what happened to him that morning.
Courtney is a sexy bitch.
And I know there's been a lot of discussion, not that it's really anyone's business, about whether Kurt made up his stomach issue or whether it was an excuse or whatever it was. And I think that that this will hopefully put some of this to bed.
Right.
And I think that there was that thing, and I just want to point this out. That going back to the Buzz thing, he was like, I know Kurt didn't have a stomach problem because he told me, but that just goes to what Buzz was saying earlier, that Kurt was kind of spin things around a bit,
right?
And
but he was the master of jerking your chain, is what Buzz Osborne said.
And he might have done that to Buzz, but and by the way, and this is coming from someone who fucking has a huge amount of respect for Buzz and the Melvins and what they did, and what they did for Kurt. In terms of giving him.
Is that Courtney right there in that picture?
Yeah,
I would eat her fucking
Basically,
box.
what Brett Morgan gave me.
Her white box.
It says unreleased Kurt Cobain clip from Montage of Heck, and he gave it to me for our YouTube channel. Holy fuck! Thank you.
Holy shit! This is on your YouTube channel?
Yeah. Sorry,
it's
gonna blow up.
Blow up my YouTube channel. Hey, will you record me playing this, and we're all singing together? We're all gonna sing this song together.
Did you explain the clip properly, or?
Yeah, I think it's pretty evident. I mean, it's Courtney's interviewing Kurt the morning that he was released from Cedars-Sinai.
I want to eat her box.
We'll tweet out the link for the people, but
Tweet it out.
It's YouTube. Opie Radio on YouTube. Bert Kreischer wants to play for Brett Morgan,
but I want us all to sing. Can you pull up the lyrics for what's the name of the song?
Where did you sleep last night? Or
and then we can all
Fire?
sing. Where did you sleep last night? And we'll all sing it.
I need one more Coca-Cola.
Before you did that, I'm afraid we may lose people. So can I just say Montage of Pack? Montage of Pack opens nationwide tomorrow.
Plug your gigs.
You're not leaving.
He goes, before we do that, I know we're going to lose people. Can we?
I think we're just going to continue the show. Fuck it.
Fuck the show.
It's Montage of Heck returns to theaters tomorrow. I've seen it twice. And you know what? I've seen it on my stupid laptop. I think I'm going a third time.
I've seen it so many times.
If you've only seen it on television, listen, and let me just say this. The reason, the day I decided to put this back in theaters was when I saw it on HBO, because I'd never seen it on my home TV. I'd only seen it in theaters, and I was like, no, it was like, it's so small, man, and I'm not hearing it, and it needs to be here. It needs to be heard.
They treated you like a black dude.
There we go again, man. I'm so glad you keep reminding me, because I
want you to know.
Here's the deal. I never seen it, so I'm going to see it in the theater for the first time.
You're a nigger in my mind.
Come tomorrow night to IFC Center, man.
I'm performing tomorrow in Connecticut.
Oh my God, Vos, stop. Stop self-promoting.
He asked me to come by.
He did not ask. He didn't ask you what you was doing.
I'm sorry if you alcoholics would keep your fucking ears open.
Let's not name call. That's like saying the N-word to us.
2 drinks don't make you alcoholic. Yeah, it makes you cool.
Two drinks.
We've had barely 2. Listen, this is a handle, and we barely drink half of it.
He's drinking all your drinks, then.
I have half of one.
We just got the guy out of recovery for this fucking. All right,
Rich's sponsor has just arrived. I don't know if anyone's noticed.
Rich's sponsors, Maui Tan Babe. Hey, wait, let's get a viral video, okay?
Let's do it.
Mustard was the last viral video, right? Let's get a viral video.
Yes,
I'll play.
I'll be the black guy.
Rich, do you want to switch seats at this point?
No, where are you going? Don't leave. No, don't leave.
We're going to play.
I'd rather be front row watching.
We've all got the lyrics. Okay?
If anyone's filming this, I get the 2-shot.
No, 3-shot.
Ebony and Ivory.
We got 3 cameras in here.
We got it better. We're going around the horn. Everyone gets a chorus, okay?
Begin.
Rich starts it.
I don't know it.
It's right here, Rich. It's right here.
No, you got to take over, and we'll jump in when we can.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, man.
This is yours.
I feel like I'm back in giving out spankings. That was the name of my band.
Opie, just in case someone tunes in during the middle of this, you want to announce that this is not Kurt Cobain doing Where Did You See Last Night? Because anyone who thinks this is some rare bootleg.
I make it not racist.
All right, here we go.
All right, you guys ready?
Berto!
My girl.
No!
What do you
Don't lie to me.
Yeah.
Tell me, where did you sleep last night? Rich. In the pines.
In the pines.
It's not going to be a viral thing.
I got this. I'll make it cool.
You want to start over?
Okay, let's start over.
I can't see.
Bert, I think you have to focus.
I think it's got to be a solo.
Thank you. Bert knows how to direct.
You know what? I got it. What would have made Nirvana better?
Yeah.
A black dude. Okay, here we go.
But you take the lead vocals.
I'll take the lead, and you just harmonize me. Harmonize me,
It's a fucking duo.
Okay, here we go.
I couldn't see it.
I said, nigga.
That's the way all Nirvana shows like this. This is horrible.
My girl.
Well, you're the backup.
All right, so lead off, Whitey.
You're the Pips.
Where's Gladys? You're the worst Gladys ever. That's another way of saying, that's another way of saying nigger. It's like saying nigger. Get in there. Goddamn Temptations. Get in there, documentary.
All right, let's go. Holy fuck.
Kurt wanted this.
My girl. Don't lie to me.
Don't lie.
Tell me, where did you sleep last night? In the pines. Where the sun don't ever shine.
Never.
There the whole night through.
What?
My girl. Where will you go?
Nigga.
I'm going where the cold wind blows.
There we go, Bertie.
In the pines. Where the sun don't ever shine. I'll still the whole night through.
Deal with it, Whitey. hard.
Sherrod's kissing Brett Morgan. Oh my God!
Did you catch that?
You got it.
He got it. He got it.
That was a good job. That was a good job. That's a good job.
That's it. I got to say a little pitchy.
Dog.
It's exhausting being a black dude in this room. You got a good cheek, by the way.
I didn't know you were that good of a singer.
Shut up, Rich.
That was fucking good.
It started off pretty good.
No, I mean,
Not bad.
Look, you've had 10 drinks.
All white dudes play acoustic guitar?
No, I can't.
He's a friend I do. He was like the first night I met John Mayer. And I do. With our knees and shoes, I do. With a thing I do.
Okay, now here we go. Ready? Wait.
Hit it. Hit the note.
Come on.
Well, fuck. Okay, let's just stop.
Hey, can you do some Tom Waits?
Tom Waits? Yeah. Just wait for it. I'm gonna Tom Waits. Oh, by the way, I can also play Creed. I had to learn because I'm fucking so pissed about Creed.
You're a Christian rocker.
Play Creed.
Fuck.
Play something Creed.
Hey, will you just real quick tell me the guitar tabs? It's C. It's in C. No, it's in C.
We'll do that real quick for you.
Do some Cat Stevens.
Oh fuck! Like I'm so fucking hammered.
Oh no, really?
You play.
No, that's all right.
Ray's taking
I'll play. He's taking the guitar.
You guys all know how to play?
Where are we going with this?
You know how to play?
Where you going?
Black man's
Look it over there.
What do you want?
Huh?
That's perfect.
Play Muddy Waters.
This is John Mayer. Does that sound like rape? I can say it. I was there. He just loves the footage. He don't give a fuck. He just loves the footage.
Read higher.
That was Jessica Simpson hold down. I was the bottom. He was the top. Then we high-fived and switched.
What?
You heard me.
All right, I got the
With who?
Jessica Simpson.
You doubled?
Wait for my memoirs. It's a good book, nigga. I doubled everything he banged in the last 10 years. Everything.
I spaced out for a second. I just turned over and I heard him say something about banged in 10 years.
I don't know what he just said.
John Mayer. Me and John Mayer are good friends.
Oh, yeah?
And they might have tag teamed.
You can Google a video of us.
God
2 guys in 1 cup. We redid the 2 girls in 1 cup. But we did a yoga spot right across the street from his house.
Nice.
2 guys, 1 cup. Sherrod Small, John Mayer. Google it right now, guys.
And Bert Kreischer's looking
It's gonna change your life. I'm looking up Creed's. Voice like this. I gotta make that a movie. Me and Bonnie gonna make that a movie.
I just have to return to this for one moment. Right before I came in an hour ago, Rich comes out, and the guy was just smiling from ear to ear.
Too
He's
much.
like, "This is the best morning of my life. This is so fucking funny, man. I haven't laughed that hard." And I keep looking over at him, and he's just fucking mortified.
No,
man.
well,
What happened?
Scared.
No, it's not that at all.
He's corporate America now.
You want the honest to goodness truth?
Yeah, what's
of
going
everything.
on now?
Here's
What's going
the
on?
deal.
Corporate
Because
America.
not what he said before. I didn't see the movie, so I didn't want to step on anybody that saw the movie, okay? And I didn't grow up listening to Kurt, so look, I'm older. What I'm saying, I'm not taking away anything. I have to see the movie.
Go, keep going. Mexican music. I'm playing this music for you.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like, if this was... I'm older than all you fucking people.
No, we know that. We know that. I read your blog.
Body saw
you're
the
old.
movie.
You're black.
Body saw the
So you don't know my age. You have no idea what my
We're
age
working
is.
our way around the rim. You're an alcoholic.
Hey, whoa! We're throwing a lot of names I think we're gonna regret later.
Well, my wife saw the movie, another documentary filmmaker, and loved the movie. She fucking loved it.
You don't know my age, do you? I could be any age. Ja Rule or fucking Denzel, nigga. You don't know. I'm Ja Rule Denzel.
7 Emmys. 7 Emmys, Rich Vos.
Huh?
That's how good this damn movie is.
I know.
Kurt Mesker's nominated for Emmy right now for Amy Schumer show.
Nice.
We do our show
For
together.
writing. For writing.
On this
Bert, you got it?
On this channel. On this channel.
I can't even
got
see
it?
my phone.
On this channel, Opie. What's the name of our show?
I don't Race Wars?
Race Wars. You know,
All right.
right?
Nice.
Wednesday nights. Go ahead, Bert.
I wish
Alex
I could figure
Bloomberg
this out.
gave us a-
Can anyone just pull up the guitar tab for Creed? When I'm
Yes.
dreaming.
Somebody Google prayers.
This is not happening.
Go to your go-to song then.
I'd rather be at the
Seriously?
Woodstock
You got a go-to
Fires.
song. Let's go.
I want to squeeze his knee so bad.
Go ahead.
He's not affected by it. There we go. Yes. Third Eye Blind? I know it.
No. I slagged him.
Lonely.
Welcome to the sound of pouring rain.
Oh.
Ministers, and I think of you. Who is it? Sebastian Bach.
I love Sebastian.
Yeah.
I
This
did
is my go-to song. We got go-to song?
Pilot show on VH1. Never mind the Buzzcocks. Me, Sebastian Bach.
I want this. Dude, we smoked pot in the green room. Do you remember that?
we did. Yes,
with
I remember that.
With the kid from New Kids on the Block.
I thought you did remember that.
And Tiffany wanted to fuck me. Tiffany wanted to fuck me. You remember that? Yes! Fuck! That
I got
was an
history in
amazing
this
fucking day.
We
You
have
remember
history.
Tiffany from the Tiffany being
Yes!
Tiffany? Tiffany, you know Tiffany?
From in the malls.
She said to me, and we're all. She goes,
me off.
we get high with Sebastian Bach, and she leaves the room. Who is the kid? The littler kid from New Kids on the Block? Not Joey Fatone.
I'll call him Joey Fat One.
But Tiffany gives me, says, hey, we should hang out when you're in LA. And I was like, oh, maybe we should. And then she says, and then she leaves. And everyone's like, we're all smoking pot. And everyone's laughing. They're like, you got dissed by Tiffany. And then her assistant came in and gave me her number and goes, Tiffany would like you to call her when you get to LA. And it fucking was like the slam dunk contest. Shit, motherfucker!
Why didn't you
Kenny
call her?
Skywalker of that slam dunk contest.
I want this song played at my funeral.
You didn't fuck her?
All right, let's. No.
She wanted to fuck you.
You want to know something crazy? We were driving down the street, me and my buddy Eddie, and we drove up and we saw one of those old Mercedes. Remember those Mercedes, the first generation of their SUVs, and it was keyed all over, bitch, whore, cunt, this and that. And I was reading it, and I pulled up, and as I'm reading it, this voice in the driver's seat goes, Bert, and I look up and go, Tiffany, hey, what's up?
Oh, you wanted to fuck him?
Yeah, swear to God.
I hate him.
She got keyed. All right,
I would fuck Nell Carter in her present state, dead and underground.
All right, well, let's go back to Bert. That was wrong.
All the girls who was popular back in the 90s. What the fuck you? I work VH1. I know. I think he used to tell me. You know Bert Kreischer? That annoyed me. It annoyed the shit out of me.
Thought of Nell Carter.
That was wrong.
Can you just bring me back? Nell
Give me
Carter,
a break, pussy, nigga.
Give me a break.
Give me a break, pussy.
Give me a break.
Give him another kiss, Sherrod. Sherrod, give him another kiss for that. Give him another kiss for that.
I'd step over her to fuck Shirley Hempel.
Give me a break, pussy. Her boss is the chief. The chief. Give me a break, pussy. Play a song to it.
What do you got, Bert?
Here we go. Give me a break, baby. I'm sitting there, they give me a break. Nell Carter, boy, she had a cake. When I say cake, I mean a big black ass.
That sounds actually better than the original song.
Opie is smiling cause he know he need black puss. Vos is smiling cause he remembers black puss. And director's smiling cause he's directing us something about black puss. Nicki Minaj. Yeah! I say Bert is a house. He got such a wet mouth. He say only white thing.
Totally cool, dude.
Eric is here, he's whiter than ever. Boy, he's white, he's wearing a white sweater. He's the one who really killed Kurt Cobain.
Oh, you heard it here.
Oh, everybody's right here. I'm staring at Eric's nigga. He's Jewish, but I still love him on the coast. Kurt, Bert, finish it.
Well said, Sherrod. I wish I could give you a nod, but what you said made our guest walk out of the room.
They're white.
Did we lose the guy who made the song?
He ran away.
He ran away.
But that's okay. We all got him to fall off the wagon.
That was his fucking escape.
I think we made him get out of recovery.
Yeah, I think so too.
We took a checker
Why would
away
you do
from
that?
He had a little
No one makes anybody get out of recovery.
25-day recovery trip.
I wouldn't mind a little bit of Lou Reed from Rich.
Okay.
With just knowledge.
Take a little walk.
Come on,
you can
Rich.
take a walk on Rich's side.
Rich. Pump it out.
Let's take a walk on Rich's side. Just speak truth. Here we go.
Nobody takes anybody out of
Just
recovery.
truth.
You take yourself out of recovery.
No, do it, truth. Look right my ass.
You put yourself in recovery, you take yourself out of recovery. But once you do take yourself out of recovery, you never have to go back. You never have to go back.
Never have to
you
go
can
back.
live
Never
free.
have to go
you don't
back.
have to live like these two fucking idiots, right?
Truckers, this is up to you, truckers. We know you're on fucking amphetamines and your uppers. We know. We love you, truckers.
When you're in recovery and you have the new producer yell at you, you don't have to harbor resentment. You don't have to harbor resentment. You can let it go. You can talk to the head DJ, to the guy that runs the show, and go, "Who the fuck does he think he is?"
Oh yeah. Who the fuck is he telling me what to do? My name's Rick. I know I'm the boss. I know I can do at least 45 minutes of material. I've been doing it since 1997. Keep going, Rick. Oh, guess who's back? He's in black. He's got a skinny tie. It's not on his back. It's on his front. He's right here, and he is not a cunt. He's the coolest dude I've ever met because he got into Kurt Cobain. And it's your lyric. This is all about you. Shit a coke, nigga. Shit a coke. Shit a coke, nigga. Shit a coke. We know what a bathroom break is, nigga. Bathroom break usually means coke. Made a movie about Kurt Cobain. White cocaine. White. Brett, turn.
Brett.
Bert.
Where did Brett go?
Bert Kreischer.
Where did Brett go?
Bert Kreischer.
Bert Kreischer.
Fuck you, Opie, for not being fucking drunk right now. You're not drunk, you racist. You're not drunk, that means you're a racist.
Will you please hold my hand as we walk into the woods? Don't get too far behind me.
Birdie.
Tell me what you found in that storage unit.
BK, Bert Kreischer.
Found Bert sitting in a room playing.
Okay.
Don't say
What the fuck just happened, man? You got so white. Fuck, you turned so white just now. Come on.
Let's go back to that night. We are in the storage unit with a bottle of wine, and all the dreams we had as a young boy are now discovered.
Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. This is what Kurt wanted. Close your eyes and pretend.
Tell us what you found. Was it a cardigan?
Close it.
Or an open bin?
Close it.
Did a rat run by your foot?
Drink the water and fucking close your eyes and tell us what you're feeling right now. Close it right now. Close, tell us.
I found Bert wearing a skirt.
Yes. Upskirt. It's all balls and nuts. I know
I document, man. I document. I'm not good at the
all right.
Fuck, man.
You had to turn it up skirt.
We took him somewhere that he'd never been before on live fucking
You had to turn it up skirt.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I thought I was going to
We
squirt.
took him there. Live media. He never been there before. He did a locker room.
I've got to piss now, too.
I got to piss so
We all
bad.
got to piss.
Guys,
Should we
go
just
ahead.
end the show? Or
Well, we're not ending without music.
Let's end music, but I got to piss cross
I'm
streams.
out.
I got to cross streams.
How do we say goodbye?
Hello.
To all these nice people driving by.
Goodbye.
Into work or out of work because I have diarrhea.
We do the plugs now.
Let's do our plugs.
We do our plugs now.
Who do we start with? Is it Richie Voss?
Why not? Why
Yes,
not?
let's start with the dummy.
I got to pee so bad.
This Saturday,
where are you
Ridgefield
gonna
Playhouse.
be?
Me, Bonnie Florentine. And Monday, we're doing a live My Wife Hates Me podcast.
Yes.
Get your tickets at Sirius. It's my CD release
your own on that
party.
show.
And Artie Lang is the special guest counselor.
Nice.
Come see me at Governor's in August. Women Aren't Funny. The second best documentary of the year.
Boss, that was great.
Oh, thank you, dummy, for
Listen.
stopping by.
That's
You
right,
call me
Ope.
dummy?
What?
You
call
are
me
dummy,
dummy?
though.
Yeah, but I sang
Opie was
it.
right to say
I sang it though. It's cool.
Oh.
He was
It's
right
cool
to sing it.
if you sing it. It's cool. Don't worry
Listen,
about it.
comedy teller. Stand up New York.
Also want to thank Brett
then-
Morgan. We love montage of hair
Love.
in
And I'm black.
theaters tomorrow.
You had no idea black people loved it. You have no idea.
Cuddy.
You're welcome. He's not black. He's black in the middle of the country. I'm on the coast.
Now it's my verse.
Let's hear it.
I'm at Gotham Comedy Club all weekend, then to Nashville, then to Knoxville, then to Tennis, Vancouver. But not doing stand-up, just shooting TV. Sherrod's at the Comedy Cellar all week. I think that works for him. And Brett Morgan wants to say another thing.
If you're in New York, I'll be doing a Q&A at the IFC Center tomorrow night.
Let's start over with the song. Sing it, please. Sorry. Here we go. And we'll start at the top. Take it up. If it's like this, get to here. If get to here, give me here. If give me one of these, Brett. If okay. There we go. Here we go.
If you're in New York and you wanna hang with Bert, all you gotta do is look for Are you anticipating?
I'm definitely
Rich, help me out. I'll be at the IFC Center tomorrow at 6:45 and at the Airplane Cinemas all over LA.
He's going to hear everything. The story you read. And Brett Morgan, he's going to be there.
And also, we all just tweeted an exclusive unreleased Kurt Cobain clip from Montage of Heck, which is back in theaters tomorrow. I want to thank you for giving us that clip. That's pretty cool.
On your best YouTube page. Yeah. I got to really piss.
All right, why don't we get out of here? Fuck it.
This has been a blast.
Thanks all.
I love you guys with all my heart.
Bye-bye.